time. Yeah.
Like Brandon.
Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you see my love shine through the dark? Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you see my love shine through the dark? Can you see that you must be a part of that beat in my heart?
Live, yeah?
Yes, sir.
That's cool, keep it. Okay, guys, welcome back to the Natural Effect Podcast. I'm Natch. I'm here with Sellers and 6 lovely ladies. Let's get it.
Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you see my love shine through the dark? Can you feel the beat within my heart? Can you see my love shine through the dark? Can you see that you must be a part of that beat in my heart?
So guys, welcome back to the Natural Effect Podcast. I know we had a little break last week. It was actually crazy weather in LA. We had so many flakes. It was like a storm here last week. So, you know, it was Christmas period as well. So we've pushed it forward and we have a Christmas special. We have 6 lovely ladies here on our segment Girls Night here with Sellers. Check us out on all platforms on Kick, TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube. The Natural Effect Podcast. For all my personal content, you can find me at The Real Natch. And yeah, from next week we have loads of daytime shows coming, so looking forward to those. And yeah, big love to everyone, and let's get this cracking. So ladies, Let's introduce yourself to the stream. Starting here. What's your name, age, occupation, and your dating status?
My name is Kate.
Kate.
I'm single. And then what was the other one?
Your age?
29.
Single, 29. And what do you do for a living, Kate?
Personal assistant / musician.
Okay. Where are you from? You from LA?
Soldotna, Alaska.
Alaska, yeah?
Yeah.
I have a friend from Alaska, but I know there's not many people from there.
I probably know him. Yeah.
Well, I'll play foot golf with him. We'll see later. Okay, next.
Hi, I'm Desiree. I'm 39 and I am an intellectual property paralegal.
Okay. And what's your dating status?
I am single.
Single, okay.
Hi, my name is Jennifer, and I am from Maple, Canada. I am an author and a filmmaker, and I'm 34.
Okay. And what's your dating status?
I am in a relationship.
In a relationship. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, I am Ra Maria, and I do different things.
How do you what's that? Ra Maria?
Yeah, hi Ra, and I go by Ra.
Okay, Ra.
31.
31.
Well, I do different things. I'm a holistic mentor. I also make music. It's my biggest passion in life is music. Content creator. I have a book actually published on Amazon.
Okay, what kind of content do you create?
So I talk about relationships, spirituality, consciousness, self with lower S and self with capital S.
Okay, dope. Thought it was going to go into OnlyFans there, but when girls say content creators, like 95% of the time it's OF. So.
I mean, it's so general, I know, but I also don't know how to explain better because, like, you know, you have to
No,
check
it's
it
good.
out
I'm
and
impressed.
see what it is.
And are you in a relationship or are you single, Ra Maria?
Single for the last a week and a half.
Week and a half, so it's new. Okay. Single. Okay.
Hi, my name's Silver. I'm 28. I'm in a relationship, and for work, I do a few things as well. I'm a graphic designer, business owner, and a tutor.
And what's your relationships?
I'm in a relationship.
In a relationship. And what's your name again, sorry?
Silver with a Y instead of
Silver
an I.
with a Y. Okay.
Silver.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, and I was going to ask, so, Desiree, where are you from?
Oh, actually, I'm from Orange County. I just moved up here on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the email.
Jennifer, where are you from?
Maple, Canada.
Canada, you did say. And Ra Maria?
Brazil.
Brazil, okay.
Brazil.
Los Angeles and El Salvador, intermixed, raised up.
El Salvador as well.
Yeah,
I'm not
I was
gonna
raised
lie.
between
The
two.
first girl I ever dated, we've seen each other, was El Salvador girl when I got to LA.
Oh.
They say red flags. I'm not gonna lie, she was nuts though. She was insane, but
I mean, that's like a Latina stereotype in general,
Yeah.
and it's only worse because Salvadorans get like the worst kind of racism in the Latin community, but that's a whole
Yeah.
different conversation.
well, the thing
We're not
is,
gonna
it
go
was
there.
actually a Mexican friend.
Of course.
It was her name was Brenda. She was in the room and she was sitting down, and then my homie came through, and then he was like, he took me to the side outside the room. He's like, man, she's from El Salvador. He's like, you need to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And I said, cool, bro, I will. You know, it's just fun. And he goes, no, right now. No, chill.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy.
So Mexicans and you guys don't get along, right?
Yeah, it's weird because, you know, Mexican culture is so big
Similar.
and like not, and also similar, but it's
Yeah.
so big and diverse and can be celebrated in many different ways, but it's
Yeah.
not really reciprocated. So I feel like we're more on the defensive side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is your
There's also
boyfriend El
history there.
Salvadorian?
He's Armenian, actually.
He's Armenian? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Got the money.
He's got something. He's got something.
I heard that.
Okay, next.
Good job, Silver.
Thanks.
My name is Simone Harris. I'm 27 years old. I am from Washington, D.C. I'm an entrepreneur and actor, and I'm married.
Married.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just speaking. I'm speaking it into existence.
I love
I was going to say super congratulations. You got the ring?
Yeah.
So you're single?
Yeah, I'm single.
I'll be like, she wouldn't even be here. If you were
Well,
married.
one W I
that'd
can
be
say
great.
about
That's
Simone
good
is she was the first girl to be here. She was on time.
Punctual.
No.
But limited
And
was
rarely
starting
girls
stuff.
ever get here exactly on time. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, we both used to live in DC. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Okay.
What's DC like? I heard it's very cold.
Very
It's
cold.
awful. Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, even the team. You remember the
Yeah, the
the
football.
Redskins? Well, Washington Redskins
The
are the
Commanders.
Commanders now.
They're terrible.
They're in
too.
Maryland. Yes, but they're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Biden lives there now as well. So.
Yeah.
so-
Even worse. Okay, so ladies, going around through around the panel, can you name me one red flag in a man? Your biggest red flag in a man?
If he talks about, I guess, other girls or his exes, really at all.
Talking of other girls, okay.
I think unwillingness to grow.
Okay, so
Stays
stagnant.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
stagnation.
exactly.
Okay.
Staying the same.
Jennifer.
Oh. I would say somebody who is constantly complaining and negative.
That's a good
That's
one.
huge.
Bad vibes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ra Maria.
Ambiguity.
Okay.
The inability to communicate properly and thoroughly.
So not honest. Or no.
Not even
okay.
that. Just
Not
like
communicative.
just not communicative and able to express their feelings in a way that's like intelligent. Because if not, like, there's not really any point in having an issue if you can't thoroughly explain your side.
Fair enough. What about yourself, Simone?
I would say a man that has multiple kids by different women. Because why didn't you marry one of the women? Why do you have just kids all over?
Well, we'll go into that a bit more, but a little bit later. So, a man with multiple baby mothers, and women, or just baby mothers?
Baby mothers. I would be the one.
What if you had like a lot of kids with the same person though?
Oh, that's
Ooh.
different.
That's still a red flag, because why didn't you ever marry her?
Well,
What if they got divorced?
you don't know who made the mistake.
What about Nick Cannon?
And a lot of times, you do know that women initiate like 80% of breakups as well. So,
Do we really?
yeah.
Wow.
Women have a lot more requirements than men do. Right, you guys already know that, right?
Well, but men also influence us to break up first.
Yeah. They're like,
Women
Well,
have
no,
other
actually,
options as well.
even if you don't count cheating, a lot of breakups are down to one, finances. So, you know, if the man goes bust, he's not able to provide for his woman no more. But also, women tend to get bored a lot easier than men in a relationship.
Oh, it makes sense because we're more emotional, so we need that excitement going
Exactly.
on. So if
Yeah.
the
You need the
man
excitement and the security.
And
Yeah.
also,
and men wants the same too. Sorry.
Oh,
they,
no, I'm
they
sorry.
want the excitement too.
No,
like,
we're
they
not.
wanna-
We're not like that. We don't want no much drama.
pretty
We're
simple.
pretty simple. We just want a girl who's not promiscuous, being able to cook, clean, doesn't
I
talk
guess
too
it
much.
depends on the style.
Yeah.
Talk
too much.
It's true. Men ask a lot less from women that, you know,
But
women, majority of the time you ask women what they want. They want a man who's taller, stronger, financially free. He's got to have some charisma, good in the bedroom, funny.
We got a list of stuff.
You guys have a
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
With us, we just want her to be attractive, fit, young preferably, not hoe.
Yeah, not
Done.
promiscuous.
Don't embarrass us.
Because like
Happy.
everyone has like man and female energies, and some men can be more feminine than
That's
women.
true.
But you
So
guys
it's
tend to
hard
not go
to
for those guys, right?
So
He's right. Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
You guys tend to
women-
not go for
yep.
those guys who have more feminine traits.
I actually have gone most of the times for feminine guys, and it took me a while to realize that.
So
Like,
what you're
and that's probably like why I got in trouble, because they were just super feminine,
Yeah.
and then you know there was like an imbalance going on there because I wanted a man,
Right.
and I was actually like raised like the alpha in the
yeah,
relationships.
yeah.
Yeah.
It happens a lot in 2023. You know, a lot of women get with guys who are like a little bit feminine, and they think, you know, they can put up with it. But in the long term, women always get sick of leading or having to run the relationship, you know?
Well, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So there are some relationships that I've been in that I've been leading, but it's been because of codependence and not necessarily because that person wasn't a leader. It's just they didn't want to do that work. So where would codependence fall in? Because it's not necessarily that they're not leading, it's that they just don't want to do anything.
Well, women are not attracted to a man who doesn't want to do anything. Even here, one of you guys, Desiree, you said stagnant.
Yes.
That is, like, you get what I'm saying? If you're not doing nothing, you're not trying to better yourself, you're not trying to improve, then, and you're not even creating as a man. Like, I think women tend to go for a man who's more masculine, a man who is a provider, protector. Like, naturally hardwired, I think you guys are like that. Like,
That
you know,
initiates, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think that women have to realize why they're why are men so feminine is because, or you're attracting feminine men is because you're in your masculinity.
Exactly that.
You know.
And we
Well,
also have to consider maybe that the reason why women initiate 80% of breakups is now because we're able to, first of all, because it used to be illegal to divorce men, and that's the reason why that statistic even exists, because there used to not be it was illegal. So let's think about why women are breaking up with men. I don't even necessarily think I've ever broken up with someone because I'm bored necessarily. It's just because of something critical that in this society's men, they're missing a lot of the fundamental aspects. I can be whatever, check the list of the typical woman that was last generations and the even prior generations because of my upbringing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that men are, and as a whole, like the percentage of men that can actually meet that is very low. Even in my day-to-day encounters, you can just tell.
But you finally met one, right? Is your man a provider?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he makes more than you?
Yeah.
He leads a relationship?
Definitely, and it's easy to let him do that because I trust him as a man because he's very masculine in a healthy way, and that's important for me.
I like that. Healthy masculine.
Yeah, he's respectful. He lets
But
me have
this
my
is the thing,
autonomy.
ladies, healthy masculine, but women say they want a masculine man, but sometimes, you know, when the man turns around and tells you perhaps what to do or how to maneuver, women don't like it. I think a lot of times, in my experience, women want a traditional man, but they don't want to act so traditional themselves.
Can we define healthy, like a healthy masculinity? What that looks like exactly?
Even if a man tells you, for example, he doesn't want you to go out to a certain place, he's telling you, like, you know, a lot of women are like, but why? Start asking. Like, that's not you being feminine. Like, one of the main things about being feminine is being submissive. But I'm not telling you guys to submit to any man, right? You got to be very picky, which you guys are.
Yeah.
I think women are hardwired to be picky, and I don't blame you guys to be, because even if you look at it from a standpoint for it, say we were back thousands of years ago, right?
Biologically,
Biologically, you need to pick the best man because he's going to give you a child and you're going to carry that child for 9 months. He's also going to be your protector and provider, so you can't just go out and just pick anyone. That's why men go and fuck anyone. A lot of us men fuck women who are way below our standards just for fun. Within a lot of times, even when you look at who women even have casual sex with, they'll only sleep with a man who they could actually have a relationship with.
Can we go back to the submissive part?
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
no, I know in every relationship, right? There's some areas where there needs to be some give, right? There needs to be, you know.
There's no give with a masculine man. It's his way or the highway. No, I'm being serious.
So you're talking healthy masculine. There's
Yeah.
no give.
Yeah, no. Like we can sit there and have a talk about something. You can give me your
Sure.
point of view, but I make the final rule and the final decision. And if you don't like it, then, you know.
A man can't change his mind throughout discourse.
No, like we said, we can sit there, have a healthy conversation,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
And you
So
might be
that's
able
the
to
thing.
change my mind. I might say, you know what, babe, I kind of see what you're saying. And you know what, you do have a point here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
cool.
I've actually had the conversation with my boyfriend. He's out of town right now. And I went out and I called him before I did just because we tell each other what we're doing and whatnot. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go out with my friends. Like, she invited me to this really cool party. Like, you know, I'm just going to be there with her. It's her boyfriend's friend. So, like, you know, I'll just be with her and no one's going to come talk to me because they know that she is, you know, his boyfriend, you know, so it was just like a nice little fun shell, like bubble. And it took me explaining that for him to be like, oh, okay, if that's the dynamic that you're going to be in, then sure, yeah. have
But
fun,
also
be
there's going to
safe.
be men. There's going to be men.
Yeah,
I don't
but I
know
know
what
how to
position your man's in,
maneuver
but there's
that.
also going to be
That's
men who
really
saying, I don't
easy.
give a fuck what kind of party you ain't going. If you want to go, you can go, but you could take your suitcase with you as well.
Yeah, but there's not like necessarily all kinds of places are going to be like, you know, the same. If I were to be like, I'm going to some random like EDM party at 3 a.m, he's like, wow, that's like really intense. Like, that's not really safe, you know. And I would understand that. I'd be like, actually, you're right. Like, it's going to be in downtown LA. You're not with me. And I've felt unsafe while he's been gone when I go out as well, because we've been together for a while now. And I always go out with him and I just feel safe because he's a big guy, like, you know, no one comes up to us unless we're gonna be friends.
Nice.
So it's just like.
But if your man did turn around to you and said, you know what, babe, I get what you're saying, but I still don't feel comfortable with you going.
I mean, yeah, I would have given in, honestly, because
cool.
it's like, he's very reasonable. So
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
have
yeah.
to like be like, okay, if he's saying this, then it's probably for a
So you're just
reason.
gonna
Like,
follow
Yeah.
his lead then.
yeah, because I mean, like he wouldn't say it like as a healthy masculine man. Like
Sure,
if there was
yeah.
no threat to like the space that I was, it's LA, you know. So he knows the spaces. We like to party and stuff, but like it's always like a modest.
But is that
level of,
is that what we're talking about? We're only talking about like protection as far as
that's,
like
like, a
the
good thing,
final
though.
say. No, I
Yeah,
agree with you
yeah.
completely. Or are we talking about in every respect, if there's any sort of argument, the man in the relationship has the veto power? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, of course. Like the thing is, you shouldn't really be arguing much, but like
Yeah,
if you
sure.
if the man takes a good pick with the woman and the woman picks a good pick with the man, you're not going to sit there arguing. But if you do have a you know, an argument or disagreement, then yeah, would sit there, speak about it. He would hear your point. Obviously, your point is valid, right? But he makes the final decision. If he's like, babe, I disagree with what you're saying. This is why I disagree, and this is how I think it is.
But is that a partnership or is that more like
It's
a
not a partnership. You guys don't want a
Sounds
partnership.
like a dictatorship.
No. Because the thing is, you guys don't want a partnership. Partnership means 50-50.
Right.
Partnership means that me and you go on a date, we're going halves. That means that if someone breaks into our house, you grab the bat, I
She's
grab the bat.
responsible,
But
you're
see, that's
responsible.
it. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody I can go to battle with.
You are? Why?
Yes,
Okay.
because that's fun. Why would you want to be
Well,
necessarily in a
Desiree, that's why maybe
relationship?
you're a very attractive girl and you're 39 and single, and I'm telling you that probably the guys that you go for, because majority of women do go for masculine men, they're not going to accept that shit.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying?
fair
And look,
enough.
men don't sit there and explain to you. They're not going to sit there and say to you, "This is why I'm not going to date you." Bang, 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 bang. They're just going to move on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you ever
That's
been
fair.
able to be in your feminine energy where you just in flow and not have
No,
to
I'm
worry?
very masculine energy.
Yeah, and it's a different
Yeah,
world
yeah,
over
yeah.
here where you don't have to worry about anything. You
Yeah,
just
that's hard for
zero.
me. I don't know how to be in
So
that.
you're in like
yeah,
survival mode pretty much. Where
Probably.
You like have to figure everything out yourself.
Yep.
And, oh.
Well, but it's
She's like, oh.
but
That's
Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead.
yeah. So, but there are masculine females and there are feminine males that are straight, and a masculine woman does well with a feminine man.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're actually very wrong. Even the masculine girls still want they want a hyper masculine guy in order to get them in their feminine.
Well,
I've seen it a million times.
Yeah,
Well,
trying to
it-
break them down.
Yeah, like even the most masculine chicks are still attracted to the hyper masculine guys. In fact, they go for even more masculine guys than the feminine girl because she needs a man to check her and put her in her place. There's no way that masculine girls go for feminine dudes. The only women that go for feminine dudes are the women that want to act single while being in a relationship. And honestly, those relationships don't tend to last, and the woman doesn't end up respecting or admiring the guy. I've seen it happen 100 times. We've even seen it now with Destiny, like a big streamer out there. You know, he's a guy who has a poly relationship both ways, you know, partnership, and his girl's left him for another man. Because that's what happens. You guys are not hardwired to be with a soft dude.
And he's a streamer. He has access to.
Yeah, he's a
thousands of
I think it
multi-millionaire as well.
depends. I don't agree with you on all of you say, because like I've had experiences before with the most masculine guys in the world, and I could not cope with how cold it would get in certain situations where they would not be able to have empathy, compassion, humility,
true.
and all the things that a lot of other more
That's
feminine
actually-
men has. So like I cannot tolerate coldness, like
So you like
lack
emotional
of
men?
empathy. Of course,
So,
but I also
but the
she
guys
said
are
empathy.
emotional. If you go look around, the guys who are emotional, school
highly
shooters are emotional.
highly intelligent.
No, I'm being
emotionally.
serious.
Yes, highly intelligent, emotional. Like you can be emotional and you can still, and you can still be a male. Like you can
And
still
have
honor your
composure.
feelings.
Yeah.
You can
Well-
comprehend.
She's right. Yeah.
I had
Empathy
this
She's not
experience
right.
this
She's
year.
definitely not right.
That's true.
I had this
Understanding.
experience this year. Like I was dating a guy who he was like extremely like you know, and he's masculine all the time. But there were times where he would get like in a very like low zone of like, you said this, it triggered me. This, can we talk? It was the most beautiful thing. We both would sit down together, look at each other,
healthy.
And like,
And that's
this
very
is what
healthy.
this is how you trigger me.
But would
this-
you
So where is
disagree
he?
with this?
So where is he?
Well, it didn't go well because I was actually in a triangle situation and I had an ex ghosting our relationship and things.
Again,
fell
you
apart.
didn't truly admire and respect that guy. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that guy
Is that why he was
ghosting.
like that? Did he
Exactly.
find out
Look, your
about it?
No, I
actions
do
speak a lot
respect it.
louder than your talk.
No, I think you have a good
And this is
point.
another thing. You turned around and
Yeah.
said empathy, right?
Wait, what were you
You
saying?
said empathy. Masculine men lack empathy. How about if I told you that men have to have empathy for you guys? Because if men didn't have empathy for women, we would be pussyless. We would have no sex.
Well, the
yeah?
thing
Wait. But you guys don't have no empathy for men. And I'll tell you why. Because women don't need to understand men in order to get men. Yeah? You guys just exist. Let's be honest. You're all attractive girls on the panel. You guys get DMs hit up. You go outside, guys. Yeah, I know how it rolls. So you guys don't need to necessarily understand men in order to get men.
But how are we not
you need
having
to
empathy?
understand men in order to retain men. You understand me?
But how do we not have empathy? How do we demonstrate that?
Yeah.
How do we not have empathy?
Because
towards-
women don't need to understand men in order to get men. And you guys
And
don't.
you're
and look-
right. You're totally right.
And
It's
I'll
true.
be honest with you, by talking to like already like what, we've had like 150 girls on here. Like you guys lack empathy for men. Seriously, you guys don't even know what men actually like and want.
But she's asking
A lot-
what ways we demonstrate that. Like,
Yeah.
what are the
Right,
like in
right.
what attitudes do you think we lack on when it comes to not understanding your
Well,
side?
timing.
Yes.
Women
okay.
flake on men
Flaking
all
on
the time.
What
Like
else?
I like forget even my personal life. Like about here on the podcast. Like this is an opportunity for women to come. We have thousands of viewers like who watch our stuff. We have girls who are trying to turn up an hour and a half late. Tell them you can't come in half an hour late. Like you can't come in. You know, start getting abused. That's empathy. You don't understand. Men just sat there to work hard to get everything. They don't even have. I don't even think women have empathy for each other much.
I think it's a matter
sympathy
of-
and empathy is different,
It's
right?
in both sides,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because you also don't know what's going on in the other side of the person who is lacking empathy for the first person. So like if someone is in a really bad situation and they like, let's say they had to cancel last minute here or show up late, you also don't know what they're going through on the other side. So in this case, both parties need to have
No,
empathy.
if a girl messages me an hour, 2 hours before the podcast and she's like, I'm so sorry this has come up, I'll say, that's absolutely fine. You know what? The way you've been so respectful, if you want to come on next week, you're free to have a seat at the table.
Yeah,
Done.
his time was disrespected. I totally
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
that.
And
Completely.
look, this is another thing you said, like also communication. Like masculine men, true great masculine men know how to communicate, right? They're just not going to allow your bullshit. They're going to communicate well though. They're not going to sit there and, you know, talk down to you and disrespect you. But if they've got something to say, they're going to be assertive and concise with what they have to say. So, and also emotional. All the great men that I know are not emotional men. Do we have emotions in us? Of course we have emotions. But in order for us to be great leaders, great businessmen, yeah, we need to be stoic at certain times. Now, it doesn't mean I need to be stoic with my girl all the
But
time.
you do have emotions. You're just better at
Controlling them, exactly.
I think that's
You just
emotional
want an overly
intelligence.
emotional person.
Right. That's just emotional
Yeah,
intelligence.
but a
You
lot
have
of women
better
turn around and say they want an emotional man. But emotional men, like I
means you-
said,
no control.
Dangerous.
are dangerous.
Yeah.
Not only
yeah.
as school shooters, but even in relationships, you know, they're more likely to hit a woman.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Be aggressive towards a woman. You don't want to be emotional as a man.
But
Yeah.
self-aware, it's different.
Self-aware is different for sure. And,
And
being
also-
able
Not
to
as this-
communicate.
it's
not
the same as
someone who
emotional.
is just like Superman and not like aware of their feelings or aware of their girls' feelings and not being able to understand what's going on around, because it's a matter of energy also. And what happens is a lot of women, they leave some relationships because it gets too cold in a way like that the rational man, that the masculine can
shuts
control
down.
their feelings so
Yeah.
well that things starts getting, you know, deeper and deeper, and it gets to a point where they can no longer.
I disagree with you. I think
that
there,
up.
in that case, it's like he's not interested. Because if a man is
What
truly interested,
determines if someone is interested or not? What makes you
because if a
decide?
man is truly interested in a woman, he's going to communicate well to her.
I'm asking you what makes you feel like if you're interested in someone or not. What in you determines if you're
Requirements. So
interested?
first of all, before even feelings and chemistry, I think is requirements. I think people don't do that enough.
You think that later. You feel it
No,
first.
no, no,
we
no, no, no.
explain,
That's
we
what women
explain
do.
with logic
No,
what
no,
we
no,
feel
no, no.
emotionally,
But this is the thing. I
guys.
don't go through chemistry and how I feel. That for me should come after, because this is the thing. Women always do this mistake. They go from how they feel and chemistry. They sit there spending 5-6 months with the guy,
It just
and then they're like,
happens.
"Oh shit, he's a brokey. Oh shit, he's not a leader."
they communicate that.
Exactly. Me, I go for my requirements first. Is she young? Is she beautiful? Has she got a promiscuous past? Then later I deal with the chemistry.
But before
I
you
don't go
see-
with the chemistry and then during it, I'm like, oh shit, she's banged like 20 guys. She's a hoe. Oh shit, she can't cook. No.
So you filter them first.
I filter
through the
them first. And I
list.
think, and if I'm
okay,
picky,
okay.
you guys should be even
No,
more
that
picky.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
she has her hand up.
Yeah,
But they
go
show
ahead.
up in your plate first. Sorry, they just show up in your plate first, and then you'll go through these requirements. But before they come to you, you know that decision already was made. It's attraction. We gravitate towards things that we don't know
There's
unconsciously.
control. If women, that's the problem with women. Women go for anyone they're attracted to the point where you're sleeping with a bunch of dudes and you're losing your value. And the more dudes you sleep with, the more pair bonding goes down. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yes, and sorry.
It's a law.
No, it's okay. But I actually agree with you, and I think women have to be strategic when we date. You know, yes, of course, college, you know, you can experiment, date, whatever. Like, I'm not saying necessarily have sex. I wasn't sexually active when I was in college. You know, I just wasn't there yet. But, you know, for the past several years when I've been dating, if the guy doesn't ever want to get married and have kids, there's no reason for me
To be dating.
to ever go on a date with him or ever meet him. And guys have been like, wait, so you don't even want to meet me?
No.
And I was like, no, why would I waste my time going on a date with you? I don't need a free dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I'm sorry if that came off like
No, it's good. I think what you said was great. I agree with you.
derogatory. You know, like, and I understand some women need a free dinner, and I'm not
Would you
throwing any
say
shade.
that this generation's a little bit more different compared to yours when you were in college, though? Like how girls are moving, like how they're how they are, and how they
junior
act. and-
high is different
Oh, yeah.
now.
Okay.
Like it's very scary what's going on, and I think, you know, kids having access to porn so
Social
early.
media.
The
Social media, dating apps,
internet.
like you said, adult content as well as another one. I think social media is the biggest one because, and I honestly think it is. It's affected you guys more than us. I'll tell you why. Right, the average woman gets so much attention online, where now even average women think that they deserve a top tier man. Now, what's that done now? Do you know 1 in 3 guys is either a virgin or hasn't had sex in over a year? Your barber, your electrician, your plumber. Fuck, imagine the guys that work at Target and in and out. They don't get no girls, nothing, zero. All the women, average and above, all go for the same 5-10% of guys.
Yeah.
And
That's what's happened
Women
now.
aren't showing those people empathy, I would say.
Exactly. They lack empathy. They're like, you know, he's a blue collar man. Fuck that. I want an entrepreneur. Fuck that. I want an athlete.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, just because you fucked an athlete, because you fucked an entrepreneur, does not mean that that's what you get in the dating market. Because a lot of women make that mistake. They will go sleep with a guy who's top tier and they'll be like, oh shit, I deserve a top tier man. And it's like, no, you don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Back to what you were saying, Jennifer, I completely agree because oftentimes women, we get in situations that could have been avoided because we don't ask the questions up front. You know, we don't ask, do you want to get married? Do you have kids? You know, stuff that really makes a difference for a relationship before actually dating that person. So we miss out on all of that. Start dating a person, and then down the line, we get in those situations where it's like, oh, this is who you really was, you know, and now we're in trouble. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like,
And even
also
by
talking about
Yes, sir.
values. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Talking about values, like for me, religion is important. I made the mistake of dating somebody outside of my religion. We were together for a few years. I was deeply in love, we were madly in love, but we could not get past the fact that his religion was important to him and raising kids with his religion, and my religion was too important to me. And I thought to myself, if we never had kids, we could totally make a life together, you know, but when you're raising children, and yes, there are couples that make it work all the time because they're not so married to their religion. But if you want to raise your kids, you know, in your church or your temple or whatever, it's that one's really
It's
hard
going to be a problem. 100%. I agree with you. And I've seen it happen so many times, like maybe like a Muslim getting with a Christian, you know, and that's what it is, like what you said, go for chemistry. The chemistry is amazing. You spend 6 months together, a year together, and then shit, when it really gets down to like the nitty gritty, no one wants to change religion. then it's a problem. And then what? You've wasted your time.
Can't find a compromise.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I say first requirements, then chemistry.
Yes, 100%.
Go ahead.
I have a question. So can we go back to, you had mentioned that women do not understand men, or what
Correct.
the basic understanding is. Can you define?
Well, they don't have to.
Right, because I think there's a little bit of communication or issue we're having here.
No. I
as
said it.
to,
I said
like,
it very clear.
No, but what the definition is, like, what is that understanding?
Well, empathy
You're
is to put
saying
yourself in another
women-
person's shoes, right?
Right, but what else?
I would say that 99%, I would say 95% of women in 2023 do not respect 95% of men in 2023.
Respect
That's why
them
even
how?
a lot of the time when I talk about guys
don't
who work at
deserve
In and Out and Target, you guys don't even see these guys. They're invisible to you guys on the dating market. Be honest.
It's
When
not
you walk
even
into
about
Target, would you
that.
date the guy who works at Target?
No, because
no.
look, what
Do you
if
know what I'm saying?
What if that person's making the money to make their idea and their dream come true, and they just were not given the situation ever in their life to have the advantage in any capacity, but you meet them outside of where they work or whatever, you have an interaction with them, maybe you're in a book club together, I don't know, like different hobby cyclists meetups and stuff like that. Like, you don't know the depths of someone, but you have great chemistry, and then you find that out, like, but they have goals and aspirations, not just because
But you're saying
someone's
that
Women,
doesn't matter.
women don't care about goals and aspirations. They care.
action though.
Look, women
Action
want a man
oriented.
pre-assembled.
Yeah.
Men,
You can't build them. Women
I
don't
mean,
build
definitely
men.
not.
Yes,
but
thank
no,
you.
no,
Women move
definitely
in.
not.
They don't
Yeah.
build men. And look,
I
in all,
understand that.
and for you to
I
even
see
build a
that.
man,
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
turn
see
you
that.
on, because the thing is, do you really want to sit there and have to motivate your guy and push your guy for him to go become a great man? You want your man to already be great. Like
Yeah.
you're with a protector and a leader. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, when I met him though, was like almost 10 years ago. We started
Yeah.
dating this year. When I met him, he had those dreams and
And,
aspirations.
and when did this
And
change? Like, when
What?
did?
But you
this
didn't get with him
shift?
until he had them, right?
I would have totally dated him while he was
Yeah.
in the process, because I was younger then too, and we were
Yeah.
like at that age, you know. But now we met up again as like adult friends, and he's like, "Wow, like you've become a woman, like it's
Yeah.
crazy." And I'm like, "And you've become a man," and it was really
Big up to
cool.
him, because look, to become a
like-
great man, it takes years.
And it
Yeah?
did, and he did it though, and that was like great to watch him, like from when we were before even we were allowed to drink at a bar, you know,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
now that we go to wherever we want,
That's
and like
dope.
that's something that I can really appreciate, because you can have friendships that are platonic. He never flirted with me. He was always like just a good friend.
He was waiting
around.
though.
Yeah.
We here on the podcast, we don't believe in platonic friends, because
he
the
was
man
very
always wants to sleep
much
with a woman.
so, like,
Always.
Well, I never considered what you're saying, that I guess in our society, at least now,
Yeah.
like you to be a man, you have to be all the way up
100%,
here.
yes.
I never
Just to get your
considered
attention.
that, but you're right,
You
because
never
Well,
considered.
definitely.
well,
Yeah,
because
I mean-
you know, I've been in a relationship for 10 years, broke up in April,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
came back into it, and you're right. You know, there's a certain level or standard that men are held to, and about 90% of them are not going to hit that.
More.
So-
Most women want to date a man who makes at least 6 figures a year. Ladies, only 10% of men make more than 6 figures.
And you're
a year.
right. A lot of my friends who are single, they're shooting for the stars when.
And
you know,
are they really? Do
Are
they
they
really have that value to
contributing in
dictate
that?
to
Yeah,
shoot
no,
for
I
the
see
stars?
what you're
More
saying.
time women don't.
But when did that shift happen?
I'll tell you when it happened. When you guys started getting mass amounts of,
Social
like I said,
media.
You think social media?
and dating apps. It's so easy for you guys to get guys, even good-looking guys. Even if you guys, I guarantee, majority of the girls on the panel, even if you guys hit up celebrities, athletes, they're gonna smash. That's the truth. Yeah. No, I'm being serious.
You're probably right.
Why are you
It's
putting
very
faces, Rama? Am I wrong?
No.
If an athlete hit you up, like, I mean, if you hit up an athlete, you think he's not going to be
I
interested?
mean, I'm different. Like, I was never sold on status. That's just the thing for me. I feel like most of I mean, this might hurt some of you, and you might think I'm like,
Because you're
voodoo.
spiritual.
I think like all my relationships were orchestrated. Like they were divinely orchestrated. They were just like meant to be like that kind of plan, like fantasy world where
Like faded.
like in a way, yes, like I'm in this guy's house, life for a purpose. He's in my life because he's helping me with this and that, like healing or growth
I
and
like
so
that.
forth.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever had the free will, like personally, like consciously to choose. If things just really happened.
Well, you do choose. Women choose who they date.
Yeah.
We take who we can.
Like, you know what I'm
No, that's the
But you
truth.
know what I'm saying is like it just started happening that it got to a point where I had no choice but just flow with it and just like, wow, this is so good, this is magical. Like,
But
I
I'm
want
telling
more, I
you,
want
I'm
more.
telling you as a man, like if I was to be your father or your brother, I'm telling you that's a bad decision to make. You can't go with just your feelings and you.
It
how
was
you
not
feel
just
all the
my
time.
feelings. I was always tuned to my spirituality, to my higher self, to like, you know, like to see the big picture of life and things. And
Yeah.
I trusted that because there was no doubt.
But I
But
had
it didn't
a similar.
work.
Facts don't
It didn't
give
work
away
though.
feelings.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
It worked
though.
for the time it worked.
It didn't work.
It did. It
No,
did work.
no. Bro, Maria, it didn't work. Otherwise, you would still be with that man.
No, it worked because for the time we were together, I was learning like different. I was growing in different areas. I was teaching. I was sharing like also things in different areas with this person. We were like, you know, working like through each other in a way. Like I was always the more emotional, and I was attracted to guys who were more logical. So maybe it was just like, you know, that play. You know, like we were kind of filling each other's space and like kind of being whole together. And I don't agree with that ever. I think we need to be whole on our own. We don't need somebody else to fill in like we are like one side and the other person's the other. I think we need to be that for ourselves and be whole. But at that time we were dancing.
So you think women need to find themselves and build themselves before getting with a man?
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They need to do
I
the
tend to
work.
disagree, but I just think the more a woman like finds herself, the
Right
more,
now, I would
the
say
more
yes.
trauma she's been through, the more men she's been through. And let's be honest, if you guys are going for top tier men, majority of the time is against you guys. Because a man who has all his shit together has tons of options, just like you guys have options, right? Now we said majority of guys are losers. Yeah, 90% of men are not able to even get women. Yeah, so that 10%, guess what? They have a pick of whoever they want. So let's go back to you guys because you guys said empathy, right? Let's go around the table and let me know what you guys bring to the table. What do you bring to a man? Go ahead, Kate.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah,
I feel like
you're
maybe
me on the side. Go ahead.
like contradicting yourself because I know one of the
All right,
requirements
go
you
ahead.
like in a woman is not totally ran through, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
a promiscuous past, but at the same time you're like, oh, but you need to have empathy for these Walmart blue collar losers, whatever. So
I
it's
never said that you
Okay.
guys need to. I
Sorry.
said, I said that you guys don't
Yeah,
have
you just
empathy.
don't
I don't
have
say
it.
you need to.
Okay,
In
my
fact,
bad.
you guys don't need to do nothing. Men,
I was
men
gonna
come
say-
to you guys. You guys have the pick of any man you want.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say it doesn't like evolutionary benefit us to have empathy because, you know, if I'm gonna look, let's say for argument's sake, I'm an average girl and I only want like top 10 guys, right? It makes more sense for me to just stay alone if I'm not going to
Yeah,
evolve.
that's what I was gonna
because
say earlier.
I'm not here to do volunteer work and have babies that are less than me. You know what I mean? Does that
No,
make
it's
sense?
called hypergamy. So women always date up. Always.
And everybody's trying to date up. It's
No,
like,
no.
This is like an evolution.
No.
lot of people
Kate,
not.
not everyone's trying to date up. Men will
Okay.
date a girl. I would date a girl who works at McDonald's who's 21, beautiful and a virgin. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, if she
like
works
that
at
too.
McDonald's, I couldn't give a shit.
That's interesting.
But women will never date a guy who works at McDonald's.
Why is
yeah?
that?
Yeah, so sorry. So your
Because
question-
men,
Provider
because
instinct.
men don't look for the same things that you guys look
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
You
Different
guys
things.
care about a man's future. We care about a woman's
That.
past. You guys care about a man's career and you know how ambitious he is and all that. We don't give a fuck about your careers or what you do. In fact, if you're on a date and a man's asking you and he's acting like he's only doing that to sleep with you.
That's a
So
fact.
I
how
promise
about,
you.
can we talk about the princess syndrome that guys have nowadays though? Because like that's the majority of men. So
They're
obviously women are gonna have to go for the certain type of 10% because there's no availability. Like there's more good women out there just because we're naturally more, or well no, we're socialized into being more emotionally intelligent
Yeah.
early on. We've always, even from the games we play as kids, like we are socialized to have empathy
True.
and
All the games you lot play as girls, it's all social games.
Yeah,
it's true.
everything.
It's not like
Everything
men.
socialization. Same with men. Like
No,
boys are,
with men it's not competition.
exactly. No,
when we
yeah.
play games in the playground,
Absolutely.
it's soccer.
That's where I was gonna go with it.
One-on-ones. That's how it is.
It's like an aggressive approach to
When
life
girls
from
play
the
games,
beginning.
it's like hop, hop, scotch, and socialize. Yeah. Anyway, Silver, back to what you said though is going back to what you said is like the women still want the 10% of men, and that's fine. I'm not here
It's
to tell
'cause
you
the
guys.
people that
I'm not-
they're undateable. That's the thing. Like
Cool.
the men that are.
But
like,
what
in
I
that
tell
lower-
ladies
so
is
that's
if
the
you want that
majority
10% of
men.
man, this day and age, 2023, if you want that 10% of man, the chances are is you're going to be one of his girls. You're not going to be his main woman. And even if you are his main woman, he's going to have other girls on the side if he is that 10% guy. And I know, I'm looking around and girls are looking at me like, what the fuck? It's just the truth. If you go out there and you look at actors, athletes, entrepreneurs, they all want multiple women. We are hardwired to like a variety, just like you guys are hardwired to want the very best man possible. That's why you guys are ultra picky. We don't carry babies. We're not picky. We don't take emotions into sex like you guys. So
Yeah, what was your original question?
yeah, so let us know what you bring to the table, to your idealistic man.
I think I don't really need to bring anything to the table because I'm a woman,
Fantastic.
so I'm already the prize.
Okay.
Fantastic. And then, look, ladies, this is the attitude of modern day women.
Bitch.
And this is why majority of you guys are going to stay single. That's the truth. Yeah. No. I'm being serious. Look, like, listen to what you said. Like, imagine I turn around right now and you guys asked me the flip question, and I said, you know what? No, I'm going to play video games all day, eat Cheetos, whack off to adult
You're the
content.
man.
Yeah, but one minute, I'm asking what you bring to the table as a woman. You're telling me women don't need to bring nothing, and the man's going to be the provider, the protector,
Yeah, that's what men are supposed to do.
and you guys do nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's not
no,
how it goes. Come on,
so
the time's
beautiful.
like
If I was younger,
Guys, you're seeing this all in
bring
4K.
something.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So she don't bring nothing to the table. What about you?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a lot of things. I
ahead.
bring loyalty and compassion, and I know how to cook, and I'm active and I work out. Like, there's a lot of stuff I think I bring to the table, but that's important. You need to add value to that person's life, and that's how I see a relationship. Like, how can I add value to their life?
Correct.
You know?
And seeing as you guys want that rare man to turn around and say, like, I am the table, I am the prize. And let me tell you guys, none of you guys are the prize. Let me tell you why. If you guys are going for a man who's rarer than you and he's able to replace you, who is really the prize? Also, men must make themselves. Women are. You guys are born with your value. Men must create their value. Why do you think a man's prime is a lot later than a woman's prime? Because at 21 years old, we wasn't able to fuck much. Right. Yeah? The 21-year-old man is struggling. Do you get what I'm saying? Even girls at his age ain't gonna date him. That's the truth. So a man must go out there, learn to be competent, gain experience in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, become funny, finances, physical shape, in order for him to be able to get girls.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I never really saw that. I never
So now you're starting to gain empathy.
Now I have some empathy for you guys. I had no idea you guys had to do all this.
There's a lot of women.
Jennifer, go ahead, darling. What do you bring to the table?
Well, I'm definitely very family oriented. I'd like to have a big family. I cook. I know how to keep a house. I enjoy taking care of people. And I'm quite resourceful. And, I definitely think I could help support a man to become the person he dreams of becoming.
Okay.
So why is everyone single if y'all seem like the perfect package?
Do you know why?
Y'all have.
I'll tell you lot why.
Because guys love the bad girls.
No, we don't.
They love drama.
No, we don't.
They cannot admit that.
Brazil,
they like the holes.
you're
they
very
like
clueless
the
by what you're
beaches.
saying.
Are you telling us what men like?
Guys don't look, ladies. Guys, we don't mind bad bitches to fuck, right? But we don't like girls with attitude. We don't like obnoxious girls. We will fuck them, but we'll put them straight back to the streets. Guys do not like bad bitches. I don't know why women think that and say that. Even if you look at all the masculine men and see who they're with.
So why do they cheat them? Why do they
Because
cheat the nice
single
girls
women
with
like
the bad
to keep other women
bitches?
single,
We don't.
that's why.
I mean, we're generalizing here, right? So
Yes,
like a
in
lot of
general.
guys do cheat good girls with bad bitches.
Oh, cheat.
Cheat.
But every man's gonna cheat. This is what I'm saying to you.
I mean, I guess that would be. Do you want to move on to that topic, or do you want to keep on that? Well,
No, we're
empathy?
going to talk about that topic, but I'm just telling you, majority of men, if they were able to, haven't you heard the saying, men are as loyal as their options? A man who has tons of options is going to sleep with other girls. So a top tier man's always going to sleep with other girls. And if you think he's not...
this, but I agree with you.
Look, and this is another thing. This is another thing. If me and you were together and I go sleep with another woman, I can come back to you and love you I respect you exactly the same.
I've seen women
If
submit
you-
to men and do that.
If you go and fuck another dude behind my back, guess what? You're already ready to leave me.
It's over
Yeah.
with.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
This is my
So,
point.
yeah.
So when men cheat, we don't really cheat with emotions. We're not like, oh yeah, I want
I
to get
love
rid of
that
this chick
girl.
for my
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
We're like, I'm gonna go fuck another chick. You know, get it out of my system. I'm going back to my girl. In fact, a lot of times we do that. We actually admire and respect our girls even more. We come back to them, we're like, oh shit, that was fucking headache.
right.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was a good fuck, but nah, I'm going back to my girl. But so yeah, maybe you're right with what you said. Men will go fuck, you know, bad bitches behind their good girls back. But who do they go back to? Not the bad bitch, do they? They go back to the good girl.
So you're saying that you think every man is hardwired to want to sleep with as many women as possible. There's
Correct.
no way around.
Even the guys who are monogamous, I have friends who are
Yeah,
monogamous,
yeah.
They either watch tons of adult content, which I think is worse, detrimental to
Yeah, yeah.
mental health, And as a man, you don't want to be, like, women watching adult content is bad, but men is even worse, You're releasing your sacred fluid over and over again
Right.
to like a woman that you don't even know getting rammed by some other man. You're a cock. By default, if you're watching adult content, you're a cock as a man, So a lot of men who are monogamous to the girl, they either watch adult content, they buy OF, or a lot of them, they might keep it inside of them and, you know, they don't go on their desire or their natural state, right? A lot of the guys who I know who don't cheat and don't watch adult content are just very heavily religious. So, you know, Jennifer might have a chance because, you know, I know, look, my friends who I know who are monogamous, they're in church a lot. You know, they're church boys. They're very Christian.
Them be the ones that cheat. The church boys.
Let's talk about the scandals that are on
Well, look,
Hulu.
Simone hit it on the nail there. Even they might cheat.
Then
but
we define
look, Simone,
cheating.
even they might cheat. But I'm just trying to give you guys the best options.
right.
That if you guys do want a man who's not
So-
going to cheat, that's your
That's what you
realistic.
got.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's
Yeah.
important we
But he ain't
define
gonna have
cheating.
charisma.
What's
He
cheating?
ain't gonna have charisma though, that guy. He ain't gonna be able to fuck you like you want to get fucked.
What's cheating is like
no, that's the
lying.
truth. That's the truth.
That's my point because
What's
there's,
cheating as a
there's
man, you said?
emotional cheating and then there's sexual cheating, right? And so, like, I think for me, and I don't know about most women, but it's the emotional
Emotional,
cheating
yeah.
that would do me in. Like,
Well, I
that's-
actually
like,
think that is real cheating. That is real cheating. I
yes,
think
but
if a
I
man's
don't
gonna
think the
sit there and
sexual-
treat another
I don't
woman
think the sexual
like he's
cheating
woman,
is the
that's
same.
cheating.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
yeah,
if I have a woman and I get caught on a date with a chick that I'm meant to be fucking, that's cheating. If I'm giving my side chicks resources, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me,
men's
that's
men's
true.
loyalty is
Valid
different to
cheating.
you guys.
Over the moon.
All loyalty is,
All of it's
am I going to
cheating.
protect for you? Am I going to protect you guys? Am I going to provide for you guys? Yeah. And protect. When I mean protect, I mean like I don't care if there's 10 goons on the road and they're trying to stab us up. Like I've got to put my body in front of your body. I die for you.
So
Yeah?
you agree emotional cheating, like
Yeah, it's cheating.
Is that
It's cheating,
strong?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's kind of how I.
Because you're
see it,
embarrassing
too.
your girl.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
you're embarrassing your girl. Within,
feel that.
I think the other way, you're not really embarrassing your girl. If you go and fuck a chick on the side and you tell that chick, look, I have my girl. I'm going back to my girl. This is just fun. Yeah, like you ain't
Well-
never gonna be my girl's place. Then like,
Here's the thing, though. Would
Go
you
ahead.
tell your girl that you're having sex with that other girl?
well, what I do,
Because
what I
that's
do when I
cheat-
meet women,
that would be cheating.
I agree with you.
Like
but
if you wouldn't tell me, then that's where I'd be.
all right,
pissed off.
cool. Check this out though, Desiree. When I meet girls, I tell them how I am, and I tell them from the beginning, I'm not gonna be monogamous. You have to be, you know. I give them my requirements, but also. Also, I say to them, do you want me to tell you every time I fuck a girl? Because realistically, a lot of women who are with top tier men who understand that their man's gonna fuck another girl, they just don't want it in their face. They don't want to be disrespected. So then more time they're like, look, I don't want to know, I don't want to see it. And that's
So they
it.
don't
Ain't no
participate
man
with
telling
you.
his
So
girl he
it'd be a little strange if I come home and I was with you and I was like, and I was like, by the way, Desiree, today I went and fucked a blonde girl. Is there point?
No way, you wouldn't invite me?
Not always, no.
Not always.
What the hell, man? That's cheating.
That's so lame. 'Cause
Like
it
at
could be
least
better.
give me a phone call.
Okay, so Ra Maria, what do you bring to the table?
Drama.
Yeah, I can tell. That's why you're 31 and
That's
single.
why they love me. I'm not done. Excuse me. That's how they learn because I've attracted a lot of men who were not emotionally intelligent. So the drama, the conflicts are how we go through and we learn our lessons and we grow together.
And that's why you're single. And you're
No,
probably
I'm
gonna
not.
remain
I'm single by choice, but that's not only
No,
that.
no, no. Let
okay.
me tell you another thing. When women say single by choice, ladies, that's
Right, that's
coping.
coping.
Yeah, every single woman wants to be with her idealistic man. The only girls that I truly might want to be single are maybe 21-year-olds who are on boats, yachts, and even those girls, if they meet that perfect dude,
Well, it
they're gonna want to be
depends
with
on
that
what you
dude.
mean, like dating someone or like having a serious relationship.
Yeah, serious relationship.
Like, okay, well,
So you're not single by choice. Fantastic. And you say you bring drama to the table, which is the biggest red flag I could ever
single,
hear
like
from a woman.
before you make a commitment
That's
to
the first thing
someone,
you're saying.
before you make a commitment to someone, you date them. You gotta let it go.
Of course,
So
yeah.
I'm not dating a few people who wants to date me by choice. So I'm single
What's
by
the
choice.
drama?
No, you're
bringing,
not
though?
single by
Like,
choice
just-
because if you like,
I don't want to
you
date
said,
it. I told this guy, for
But you
example, I
said
didn't
you
want to
wanted a
date.
serious relationship.
No,
So-
I wasn't ready for. I mean, a serious relationship comes after you date someone. You don't just like.
But are you
click and-
dating to be serious, or are you dating just to?
I
date?
was dating for dating, but then I didn't want to date anymore.
So you
I
just
wanted
dating to
be on my
fuck?
own.
So you just
That's
dating to
the
fuck,
difference.
have fun?
Nothing. I was just pass away. Like.
Okay,
Passing time.
fantastic.
But can I just finish something with the drama side, you guys?
Go ahead.
Like
Yes.
we gotta learn how to get
I
better
wanna
with
know
our
what this is.
emotions. Like that's life. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
spiritually, like before we pass to other dimensions, actually get to like those levels that we're not probably talking about this,
45
we
deep.
have to heal our childhood traumas.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the times the drama that I was bringing was just like a way of like triggering certain things in them that they were avoiding in order for them to realize things about themselves, to heal, and then step on a better version of themselves.
You
But
gotta do the inner work.
yeah,
So
it's
it sounds
about
like you're
inner
dating
work.
inferior men.
Huh?
It sounds like you're dating inferior men.
Emotionally, I guess so. And
Well,
and they
so-
were like they were superior in other areas, like professionally,
Well,
like
you know,
skill-
you're making bad picks. So,
skills and-
but at the same
and
time,
with
honestly,
mind
you're
and-
taking bad picks yourself. But at the same time, but judging by what you're saying, they're also taking bad picks as well. So, because drama. Look, I'm just being honest. A top tier man. Do you think he's working hard all day to come home like to the woman that he's protecting and providing for to have arguments? and
It's
drama?
not arguments, conversations. It's actually
Drama-
it's
drama and
actually-
conversations is different,
I've
ladies.
allowed them
Right,
to
right?
actually-
Yeah, I kind of agree
Yeah.
with you, man.
I've allowed them to see the wounds that they were hiding, and like these wounds were actually creating bigger things that was causing them to spend more money and like.
Isn't it better for you to sit there and calmly with composure explain to them what you don't like and go through it rather than causing drama? Like that's
Well, like
crazy.
you know,
to agree.
Go ahead, Jennifer. You got something to say?
But also, don't you find it kind of like exhausting being in these relationships where you take on like the position of healer? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna
Emotional
be
Yeah, that's why I'm
Oh my
over.
God.
I'm not no one's therapist. You're
Sorry,
his
what did you say?
girlfriend.
Take on
You're
the
not a
position to
therapist.
what?
Oh, that's her profession.
of
though.
I
healer.
work
Like,
with them
like her
too.
job
Well,
is
that's
to
why
heal
I only
these
date
guys'
girls who are under
trauma.
23. That's the truth. That's why I only date young girls, because a lot of times when I meet older women, and there's a lot of times I'm not going to lie to you, I find them attractive. Sometimes even their personalities are cool. But the first instance, like any like sort of things happen, it's drama. And it's because of what you said, it's healing and trauma. And this is what I tell men as well. And women, a lot of older women turn around and say, well, don't you want a woman who's bounced back from her trauma? Why would I go for a woman who has to bounce back through trauma and healing when I can already go for a 21-year-old who comes from a good family, who's submissive, who hasn't been through trauma?
We've all been through trauma, so
No,
that's-
not everyone.
Yes, we've all been.
Not
yes,
everyone.
Everybody has trauma from childhood.
That's why I go for women who have their father in their life.
No, it's just not that. There's other things that's happened to women. That's
And to men too. There are things that they're not
Yeah.
aware.
Both
Like,
sides.
okay,
Yeah.
shyness, for example, is a result of a trauma. Not everybody's aware of
What's
that.
that?
Shyness, being shy, like not being able to.
school shootings. Is
Women
a part
should be
of
shy.
Trauma. Like
That's true. Lack of
Well, that's actually
authenticity
diet.
is a lack of trauma. No,
I agree with her. Silver said perfectly. A lot of it is from diet. What's what we're eating.
Yeah.
That's
What we're
it,
putting in our
That's
bodies.
true. I wrote like a
You know, if you're eating
12-page
shit every day and
paper
about-
you know you're not
Yep.
performing
and
well,
that's
then
also a lack of. It's also a result of trauma because we eat bad stuff sometimes to cope.
Yeah. That's
well, we can't
actually
just
true.
blame
Our
ladies.
neurochemical
We need to
levels.
take some sort of accountability,
No,
right?
definitely.
Can't just keep saying trauma, healing. It's like you control what you put in your food.
But that's why you gotta do the
control
work.
who you date. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, as a result of trauma, my point is like it's things we do unconsciously. Like we do certain things, we make dumb choices because we're not aware of what's actually creating leading us to make that decision. So like I can take responsibility for my shit, but I can also be aware that I was not aware of what I'm aware now.
But she made a good point. It almost sounds like you're taking on this healer role.
Yeah, you're being a therapist. and
Yeah,
women should never be a
you're
therapist for a
entering
man.
in
Thank
it
you.
like.
If anything, it should be the other way around.
And it seems like
You know what I'm saying?
You
do
do
it
it
on
on hold
He should be
space,
leading
too.
you to greatness.
I think
Yeah.
it was like a trade-on of like mother, my side with parenting, and they were like parenting on my daddy's side because I didn't have a daddy growing up neither. So it was like.
And that's what's pulling you in these relationships because you're taking on the role of their therapist, their mom.
and-
Like you don't want. That's not. What
And look,
you
it's
wanna be.
unfortunate. I grew up without my father too, but a lot of times these traumas of women acting out, it does come from single motherhood.
But that's why when you're
Yeah,
dating
it does.
too and you're getting to know someone, you have to ask: is your mom in your life? Is your dad? What's the relationship?
Thank
How
you.
was
Your
your
responsibility to
childhood
ask
growing
those
up,
questions.
And
you
Simone,
know?
I ask all that. That's one of my main questions. Like when I'm
That's
a girl,
no
I'm
big
like,
deal.
your father. That's what I want to know first. Is your father in your life?
My
And if
mom
he's-
said that to me actually. She's like, every relationship you've had that's failed is because the guy comes from a messed up family and then their parents aren't together. Like you need
But
to
is
like.
that a disqualifier though?
Yeah. Not
It is.
necessarily. I mean,
It
it
is.
is.
And look, it's unfortunate, but about right now, if I was ugly and I was 5'2", naturally it's unfortunate, what I am. But I'm not gonna be able. No, it's true. But I'm not gonna be able to date many girls. Do you get what I'm saying? So, look, something's unfortunate.
You're laughing, but it's
Maybe if
true.
you're a
It's true.
tripod.
Huh? Look, we've had girls who said they would date 5'2"
Right.
guys, but judging on you guys'
No,
actions, a
I'm
lot of
5'9",
women
I
would
can't be
not.
doing
Do you get what I'm saying?
I
I've
think we
dated
all
more
agree
than
with
one
that.
guy who was like 5'2", so
You did date a guy that was 5'2".
more than one. Yeah, my first boyfriend when I moved to LA.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
Okay,
Yeah, so
see
that
that's
makes
different. It's like
sense.
me dating someone that's 5'10",
You
which
say,
I've done.
you say it's different, but we even had girls on the panel who are like 5'1", 5'2", and they want a 6 foot guy.
It's
I'm
true.
5'9", so I don't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. I mean, I've dated guys that are like my eye level, and like, because then I have to like
Yeah.
my outfits, like just like my, it's just
Yeah.
honestly.
It don't hit the same.
And again,
It does. I'm tall. I deserve a
and
tall
it-
man. So short girls,
and it-
I'm just kidding. I got one.
and it comes
I'm
from
talking for my
biology again.
homegirl, like,
It
right
comes from
here.
biology again because you want a big, strong man who's able to protect you, right? You don't want some little wimp, right?
I mean, you gotta be bigger than me because I can throw down. So like, I can protect myself if I'm
There's
by myself.
that
so,
El
like,
Salvador coming out.
Hey, I'm talking about
Gloves are off.
self-defense. Absolutely just self-defense. I would never
Brazilians
initiate
are
a
good fighters as
random
well.
ass fight. Like,
Yeah. You do any jiu-jitsu? No?
No, I don't actually.
capoeira.
But I don't know if
So-
Oh, see, she does capoeira.
Silva,
so-
what do you bring to your man?
Oh man.
What qualities do you bring
So
to your
I
man?
was raised very traditional, so it's just kind of like I keep my home. I have a standard for the way I want my space to be, so that's just kind of a plus for him. It's not necessary. It's just like I do it for him too because one of my love languages is acts of service, like my main ones, but given and taken. So I appreciate that his act of service is providing for me, making me feel safe, and like just generally like a good partner. But then he gets the benefit of me reciprocating that and all types of acts of service, just generally making his life easier because I know it's easier for me to operate on that like level of efficiency.
And that's a big one, making our life easier. That's what men want, peace.
I love that. That's
They don't want to come home from working
it's really
hard
fun,
to draw
yeah.
drama.
It's
guys.
Drama.
I feel like you're
Jesus.
thinking of drama of like someone who just comes home and like, let's fight, la 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 la. Like I start arguing
in
drama,
your
like,
own
no,
words, what you exactly said
I
is
know, but that's for your
you
mind.
look, you said you will cause drama so you can trigger him off.
And then I explained to him what I meant by
This is
drama.
insane.
I was
All
making
you
a
want.
twist. I was making a twist on that. So like, that's not my thing either. I'm all about peace too. Like I would never want to stay with someone if I'm just fighting with them. Like I go
It's
away.
antagonizing.
Of course, that's not what I mean. Like drama in a
Because that
way of,
smirk
like,
on your face, it sounded like you like it.
I mean, we all have that
Is that
side.
what
We all
you
have that side in us, right? That wants to fight and everything. But obviously, like,
She's taking
it makes
Yeah, because what she thought she could come and like debate me, but she's already losing heavily. But we'll see.
Can I defend her real quick?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead,
I'm not a drama person at all, and this is probably why I'm single. But like the hormone that is released in women when they're having sex with a guy, that makes them fall in love. The same hormone for men is when they're stressed out, then they fall in love with women. So if you
Yeah,
wanted
that's
men to fall in
So you
love
want
with
to
you,
stress him out? to
stress
fall in
him
love.
out.
Got it.
So
Who told you guys this?
science. science.
Was it feminism again?
No,
Great
it's
argument.
Was
science.
it feminism?
Neurobiology, but
Yeah,
it's actually.
No, I don't. I think I don't.
I'm not. I don't like it either.
Is that because I've never heard of that bullshit in my life?
I've never.
Like a man triggered off to be stressed is gonna like you. I've never heard of that.
like bonds
It's probably not proven either because
Bad
I've never
advice.
heard of that.
I don't like it as
The
much.
I think it's
chemical
a challenge
is
to rise
called
to the occasion
oxytocin.
whenever
There we go,
it's properly
China.
presented. Because like I wanted to clarify earlier, yeah, I do make his life easier in many ways, and you know we have a great dynamic in all aspects. I didn't even know through this conversation I was gonna fall more in love with my boyfriend. But like,
Yeah, he's rare.
yeah, no,
You
honestly,
better admire him.
No, I do.
And if he fucks another chick, you better not leave him either.
Look, here's another thing. Whenever we first started dating, he was talking to me about his like, you know, potential situations, and I was like, I'm looking for monogamy. I can give you X, Y, and Z. This is what I bring to the table. This is what I'm looking for. If you don't want that, dope, leave.
Yeah.
Because I can go. I have time. I am a person that deserves.
Men are great liars.
Yeah.
And if your guy's
he
Armenian
talks to
and
me-
he's got money, yeah.
he talks.
And he's in LA.
Look, I have a lot of Armenian friends, so.
I know. I grew up in Glendale. I know all about Armenian culture. Like I know exactly like the.
So
the
your man,
process.
I'm guessing,
But
makes
he's
more
a-
than six figures
Oh
a year, yeah?
like he's chilling. We're good.
So he's a millionaire?
Yeah.
So, and you're telling me that if you found out that he fucked a girl that didn't mean nothing to him, you would leave his ass?
Honestly, yeah. Because I feel.
And you think that's a good decision?
Yeah.
For you
Because-
then to go back on the market and then date a guy who's probably less.
Here's the thing. I would rather
to do
not
the same
date.
thing.
I
That's
would
my
rather,
point,
no,
Simone.
because then I'd rather just not date. Because you know what? It's a value to him. Whenever I expressed myself, when we had an intelligent, deep, long conversation initially, once we started really having serious feelings for each other, I'm someone, like I said earlier, my number one red flag, someone that's not able to articulate themselves, that's not eloquent, that's not able to tell me exactly how they feel, that is honest, and that's something we share.
But you can't be honest.
Yes, you
You just
can.
proved it.
How?
Because if he turned around to you and said, Silva, I admire you. You are the woman of my dreams. However, from time to time, I'm going to fuck girls who look different to you, and it's just going to be just fun. You would have left his ass. Same way right now, you said if you found out that he fucked some girl that didn't mean nothing, you would leave his ass.
Yeah, because I'd be fine by myself forever.
So
unless
that's why
someone
men lie.
conforms to that.
That's why men lie, because women
But
can't
I have
accept the truth.
intuition. Like I've caught people cheating on me in the past, and I've just known. Like I just know there's a shift in the dynamic. My intuition is ridiculous.
Women have great intuition,
And- yeah,
but you're
no,
not
my
always going to feel
intuition-
it.
no, but
Men are
I-
smart as well, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm smart too, and
you're
I'm
talking-
grateful
Not
for
as
my
smart as a man.
intelligence.
Not as smart as your man.
I was raised by a Marine cop pastor man.
That's why
So
you're.
I learned.
That's why you're a
I
feminine
know
chick.
how to be. And I know how to be sneaky.
But with
when I was a
sexual
teenager,
cheating,
like I
be
had
the
not
same.
just to go do innocent things, like not even like to do anything crazy. I would have to maneuver
Yeah,
around.
but what's the point of that?
The point is, I know how to people lie. I know the energy of like lying, that imprint. It's like a taste in your in the tone. It's just I know what's good. Like you
But
can't.
between the
and
two
that's something.
cheating, sexual and emotional, they would both be out for you. You
Honestly,
would be done with
yeah,
both.
because it's like I would if I felt. This is what my boyfriend told me. He's like, if I ever feel like I need to step out, like I would tell you, and I would rather like, you know, give you that courtesy. And I'm like, after the conversation, because that's what I brought up as like a no factor.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna cheat, like I don't want to be with you, and like I don't want it to be like something that.
Well, whatever
So you
happens,
will go
I
back
wish.
to the streets and.
I'm not gonna go to the streets.
Yeah, you are.
trying.
That's
No,
the
you
free
gonna date
market is the
again?
streets.
You never date again after like. If
Yeah, I'm gonna
after
date, but it's like at this point in my life, like especially because of the business that I've done throughout my life, like I've networked a lot. Like I have people that I know, like not that like there's backups or anything, just I know the circles that the intellectual spaces. that I'm
Silva,
in
let me
are
tell you
enough.
straight,
But he's
darling.
saying all men cheat. So
Silva,
Well, I
if
wouldn't
you lost
even
your
wanna
man
be
right
with
now,
someone.
if you lost your man right now, I don't even know what your man looks like, but I can tell you admire him by how you talk about him, and I can tell he's a
nice.
top tier man. I'm telling you, if you lost your man tomorrow, he could replace you like that, and you could never find another man like him potentially. Yeah, that's the truth. You're 27. Yeah, like you know, you're still pretty, but you're 27. A man in that position. He's already, like, you know, he's dating a 27-year-old. He could be dating a 21-year-old.
He's told me the grand difference that he appreciates actually in being with me versus someone. His last girlfriend was 21, and
Cool.
like when
But I'm telling you that if he did step out, then I would say, even if I was your father and your brother, that it would be probably a dumb decision for you to leave him for some sex that was meaningless. However, I'm not going to go into it more.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go into like, you know, you're in a healthy relationship and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
And look, I'm not here telling men. I'm not here telling men to cheat. I'm not here telling men to cheat. Well, that's not what I'm telling guys to cheat. But I'm telling, like, we know that men are hardwired to like multiple women, right?
I get your point.
I'm telling men to be honest. Don't cheat.
Right.
Yeah, if you are going to get with a girl and you want to be open on your side,
That's
you
just
have to
so
be
disrespectful, because it's like also what you said earlier, like you're not even gonna invite me.
Give me a phone call. Like,
besides,
also women are emotional.
Where's the Uber,
so
then?
But
Give me an
here's the
hour,
thing.
chill out.
I think
go to the bar again.
a threesome with your main girl and a girl who doesn't mean much is probably a bad idea because what it is I'll tell you why. Because one, that's going to be fresh. That's going to be fresh pussy for him. Yeah. So look, when you ask a real man who's really going to tell you the truth, because majority of men lie to you guys in order to sleep with you guys. That's why you guys turn around and say,
keep us, apparently, is what he's trying to say.
I'm not going to go into that more. But look, men lie in order to get you guys. If you guys turn around and say, yeah, like, I love astrology, a man turns around, oh yeah, I'm a Pisces. Yeah, I love astrology. Right. But realistically, he don't give a fuck. Yeah. Men say what you guys want to hear. Yeah.
That's so funny you say that, because I was on a date with an older guy, and I always talk about like spirituality, like meditation. And so me and the guy, we was just talking about that. And I'm like, when you're going out on dates with other women, because I'm not the only woman you're dating, what do y'all talk about? He's like, well, we talk about whatever. I'm like, but how come you just talk about this with me? He's like, because this is what you like to talk about. You know?
See?
So
clever man. He's got charisma. He understands women. He has empathy. Right. He sat there and he's like, what do women like? Women like talking about themselves and their interests. So I'm gonna sit here and just agree with everything she says. Yep. But a man who's actually willing to take you serious is gonna sit there and be like, babe, I don't really care about this stuff.
We can tell when they're like, we can tell when they're not showing interest, actually, when they're just faking, and that's
can you though? Because if that was the case, you guys would have low body counts, you know, maybe sleep with 1 or 2 guys and be married.
And you guys might have good intuition, but not generally women don't have this.
But what's the big deal about body counts? Because that really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you, all right, ladies, body count doesn't matter for you guys. I get it. You know, I've spoke to girls many times, and, you know, girls ask me that my body count, I tell them it's crazy. They don't give a fuck. However, ladies, we are not the same. Men care about a woman's body count because you guys represent us. The last thing we want to do is go into a big hall or a place where you are meant to be with us and people are laughing behind our backs and his girl is a hoe. Yeah, his girl has been passed around. Also, the more men that a woman sleeps with, the less likely she's able to pair bond. Yeah, if you go look at women who are virgins who get with their guys, 80% of the time they die with their guy. Yeah. And then if you go look at women who have slept with more than 10 dudes, they're more likely to initiate breakups, more likely to cheat.
I have to kind of agree with him on this. And here's why. So I was on a date a while back with this guy, and he was so fucking stupid, man. And I was thinking, well, I gotta get laid. I'm just gonna do this. And all of a sudden, I had this epiphany. I'm like, wait a second. This guy might be inside me. What if there's a transfer of information? What if he's
epigenetic trash?
Right, like what if his stupidness gets transferred to me, or worse, what if he steals my intelligence?
I mean, it's
right?
Oh my God,
I will agree with you on body count.
Well, look, energy exchange.
But you don't know what kind of energy
everywhere, though. That's right now it's an energy exchange, though.
Look, energy exchange is a thing, but even if you didn't look at energy exchange, say you didn't exist energy exchange,
yes,
which it does, Even so, like, are you really gonna get with a guy who's inferior to you, who's gonna dumb you down and lead you to be a worse version of yourself? That's why we tell people out here, high value man's not just a guy who's got money. We know plenty of dudes who have money who can't get women. Yeah? In order to be a great man, you need to have the whole complete circle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
And then we
I
tell
don't know. I
guys.
think it's worth being selective. I feel like as a female, like I prefer to be very selective about who I'm with.
Absolutely.
Partly because of that, like
sure.
energy exchange, right? And there is a little bit of emotional tie or bond that happens.
And biology,
Right.
if back in the day, you had to be selective because that guy would give you a baby. You got to carry it around for 9 months and raise that baby.
Yeah.
Don't want to just go out there and have babies with anyone. Do you get what I'm saying?
And I think women need to stop focusing on if a man has money and focus on if he's generous with his money. Because a man can have all the money in the world, but is he generous and spends that money on you? That's what's important.
And is he a good man? Is he a good person?
Right.
That's a big one.
Characteristics
That's
as
the
well.
main thing.
Morals.
And that's a good question because you've brought up that there's been this shift in how men are treated. Like, how does that get fixed?
Well, it's not going to fix. In fact, we say it's only going to get worse. So what we try and do here on our daytime shows, we try and tell guys, you know, stop being a loser, stop playing video games, get in the gym, go and fuck as many girls as you can when you're in your early 20s so you can gain that experience and start to understand women. You know, don't waste time though chasing women. Gain charisma, you know, eat better food.
But from the female standpoint, what would you tell them to do as far as opening their eyes and perspective to the situation? Because you do bring up a really good point that everybody is shooting for the stars, right? And we're ignoring this big base of really good people.
Guys, really good guys as well. Let's be honest. Like, there's
Right.
plumbers and electricians out there, blue collar men that are really top guys. But unfortunately, majority of girls not interested in those guys no more. So what we tell girls on the panel is, it's either you're gonna have to lower down your standards, you know, or if you do want that top tier man, you have to be prepared to share him.
Well, you know
It's
what?
that simple.
I think
whether
it
he
is
wants to have
that.
multiple wives
Yeah.
or whether he wants to have just you and fuck other girls. Because I don't tell girls to be a side chick. You don't want to be a side chick because you're not going to gain nothing from that, right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But we tell girls, like, if you are going to be a main girl to a guy who's a top tier man, you know, if he does cheat on you and he still wants to be with you, come back to you, then you're more likely better to accept it because all men are hardwired to like that. Even that, in fact, ladies on the panel, raise your hand up if you even know average dudes that cheat. Yeah? Average dudes cheat. So imagine the top tier guy who has a multiple like options. I'll be honest with you, the top tier man is just going to tell you how it is. He's going to be like, look, I can date you. There's certain things I'm going to require from you. There's certain things you can't do. There's certain things I want you to bring to the table. I need you to be an asset, not a liability. However, from time to time, I'm going to fuck another girl. And if that's going to be a problem, it's probably best we just cut it off now. And
Well, that's the honesty, and that's what I appreciate. Like, being
but not many
honest,
women do
right,
though.
You know,
a lot
like,
of women
just
turn around
be
and you know they
honest
feel a
with
certain
it.
type of way because the truth is a lot of women, and look, don't take this the wrong way, guys, because men don't think we're special. I know we're not special, yeah, but unfortunately, and you said princess syndrome,
yeah.
but a majority of women these days think they are special, and they think they are special because they have top tier men fucking them. Yeah, and it's like, no, bro. Just because a basketball player fucked you or a UFC fighter, it doesn't mean that that's who you deserve.
Or
And
they're
even if you
listening
do
to,
get
like-
him, you better be willing to share him.
A
Because let
woman
me tell
should
you,
feel special though. Every woman should feel like they're the most important woman in their world. Period.
but once you qualify to that man, right?
No,
What
just
do you mean?
in general, like you should walk around like you're the prize, like you're the catch, you're special.
You're not the catch though. You're not the prize because we already said that there's much more of you than there is of like men who've got their shit together.
I think she means self-esteem.
Yeah, I guess that's
self-aware.
what.
With
Yeah.
Being
being,
self-aware.
knowing your worth.
But that's why I said to her,
having
in a
self-esteem.
relationship, once you qualify a girl and you know, look, this is another thing. We tell guys, don't take girls on dinner dates straight away. Like, how many guys I know who take girls to Nobu, Maestros, and it's like, you fucking idiot. Like, why would you take a girl that you don't even know about?
Yeah.
She could be the biggest hoe in LA. She could be hella annoying. She could be not a good person.
Right.
Go on a picnic date. Go somewhere where it's maybe a little
picnic
bit.
is too romantic. Let's just go get coffee. We
Coffee.
got it.
All
We
right,
got
cool.
30 minutes. I can see if I like you. If I don't like you, we can keep it moving.
What I like doing is I'll get a bunch
Yes.
of fruit and I'll say, let's go on a hike.
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, but hiking, that's scary too.
dangerous.
because
Men
That
can
is-
kill
that's
women.
dangerous,
Yeah.
Well, look, I'll tell you, maybe
Setting them up
maybe it
for
works for
failure.
me more than other men, the hike, because they can look at my social media and qualify me through my social media, right? But I do agree with what you're saying. If a guy doesn't have a social media, you're already like, oh shit, I want to go on a hike with this guy.
no.
It's
Be in the woods somewhere,
but look, whether it is, you can go on a popular hike. The last thing a man should do is ever take a girl to Nobu, Maestros, because what is you're already showing her chivalry when she hasn't earned chivalry.
it. Just like men haven't earned to be in my presence.
Exactly.
Well, I
So
actually.
both ways, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women have to earn chivalry. You can't just, like, can you guys say that majority of women are not good wives in 2023? Come on, let's be honest. So why the hell am I going to sit there showing chivalry when it's not even respected in 2023? Majority of men, I'm going to go to you, majority of men who turn up with flowers on their first date these days, they'll get laughed at. Within our grandparents
ridiculous.
and our great-grandparents, that's what the shit they did.
That's funny because the
That's a
guys that
good
do that, I do not be liking them. Like when they
Yeah.
show up with the roses, and it be the ones I don't like.
Exactly.
But the ones I do like, they don't show up like that.
Yeah, because women are hardwired to like Machiavellian traits in guys. Women don't like to be chased. Women like to chase. Yeah, and I know these days you guys say, "Oh, it's not true." You guys women always want to feel like they've got the best bet possible. Yeah, that's why I always say women should like the man more than the man likes the woman. Because women, when they don't feel like they have the best bet possible, they will look outside that
Absolutely
relationship.
not. I'm so loyal to my boyfriend.
But you
because
have the
of
best
fact-
bet possible, right?
Yeah, but here's
That's
the
my
thing.
point. If you had a loser, you'd still be looking outside. But because you've got a winner, you're like, you know what? I admire this guy. This guy is my man.
I thought you were saying that even if they have a top tier man, that they'll be like looking.
No. I said I said if they don't.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't hear that.
Bring me a tissue, please, guys. Getting a bit sweaty here. So Simone, did you say what you bring to the table?
Just my phone and water. Like I used to be one of them girls who, I'm a help a man and be supportive and do this, do that for them, and it didn't get me nowhere. So now I'm in my full feminine energy, and I just
But even in your feminine energy, you still need to bring something to the table.
I'm
You know when-
non-reactive.
you know
I don't
when-
be catching
yeah.
attitudes anymore. I'm non-reactive. I think before I speak. I support. I let a man lead. But as far as me like doing stuff, I'm not. No. For what?
We don't want you to do stuff as in like bring any resources or anything like that.
But see,
What
I
we
used to be
expect
that
from
one.
women is, because look, a lot of you guys going around the table, it's again clear to see that a lot of you guys lack empathy for men. Because you guys don't have good answers to say. Because if you guys ask me what women want in a man, I could just name them like I did. I could name them just off rip. But when I went around the table, some girls gave good points. Do you get what I'm saying? But a lot of the women turn around and say like, I am the table, I am the prize. And it's like,
We are.
but by default, you're not. Because if there's more of you than there is of a high status man, by default, you're not the prize because he can replace you and you can't replace
It's a
him.
losing strategy.
So you're not the prize.
Okay, can you bring it up that I'm here? She and I want to talk.
Yeah, I think Jennifer had something to
Jennifer,
say.
go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Jennifer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we kind of passed it. But going back, I was going to agree with you about the expensive restaurants and extravagant things very early on. That makes me feel like he's trying to distract me from actually seeing him.
Who he is as a man.
that's a good
Exactly.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So your perspective.
And I
Yeah,
feel like
distraction.
I love doing just like a coffee and walking, not sitting and staring at each other, like grabbing a to-go coffee, going for a walk. Sometimes it's only 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 2 hours. It just depends on how you vibe with the person. But I think like the simple first dates when you're getting to know somebody, because as girls, princess syndrome, you can get caught up in these extravagant things
And you miss out.
and that you don't realize like, oh wait, he's
Yeah.
kind of a douche. He's not really a good
Like, it's
guy.
a facade, you
he's
mean.
like he's doing these things because this is just maybe it's just what he does. It's not because he's doing them for me.
Yeah,
Right.
and you hit it on the nail. A majority of times, I've seen guys who throw around their resources. They lack in other departments as a man. They might not be physically fit. They don't have charisma. They're not good in the bedroom. Whatever it is, they need to throw money in order to get that woman. So for me, that's why it is a red flag.
Also, if you look at it too, you have to have a man know that like being in your energy, it's time. So like, I have to see if I'm valuing my time by allowing me to go on a date with you for 2 hours. We sit at a restaurant across from each other, looking at each other. What are we talking about? Versus 10 minutes dates. Let's go get some tea, coffee. if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I can keep it moving. You know?
True, less invested,
it's
right?
like, yeah.
I agree with
and
you.
I used to be,
Keep it
that
simple.
topic is very popular on social media, coffee dates versus dinner dates. And there's so many women that's like, no, he has to take me to dinner. And I used to be that woman. But I'm like, nah, let's do coffee, tea.
And also, I like, and then there's less pressure. Like, you don't feel like, oh, I have to get all dolled up. I have to get my hair blown out. I have to, you know, buy a new dress and
Yeah.
things that women used to do, you know, when they were excited to go on this like first date or whatever.
True.
And also that's us wasting our resources and
Yeah.
our time.
Because I got to do my makeup, my
like
hair.
and like Simone said as well, like the main thing she said, which was true, is like if she's not interested or he's not interested or it's not going anywhere, you guys can just get up and leave and go your separate ways.
Exactly.
But then in a dinner date, you know, it's a little weird.
Yeah,
You gotta wait for the bill to come. And, you know.
I'm telling the server, hurry up, please.
Yeah. Coffee's much easier.
Okay, this time we're gonna go around Simone's way. Simone, what's the minimum your guy has to make to date that guy seriously, and the minimum height? So the minimum a year wage and the minimum height.
I would say the minimum is like 500,000. We live in LA.
Okay, are you sharing that, man?
No.
Oh, monogamous?
Yeah, monogamous. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all want
You go,
y'all
girl.
want women to settle. Y'all want women to settle. We don't have to settle for anything. Whatever we want, we can have. Like that's what women need
and
to
that's why
understand
women
and set our
give
standards
women
up.
give the most terrible advice to other
That's
women.
why we have the delusional calculator.
Yeah, it's the delusional cat. But
Well,
okay,
let's be delusional.
500k. Yeah, well, you know, get the cat bags. Get the cat bags. Get on the cats, because that's where you guys gonna end up. 500k and minimum height. What's your minimum height?
Height
Height.
like 6'5". I'm like 5'9".
6'5".
My ex is 6'6", so
All right,
it's
cool.
like
Do you know what? We don't even need to go around the table. We're gonna start right fucking here. Does he have to be any specific race?
no.
He can be anything.
He can be
Even Asian?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've been liking.
You know, we've
it
had
for years.
ladies
I've
on the
been in
panel
LA.
for
I'm
some
like,
reason. Ladies don't like Asian men. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay, but it's to the top, bro. It's all the way. She broke the bar. Yeah.
broke the
Go
bar.
back up. Can he be fat?
No.
Okay, so go down.
He has to be in shape.
Can he be married?
No, hell no.
Okay, so exclude marriage. Click on exclude marriage. Get rid of that GoDaddy little thing as well.
I might fuck it up.
Okay, and what age?
The age doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah, but it has to be something, right? How
Yeah,
old are
I
you?
mean,
You're
27.
27. So what's the minimum and the maximum?
24 minimum.
24.
Yeah. I like young guys. I don't know why. I think that's like a.
And then
Guys that
what's
make 500,000 years.
Yeah.
and then what's the max? What's the
Yeah, 74 high. Don't settle.
what's the oldest? Simone, what's the oldest you would go?
Like 60.
60.
Yeah.
He can be 60.
Yeah, I like.
Okay. You just said you don't like older guys, and then you went hella old. Fuck.
I said
She does. She said she
Okay,
does.
any color or shade, keep going down and
Trying to widen
click
the
on
margin.
exclude obese, and then don't do it yet. And guys, this is why women are deluded. Majority of women going into their 30s are gonna stay single forever and
500
ever. Yeah.
500K at somebody's house in LA. So that's.
Bro,
That's a house.
Bro, you're crazy. You'll see now. All right, let's see how many make this cut. Find out. This is gonna be the craziest we've seen, 100%.
What's the percentage of this?
Your ideal man, go down. Probability. 0.0008%. So,
Oh my God.
Simone,
Don't settle.
Don't settle. Yes.
Don't settle, y'all.
Stay in touch with me because I want to see it happen.
It's
Don't
what
find
happened.
that.
Yeah, I
no.
believe
And
everything
look.
happens.
This is why you guys live in delusion, because you have a woman who's in a successful relationship next to her. Instead of giving her good advice and saying to her, you know what, Simone, I think you might need to lower your standards a little bit. You have a woman who should be, because you guys lie to each other all the time, yeah? Women don't keep other women accountable. That's why you guys need brothers and fathers
Because
in your
we're
life, yeah?
competing with him, man.
0.0. And look, the crazy thing is she thinks she's going to have that man to herself as well. And he
Right.
ain't going to cheat. So I would actually say...
That's an athlete. Let's like somebody that NBA, NFL, like.
All right, cool.
You're looking for
Now,
athlete.
now, Simone, tell me why that man should pick you instead of a 21-year-old version of yourself, yeah? Wait. Yeah, tell me why he should pick you instead of a 21-year-old version of yourself when you say you don't bring much to the table, yeah?
Because when I was 21, I was toxic as fuck. I was like arguing with men, degrading them, calling them out their name. I was living out my traumas. But now that I'm grown I'm older. and
But
I
do you
feel-
understand there's women who look similar to you who are 21 who don't bring that trauma and don't bring that attitude to their relationship? So why would he pick you, who doesn't even let him fuck other girls, over another beautiful young girl who doesn't bring no trauma, been through less guys, wants to cook and clean? Why? Why would he pick you?
Because it's me.
Yeah, and this is the delusion women have. It's me. Imagine right now, I just said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to eat Cheetos every day, jerk off, play video games, but I deserve a virgin bad bitch.
Yep.
Yeah? Tell us we deserve them,
deserve
right?
her, yeah.
We deserve her, bro.
that,
You know
yeah.
what? Fuck it. We're going to manifest that shit.
Manifest, yes.
That's the kind of shit that women say, and that's why you guys, majority of you guys are single and will remain single.
Your sign says mindset. Think it into existence. The power of the mind is infinite.
But you need to be realistic and work
That's-
towards it.
yeah. Yes.
Like, for example, work towards it. You need to make sure you're able to cook and clean. You're able to be submissive and feminine. You're able to
Why
let
do
him
I gotta
fuck
cook
other
and
women.
clean? If we making 500,000, I don't need to cook or clean. We can have a chef. We can have a personal cleaner. Like
So you bring nothing to the table.
I said I don't bring nothing to the
Yeah,
table.
so that's why you're saying, and he's never gonna pick you.
But
Watch.
also, that's not realistic because people who make that kind of money don't spend it as freely as you would think.
They will never go get a private chef when they're meant to have a good homely woman in their house.
yeah, and
Y'all
Yeah.
keep settling.
That's
I
an
won't.
expense.
And look, ladies, this is in life for you guys, because I know a lot of the girls on the panel actually agree with what I'm saying. I can see I'm looking round, yeah? This is the kind of delusion in 2023 men have to deal with. Yes? This woman brings nothing to the table. She's way past her prime. Let me just tell you guys.
I'm 27 and past my prime.
Yes.
Are you serious?
A woman's look. You can go look statistically. You look, ladies, and look. I'm not here like this is not to like this is not to trigger anyone off. They went and asked all women from 18 to 60 what is a man's prime. They said a man from 30 to 35 years old is a man's prime. All women said that universally, yeah? Of course, there was answers that were different, but majority of women said that, right? Yeah. Now, they went and asked a man the same thing, 18 to 60. What is a woman's prime? 18 to 24. Why? Because you're more attractive at that age, you're more fertile at that age, and simply, if I find a woman who comes from a good home at that age, she's not going to have trauma and have to heal and give me drama and issues.
She's not gonna have a hit list.
Fuck that. Why would I have to go work hard for 10 years, a decade, to go build myself as a man and then go get with a woman who doesn't admire and respect me?
Also,
So when
during
do we-
that time, you like women are less mature. They're more immature and they can be more submissive to men. Like women, when they pass the 24, they're like aware more of like.
It's not more aware, you become more combative, more bitter,
They
more
become
argumentative.
themselves,
More
they become
difficult.
themselves.
And look, let me tell you
It's
another
max,
thing. To
not
be independent as a
necessarily.
woman, yeah, let's be honest, to be independent as a woman, especially in business and stuff, you need to carry masculine traits in order to survive.
Yeah.
So women out there who are, getting older, they tend to be more masculine. And that's why majority of times you see billionaires, millionaires who are 30,
get younger.
35 years old with younger women. Why? It's nothing to do with manipulating. It's just to do with if I want to have a woman on board with me and I'm a leader, I want a submissive woman. I don't want to date myself. I don't want to have to come home and explain to my woman when I've achieved so much how it has to run and how it has to go.
Because the
simple.
person
No,
became
but
too rigid, basically.
No, but it also has to
As
do with
you're-
fertility.
Women
as they
become
get
more
older,
rigid
more
as they become
rigid,
older.
Not
Yes.
flexible,
Stuck in their
inflexible. Okay.
And look, I've noticed this with entrepreneur women as
No,
well.
I've seen it
women who are
because I was gonna
lawyers,
say, yeah.
women who are doctors, accountants. These jobs require you guys to be assertive. So what happens? You guys end up becoming
bring it
more
home.
masculine, more combative, and simply that's not a good bet for the man.
But that's not necessarily always true because I'm a business owner and I've had to be in a very difficult field and just kind of keep it pushing for my whole 20s basically. And my relationship's my escape from life. Like I'm not gonna take that energy into my relationship because the same way I don't want my man that's usually really logical and stoic
But
and
still,
whatnot in
that
work,
could be you.
then
yeah,
but that
majority
should
of
be
women,
that's a healthy exchange. and
majority of
dynamic
women
in
who
both people, though.
majority of women who have been in business for years and have to gain those masculine traits, they find it incredibly hard to separate those from their relationship. Also, as a man, say for example, I was your brother now. Would you realistically tell me to go for a woman who's 31 rather than 21? What gains am I going to get from that? It's
I mean,
all
it
down.
could
It's all
be-
bad.
Not necessarily, because then you both have like a degree of emotional intelligence that you share through experience and life, and just.
But I want her to gain I want to lead her and teach her how
You
to
have
be.
a good point, because if it were my brother, I probably would tell him to date the
You're
younger
21.
woman.
Imagine he was your
you know,
son.
and
You're
I
going to
just-
tell him to go for an older woman rather than a younger woman.
I
Imagine
hate
he was your
him,
son.
no.
I hate
but
to
if
even
it's the
say
same
that,
age,
but
like-
it's like you
But
would
what could a younger woman do for your brother?
less
that,
baggage,
We d-
maybe? I don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
Thank
But
you.
then imagine a
Less
woman
baggage.
that's healed
I
from
hate
all
to-
of
I-
that.
I hate
though.
that I
Ladies,
even
we don't care
think
about
that.
your
I'm sure,
resources.
but
we
I'm
don't
sure
care
that's
about.
true.
Look,
I hate
if
to
a
even
man
think
cares
with my
about your
brother,
resources,
yeah,
red
I
flag.
think I would.
cancel that date. If a guy starts asking you how much you make and all that, bro, get off that date. Why is he so
That's true.
interested?
Why are you worried about
If
that?
I'm trying to be a protector and a provider for you, in all respect, and
matter.
look, hardwired, honestly, I don't care what women do. For example,
true.
like you can start talking to me about holistic health. That's something I'm into. So yeah, I will take interest in that. But in general, when women turn around and say, yeah, I do this and my business makes that. And you know, I've dated older women, and a lot of times they want to challenge me, compete against me.
yeah.
And it's like,
Competition.
You're
That's-
wrong.
like, why am I dating a man? I don't want to date a man. I want to
That's
date a
true.
woman. Do you know what I'm saying?
And woman,
Why
and
would
she
you
was
ask
probably
the table
why
question?
am I dating a
then?
woman?
Sorry?
The whole
probably
bring to
thinking
the
the same
table.
thing
That's
like
such a. That I mean, I'm not. I feel
Because
like
I don't want you
asked
to
that
bring
question.
what I bring. I want you to bring your submissiveness.
Okay.
I want you to be able to cook, clean, be nurturing.
Maybe it's my
intuition.
bad for in like interpreting that as like, oh, he wants me to give 50 energy.
Yeah, that's how I
No.
would.
Maybe, and I'm not
No.
blaming you for
No.
me interpreting it this way, but that's how I'm like, oh, he's a little bitch boy. That's what I think when I hear someone ask that.
But
That's why we
if a
asked
mas-
you the
interesting
if a
that you
masculine
don't
man
want
asks
to
you
say-
that, it's because one, he's not, more than likely men are not going to really ask that. We're on a podcast, right? I don't go
Right.
on a date and say to a woman, oh, "What do you bring to the table?" I actually observe and I see how she maneuvers around me, and then I take note, right? Just like you guys should, yeah.
But
Opposite.
what you're asking for, I think, is healthy femininity.
Exactly
but
that.
you call it submissive, which is not really the same
Femininity
thing.
and
It's
submissiveness
same
is the
thing.
main thing
Really?
of femininity. Yes.
It is submissive. Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
cornerstone
The
of
guy is
femininity.
the captain of the ship,
Yeah.
and the girl gets to sit
Exactly
while he
that.
rows the boat or
Yep.
steers the boat.
Interesting.
Yes.
I can tell this is a new concept for you.
Well, you know, when you think of femininity, you think of nurturing, you think of empathy,
Intuition.
Yeah, you don't necessarily think of being in a submissive position with those traits.
Well, by
right?
default,
I
if you're
mean,
with a leader and a guy who's protecting and
submit.
providing for you, you're
Yeah.
submitting.
You naturally
right?
That should be
submit because you
innate.
trust them.
But
He's the
how is
leader and you
female
follow.
energy submissive?
It
I
is.
guess
It's a
that's
cornerstone.
where-
Being submissive is a cornerstone of being feminine.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
No, I'm just
Ju-
trying
just-
to define what
Just
we're
like
talking
being
about.
dominant, is the cornerstone of being masculine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I used to be a competitive
As a
athlete
term.
when I was younger in high
What
school.
did you used to do?
I was a gymnast.
Nice.
And I literally like had the chin up record in my high school when I was
Oh.
in 9th grade. You know, out of all the high school girls and boys.
Yeah.
You know, so I've had to work quite a bit on like leaning in to the feminine energy. And it's not like I was totally hyperactive as a kid, like, you know, and my mom put me into sports instead of putting me on meds. And yeah, because there are women who naturally gravitate towards masculine energy. And I definitely was one of them, you know, junior high, high school.
Because you're used to competing.
Well, because I was used to competing. And even
Yeah.
like, I remember I used to like race the boys at school.
But you used to lose, right?
Not in high school. Like by the time I got to high school, I didn't want to race them because then I was interested in them. But like in elementary school, before, when like in elementary school, when all the boys and girls are relatively the same size before they hit puberty,
Yeah.
like I was the tough chick.
More competitive.
I was
Yeah.
well, I was the one that the girls would go to in the schoolyard to like go beat up the boys if there was something going down. You know, and now I'm like at the complete 180.
You seem pretty feminine to me, honestly.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
How
actually
did you
sitting
do
here
that?
scratching my head thinking why you're still single.
yeah, how did you make that switch?
Well, I did a lot of like you
Inner
know
work.
personal development and
Yeah.
also learning because I was realizing, you know, when I was younger, I was like, why aren't I in a relationship? Why aren't I attracting relationships? Like what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And I realized like I'm really tough, like compared to
Yeah.
all my girlfriends and like my hero was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I wanted to be this like badass, like superhero bitch. And
society pushes that as well. We push the whole independent, strong woman, and it's all a lie in the facade because
Boss
even
bitch.
the women,
It makes our lives
even
harder.
people like Cardi B, even the women like Beyonce comes down and says irreplaceable, independent woman. You're lying to women. You've been cheated on 100 of times,
That's why
and
she
you
made
stay
Lemonade.
there and you shut your mouth because you know your role. Yeah, but you know she'll
She
go
didn't
out
shut her
there.
mouth. She made a whole album.
She's still winning. She's still winning. And look, this is another thing about cheating as well, right? When a man cheats on his woman, he doesn't embarrass her really. How many guys do we know? Kobe Bryant, he's still a legend. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Guys will cheat on their wives and we'll still value them as a top guy. And we never think, his woman's stupid. However, when it happens the other way around, destroys the man. Look at Will Smith right now. I know you guys are ladies, but in the man's world, Will Smith is forgotten. He's done.
Finished.
He's just, yeah.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even from my perspective, I would see the same
See?
thing.
But
Yes,
And I loved
agree
Will
with you.
Smith. Growing up, Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying? I saw him as a
Pursuit of
masculine youth.
Happiness. Are you kidding?
Also,
Yeah, that's another top film.
Yes.
Yeah.
in
We
my
actually spoke about that
And that's what he
recently.
was doing, basically.
Sorry,
in
yeah,
that
go ahead,
movie.
It's
Simone.
okay. In my community, we like to use like our statuses, like what we've been able to achieve, or our businesses, and we're a boss, and we're like independent. And I just learned that doesn't get us nowhere.
No.
That does
men
not get
don't
us
care.
nowhere. Like, I'm a boss, bitch. I got all these businesses. I drive this. They don't care.
Men don't like
and I
that.
had
They
to
don't
learn
like
that.
that.
yeah.
I used to be one of them girls like, I drive this, I do this, I do that, thinking that's like a man's
Attract a
gonna
man.
like,
Yeah.
but no.
And look, ladies, I'm not here as well saying that, older women can't get a top tier man or older women can't get a great man. I know plenty of older women who have. It's just less probable. So what I tell women who have maybe children or maybe a little bit older is just make sure you're more of an asset to him. If you are an asset, you bring him peace and you do everything right, trust me, you will retain that man. Go ahead.
Can I hear from you guys, like, what do you expect from a woman? Like, you ask, it's like, what can we bring to the table,
But
right?
he just
like,
You just kind of said it, but
I
that's
mean,
weird.
just sum it
I
up.
can list it down for you if you want. I want her to be able to cook and clean. I want her to be fit. Me preferably, because I've worked hard and I think like I do have the right to be picky. I want a woman who's young because I want to have children. Me, I understand that older women can be good women, but I don't go with possibility. I go with probability. I'm a numbers
These are all
guy.
external factors, though, and what happens though is later on you
It's not
realize,
all external.
well, age,
Yeah, but
looks,
I named another
fit.
bunch of stuff. Well, being fit.
it's external.
Okay. Well, intuition,
Also, I think-
nurturing,
Being healthy
intuition,
isn't
nurturing.
See, that's the thing that where I feel like where we kind of clash a little bit. It's like a lot of guys who are just super logical. They just say like, "This is what I want in a woman," and so forth. But then they lack that
That's why we
awareness.
built the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yeah,
we go off
and that's
logic.
how it destroy too.
And you know what? Great men go even more off logic. Because I've sat there and dated older women
mean,
and it hasn't
creation
worked
and
well. So I'm like,
destruction
you know
goes
what?
together.
I'm going to go with
Absolutely.
what's more probable. I'm not going to go with more possible. Look, like I said, Jennifer seems like a feminine lady. She's an older woman. It's possible, right? It's possible. However, it's
But why
not.
she's single?
I'm in a
Well, hopefully. And look, like I say to you guys as well, you need to make good picks on men. Look, if a guy ends up being a sucker, you can't just blame
No,
that
I'm just
man.
not-
You have to also blame yourself because you guys pick the man that you deal with. Yeah. Yes, women pick sex, right? You guys pick who has sex first. Yeah. Otherwise,
we
if a
do.
man picks, it's called. Yeah. He
Yeah.
goes to jail. She's like confused. A man
no,
can't.
no.
A man can't pick who to fuck, yeah? Women pick who fuck,
we
yeah?
get to
I mean, just
But,
finding
but
sense.
men pick relationships. So after we fuck, the man sits there and decides,
if we're in a
am I going to take this woman serious?
Yeah.
Or is she just going to be fuck only zone? Because, just like you guys have friend zone and you guys have serious zone, men have fuck only zone and we have serious zone. And if we don't see you as a serious partner, a relationship, not a partner, because we're not the same, then
This is
I'm
not a
going
partnership.
to disqualify you and I'm just going to put you in the fuck only zone and we're going to have fun until it goes to the end of the road.
Or
and
it
that's
changes, because like on my first date with my boyfriend, it was just to catch up as friends. Like I mentioned, we've known each other for a long time, and this was in the beginning of the year. And we expressed a mutual attraction to each other because we hadn't seen each other in a while. And I was also similar to you, like very masculine, doing lots of like camping and like that literally survival mode. And so now that I'm like a healed woman, like it's a different energy exchange we had. And so we were both in a place where we didn't want to be in a relationship, and we were just so happy to see each other, and like the vibes were the same as when we were 20 years old, like, you know.
But you've known him for a long time, right?
Yeah. So
it's very different if you've known a man for a long time.
So that's a thing too, guys. Like, don't disqualify your friends. Don't be scared to like take it there. I know people are like, oh, I don't want to ruin the friendship. Like, I don't think it's really ruining the friendship if you trust that the person is emotionally intelligent, because then you tried something that's like.
And there's not going to be a friendship with that male.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something though, Silva. In your case, very, very rare, because I guarantee you all the girls are going to agree with me, but majority of times when a girl makes a man a friend, he stays in that group.
Yeah.
Rarely, ladies, do you guys put a guy in a friend zone and he escapes that friend zone. So
you guys are missing out. There's
but honestly, we tell men that women are useless as friends. Like, I would never keep a woman friend around. Like, you guys bring no value to a man as a friend, and I'll tell you why. If we walk on the street together and someone abuses you, I have to protect you. If we go to a restaurant together, naturally, as a masculine man, if I'm with my friend and we eat, I pay. I'm not going to let another woman pay. It doesn't matter whether it's my woman or not. That's how masculine men are.
And all women are going to think you're with
all my friends have
exactly. So it closes your options even more. Actually, you say that, but sometimes it can open your options.
Oh, really?
Women, in my personal experience, which I know is an unpopular opinion, I think women tend to go for a man who's able to get lots of women, who has lots of women around him. Women tend to feel more comfortable, and I've seen that with me. Like, I have multiple girls, so like when girls see me with other girls, they're like, oh shit, he must be cool. He's cool. Otherwise, he wouldn't have these tons of girls around him, hanging around with him.
I've seen that too.
But I stay.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Well, yes, but also it depends what you're looking for. Like, for me, the most important thing is somebody who's intelligent, because I'm very intelligent and I want somebody who can, keep up with me.
Or teach you.
Me.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's very
stimulate your mind.
Stimulate.
Absolutely.
And somebody we can, learn and grow together and whatever. But, I lost my train of thought. But
we can come back to you, it's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I think women get so focused on height and looks and status and all of these things, when the reality is you're looking for a good man who's going to provide, be a good dad, be a good husband, and the pretty package isn't necessarily going to be that person. Like, I tend to like nerdy guys because I like guys who are smart. I also like to be the pretty one.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's why we single, because we looking at everything.
pretty
I want to feel like I'm the if people see me with him, I don't want them to be like, what's he doing with her? I want to be like, wow, how did he get her? And I know I'm no supermodel.
Do you prefer
But you know what, Jennifer? That normally doesn't work like that. When a woman feels like she's like above her man, or like he's punching, it never lasts.
I don't
a woman
mean
has
above.
to feel like
No, he has other. I'm okay. He has other things to bring to the table. It's not about his height. It's not about his looks. It's not. I'm looking for the traits that I'm looking for. Of course, there has to be chemistry. There has to be attraction. Yeah. But there's chemistry and attraction with people that you don't think you would be attracted to once you get to know them. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I do have a lot of empathy towards men. I don't believe in toxic masculinity. I believe in toxic feminism, because that's what's happening right now. And I really do give guys the benefit of the doubt. And when I was on the dating apps and stuff, there was an average, I heard a statistic about how, women will swipe no, 80%.
95% of the time.
Okay, I was going to say.
And men swipe, I think it's 90% of the time. Yes.
Yeah, and for me,
let their pets do it and make videos about it on social media.
I give the benefit, I really look, I don't go on their photo and that's why people go so quickly, because they usually just go based on the photo.
Yeah.
I want to know, what did they write? What are they looking for? Are they looking for the same value, same things as me? And when I had very clear things that I was looking for: marriage, children, like-minded traditional values. And it's amazing how many guys just don't read. They just click on your picture.
I'll tell you why, darling.
And
Because just like you, for you guys, yeah, when you guys, see a man, you guys want to qualify him, like, has he got ambition? Is he interesting to speak to? Like you said, is he competent? Is he intelligent, right? But the first thing we see is just looks. First of all, off rip, your main value as a woman is looks.
Yes, but my point is they're like floored when I don't want to meet them because they don't want the things that I want.
Yeah. That's understandable.
And it's like, but I was very clear.
Yeah.
Like,
Jennifer, I have a question to you. Do you prefer more the masculine type or the prince type?
the prince. Oh no,
Yeah.
like my. I'm from a small town in Canada. My dad's in construction. Like hunter gatherer, masculine men type is.
Ra Maria, I came to break it to you, but majority of women are not like you. Majority of women like a very masculine man. And even you, I would actually argue to say if you was
I like the prince type more.
You say that, but I guarantee if you was in the presence of a great masculine man, he'd probably have you in shape
a lot
in
of the
no time.
masculine guys I've had
or
were
he would
just,
leave you
were just
instantly
liars.
because you
A
like
lot of the
drama,
masculine
right?
guys I've met were liars. They just put up a front. They put all this masculinity, but they're just.
But the whole point of being masculine is being honest.
Inside.
The whole point of being masculine is being honest and assertive and telling you it how it is.
It's about embodiment. Not everybody can embody. It's really easy to put a big ego outside and just to be that person, but in reality, it's just facet. And when we shut down all the facets and we come to the true self, that's what I want to see.
So can you give me an
I
example?
think you're confusing
Can you give me-
machismo with masculinity because they're two totally different
Can you give me an
things.
example of what you're saying?
I'm saying like a lot of people are really good with personality. They can put all these facets and they're like,
So it's a lie.
this qualities.
So it's a lie?
Personality. Huh?
So it's a lie.
It's a lie because the true self
Well,
is
isn't
the
it down
core.
to you to see those lies, right?
Huh?
It's down to you to see those lies if he's lying to you.
I mean, I'm saying that like I don't like when I see at the end that these are all lies. Like if you put all these facets on just to put all this masculinity, that's not real masculinity.
So
Real
in other words,
masculinity is
you don't like fake masculine men.
Real masculinity is the vulnerability inside, or
No, it's not.
unless you can embody
Masculine
like your
men are
true
not
self.
vulnerable at all. That's where you're fucking up. That's why you're single. Masculine men are not vulnerable. Imagine right now, we were on a plane right now, yeah?
but also-
we were on a private jet, and the pilot come out of the cockpit, and he was like, guys,
This to me is not
we're
real
about to go through
masculinity.
storm
A guy
right
who
now.
doesn't listen.
I don't know. What's it?
I know, but also wait.
Someone who doesn't listen to me, like a man who doesn't listen to me, that's not real masculinity.
But
I
if-
go away.
But if you're talking shit
If
to a
you were
masculine
my
man,
boyfriend and we were trying to date, I would be like, get out of here, like real, because woman wants to be listened. Like if you just run on me and you're not listening to what I'm saying, or you're just tweaking in your mind, woman wants empathy, like compassion, like listening.
but if you're gonna sit there and
humility.
talk and not make sense about what you're saying, yeah,
Because you're
then
rationalizing,
a
not
masculine man is gonna
everything-
tell you, you know what, babe, you sound like an idiot right
Because
now.
not everything is just logic and rationality. It's a combination of things. Like the way
Most
how
things are
nature
logical.
works, the way how the universe works is we're water, we're earth, we are air, we are fire, we are all of that. So it's embodiment
Listen,
of
listen, forget
everything.
all that
It's
spiritual
not
shit,
just-
yeah?
It's the real
Ah,
shit.
we're not in a dream
The
world
name
right
of
now.
That's the
the
real
name
world.
of the podcast is the natural,
You know this,
natural
you
and
know
fast.
this.
Look,
That's what
come
we're
back to the
going
real
for.
world. Logically,
We're sending to higher dimensions right now. We're no longer in those.
Look, what you're saying don't make sense because you said if a masculine man sits there and lies and makes a facade, and I'm telling you that obviously if a man's sitting there lying to you about him being masculine, then obviously he's not masculine.
They have a big ego, but they're not. That's not who they are. Like the personality of the self is not who they truly are. And some people can really be good at personality and putting all.
But it
these
doesn't make
facets
sense what
in
you're saying.
acting.
I don't think
So
she's dealt
acting
with
is
the real-
it's a lie.
So they're not really masculine.
So they're not really masculine.
Exactly, that's
That's
what I said. Bro, you are
I'm
like, bro.
but they embody the masculinity.
Are we here right now?
They embody the. You talk really fast. That's not how my heart works. I need to listen. Like, hold on. This
Okay,
is
I'll
true
talk slower.
rationality. That's
Maybe my
not
accent.
how this process.
But I'm telling you that masculine men are not vulnerable. Yeah, and in fact, if your man is feeling vulnerable and needs to open up and talk to someone, we tell the man to go speak to his male friends. Yeah, a man who can understand a man's position, because women don't really understand a man's life. One, help that, right? But if a man is emotional and always upset and comes back to you and tells you his problems, women tend to lose respect for that man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yep.
You say that, but you're subconsciously, what you say and what you do is different. In fact, we've had girls on the panel who have said that when they saw their man cry for the first time, their pussy never got wet for him ever again.
Oh my goodness.
No, but look.
It's reality, though.
No, it's reality. And let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I don't
either. That's
Look, let me tell you something, ladies.
She has no heart. She has no heart.
Ladies, let me tell you something.
I have
It's
empathy for
unfortunate.
men.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
horrible.
But you guys are hardwired like that because you guys don't want to see your leader be weak.
Yeah,
The
that's
same
why
way,
I wanna
the
look
same
at
way
it.
I was using an analogy right now. Imagine a pilot came out to us. We were on a private jet, and he was like, "Ladies, we're going through a storm right now. I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm nervous.
Like
Would
this
you really be
weak-ass
confident
man.
in that man?
No.
You wouldn't. You'd be like,
like
fuck.
That's just
Weak
not
ass
professional.
What if somebody's breaking in?
It's just like, if
how
I could be
you
a woman
communicate.
pilot,
Yeah,
she
but
would have
if
to like
there's-
keep
if
her
there's just a
composure and not be like,
point-
we're going down.
If there's just a
like,
low
I tend
point
to
in
think
their
even those
life-
jobs
No,
are better run by men who are more logical than emotional.
Sure, you're
break-in.
talking.
It was
you're
also
talking about
accessibility for
tasks.
If I needed a
Like,
pilot to
recently.
fly my plane, I'm picking a man.
Use
over
a
a
break-in analogy.
You don't know
'cause
who's
that's-
flying your plane really until you're on your
No,
flight.
we had a woman
typically,
recently,
yeah.
innit? And I said I was praying.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like in a break-in situation, right? Like if there's an intruder that came into the home, the expectation is that the man is supposed to be the one to
Sure, I
respond.
So it should be.
understand that, but there should be some ability for a woman to support
Absolutely.
her
Yeah.
man if he's having a down period
But in
or
what way?
somebody died in
Throughout
the
the
family.
journey.
So is
Yeah,
that
some
by
sort of
supporting him? Are you taking on his responsibility, or are you?
No.
Desiree, I
helping
said
him?
that right. A death in the
You're
family.
standing by him.
A death in the family is
Yeah, or
normal. You're
something.
gonna show emotions.
Sure.
It's
To me, masculinity is being able to express that, not to suppress. To suppress is to actually fake masculinity. That's my point.
No,
That's
she's
what I was
saying-
trying
he's
to
saying
That's
that
why you've
he's
never made a
expressing
masculine man
grief.
because masculine men are stoic. We're not gonna sit there and open up to you and cry to you. If someone died, if someone died,
they can't explain.
Maria, if someone died,
They
that's
can't
different,
explain.
right? It's actually inhumane for me not to show no emotions if someone died, right? But if my business is fucking up and I have something that's going on and I'm going through a lot of stress and I'm upset, I'll go speak to sellers. I'll go speak to Fades. I'll go speak to one of the
would
boys.
you ever speak to your woman though about the stress? That
I'm never
you're-
gonna break down to my woman and let
Not
her
break
see
down,
me weak.
Not break down, but would you just confide?
Let me
in
speak
Well, look,
on that.
even in business, why would I go to my woman and be like, business ain't looking
can
too
I
good
speak
right
on
now?
that?
What I would do is I'll bounce back as a man. I'll work hard, make sure I bounce back in business, and she won't ever know.
Let me speak on that. So my ex, he does real estate, and the reason our relationship didn't work out was because he was coming to me about all his problems in his business and just expressing everything to me, like trauma dumping, everything that was going on in his business. And I started to lose respect for him. I started to look at him differently, like, why are you coming to me? Like, you look weak as hell. Like, you know what you got to do. Go and fix it.
Would
So
you
it's
go to
like-
him if you were in a similar situation though?
Yeah.
To confide in
Yeah,
him?
that's fine.
Well, I'm just curious.
If my woman can come cry to me,
Yeah,
I'll
for
always be
anything.
supporting. And like even what Maria said, I'll be there to hear her. Well, I know sometimes women just want to be heard. Yeah, they don't need advice. You look just want sometimes just to be heard. If it's a situation where I need to give advice, I'll give advice. But if you're emotional about a situation, yeah, come cry to me. However, your Superman, your leader is not going to come and cry to you.
I still feel like I would be supportive of my man if he was in a down period and just needed to confide in me. Like,
Yeah.
sure,
But
it's a big
is it
difference
a good-
between doing it all the time and just having a momentary, like,
I hear that,
Here,
Desiree.
that's
but
not the
Is it not
relationship, right?
better for a man to not take that chance when biologically women tend to lose respect to when a man shows his weakness? Yeah.
Not necessarily.
I don't think a
I'm
lot
telling
of
you,
women
look,
are
maybe
like
not with
that,
you,
know?
not with you,
reality,
but
though.
look,
That's
we've
very
had girls on the
common.
panel, like I
That's
said, who
very
have said they
common.
saw their man
More
cry.
often
To
than
me,
not.
honestly, that's kind of appalling because it means
Have you
that
seen your man cry?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is where we go
Over
back to
what?
the women not
Over
having empathy.
Over what?
We've had a very deep
Over what?
conversation. Just
Over
like
what?
just it was like an intimate conversation, and it was like like they were tears of joy. But
Yeah,
like,
I've had my
it
exes
was
no, that's
cry.
it.
no, but like you're crying, like you're crying.
Ladies, stop the show.
Stop,
Stop
what?
the show.
And
Stop
he's
the show.
also
No.
That was the first.
No. Tears of joy, yeah. Tears of joy and tears of upset, and it's completely different.
I have seen him cry.
Being upset?
Yes, and we
Okay.
were talking about.
'Cause the way you said it
No.
was like,
I was
nah.
gonna say in the same respects, I was there for him, emotionally available, because we have that level of intimacy and connection that we can talk about deep things, and like get into it as people. Like
Now
that is
I'm
my
like,
person.
Why are you crying? Get up. Why is you crying?
I have to
like,
disagree because
And I agree with you.
man.
My
Like, get up, do your work.
No,
you know,
'cause
a
he's
man's
so-
life is
he's
hard.
so
We already know a
masculine.
man's
Yeah,
life is hard. Get on with it.
No, absolutely. And you know, the most of the time we can laugh about
I
things.
agree with
you know,
because when my ex, who I was with for 10 years, when he had times when he was down, it was super rare, and he came to me and just had a crying moment. I appreciated that vulnerability,
Yeah.
and I was happy to be there to give him whatever support I could give him.
Exactly.
But it didn't happen all the time.
No,
like it was
no, it
super
was
rare.
one time,
and
but,
I
like,
never.
still.
But that's the key. In addition to finding a woman to support you, you need someone who's going to be emotionally intelligent enough to be a little bit of a rock for you when you have a hard time.
look at 300.
Not that it's going to happen
Look
all
at
the
300.
time.
Like the wife and husband dynamic was
Right.
that
Fake.
like
It's fake.
I mean,
Relationships,
yeah, but,
that's
like,
Disney. Disney's
no, it's
brainwashed
not
you again.
No, not necessarily.
not
That's
like
in
that.
the actual text of how the Spartans ran their
You
lives and their
deserve to
Spartans were stoic men.
Sure,
not always with their women. Their women
You know
was
what
their
it takes to
confidant.
raise a
It
like
was the
actual
whole
Spartan though,
pilot
like
of
the process.
everything,
and
right?
yeah,
that is
that's a
actual
Disney. That's I agree.
history.
That's a Disney.
Disney.
But I think men.
That's why
should-
Disney's also told you that your man's never gonna fuck another woman. Again, it's Disney. It's not true. He's gonna like other women.
Yeah, but I feel like a man should be able to have that moment of vulnerability with his woman, even if it's just like
Your
we-
relationship's your safe
I get-
space.
yeah, it is. It's just
Desiree, I get that, but on this podcast, we don't teach men or women about coulds, woulds, or
I
shoulds.
get it.
Real world
We teach them
reality.
about reality,
Yeah.
what happens.
And we
Yeah?
No,
speaking
you're right.
generally.
You're
And-
right.
and unfortunately-
Generally, and you're
Yeah.
right.
Majority of
Generally
times,
speaking,
yeah.
you're probably. I get that. Generally speaking,
So
you're
it's
right.
probably a best bet. Like if you had like a son, or like probably it's not a woman's role to say it, but a man would, like a dad would teach his son, like, son, don't cry in front
Well,
of your
let me
girl.
ask you this.
Like if you like, I'm not saying don't be emotional in front of your girl. There's gonna be times where you're gonna show happiness, you're gonna show upset, sadness, but to sit there and really like that kind of thing.
Is that
like,
where your friends
Yeah, that
come
shouldn't
in?
be the mentality.
Yes.
That's where
and
your
let me tell
friends
you,
come into play.
men don't judge other men. A man can cry in front of another man if that's his true friend. You really think a man's gonna turn around and be like, oh, he's a bitch? No. In fact, if we do think he's a bitch, like, and crying over something that's
We'll let him know.
meaningless, we'll let him know, bro. You're acting like a bitch right now.
So
like,
that's more of a friend role, you're saying, where
Well,
you would
men-
count on your buddy to like.
it not
Men
better
hold
from-
other men accountable.
Exactly.
accountable. Like,
Okay.
look, even in my circle, I call my other friends fat. If I get chubby, I get called chubby. Like, bro, you're starting to look chubby. You need to get back in the gym. Yeah. If one of my friends acts like an idiot in front of a girl, I'm gonna tell him. Women never keep other women accountable.
Right.
That's an
Ever.
interesting
In fact, I've heard you
perspective,
guys
yeah.
call each other 9s and 10s, and it's like, nah. Do you know what I'm saying?
So
it's not
is
true.
that why if you look at clothing, for instance, like if you go to the men's section versus the women's section of any online website, all the men are fit. But you go onto the
They're
women's
fat.
side, it's
women are
changed,
fat these days, and we're fine about it. Like, and it's not fine.
But you're saying a lot of that has to do with the mentality of men holding other men accountable.
Correct. Men are logical, and we say it how it is. Yeah. We look. The truth is, if you're a loser as a man, life hits you straight in your face.
You don't
get
there's
pussy.
no leeway.
You don't have a
Yeah.
social circle. You are slacking in life. Yeah. However, if you're a woman and you're a loser, you don't get called. You don't get held accountable. How many women we're out here calling Lizzo beautiful, stunning? She's highly overweight. She's not a good-looking woman. But we're out here saying, yeah, you go, girl, and this and that. Women don't.
That's toxic, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, because we don't do that for anorexics, but we go to the other.
and even we tell
extreme.
other women on the
Yeah.
panel,
not consistent.
name something
It
that.
isn't. It's not consistent. It lacks consistency.
Like, we tell women on the panel as well, we've done a thing where we say to the woman, like, rate the girl next door, next to you, and say it's one thing that she could improve on. Women find it so difficult. So difficult.
Well, back
Because
to
we
that.
don't know these women.
And
If
also
it
Because you're
was-
emotional as well, right?
And we're
Yeah,
more
we don't
sensitive
know.
than men. We, like,
Yeah.
What's that?
we're more sensitive.
Yeah, you
than
are,
men.
you are,
We're
you
more
are.
emotional. So guys can talk to each other in a way. Women have to be very careful.
Oh my gosh.
And also-
Diplomatic.
Sugarcoat.
But also-
Diplomatic.
You can trigger a woman. It can be like when you're closest friends. If you say the wrong thing,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That can
like
ruin a whole
it
friendship.
can ruin the friendship. Can be over. Like
Yeah.
you have to be really careful. And I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm not gonna.
But would you say majority of women are?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yes, I think so because we struggle so much that we want to help build each other up because we know.
But isn't helping each other also keeping each other accountable? Like, for example, if your girl's starting to get overweight, shouldn't you not turn around to your girl and be like, girl, you're looking fat. You need to get back into shape.
I actually had a situation where in my friend group, one of our friends was starting to.
Yeah.
And another friend mentioned it to me. But, you know.
Amongst you guys.
But yeah.
You guys are right.
No, but listen.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to help my friend. I never said a single thing to her. I invited her to work out with me every single day for a few months. And she got back in shape. I didn't have to say
That's
a single
great
thing.
idea.
So
but
it
yeah,
wasn't direct.
But look, women respond differently. I do agree with you there. Like, look, even me who communicates with women every day, like I was even born with 2 sisters and a mother. That's how I was raised. You know, you need to sugarcoat, like you said to women. You can't just, like, look. In the masculine world, look at the guys who are like high in the masculine world. Look at like an Andrew Tate, for example.
Yeah.
You guys respond terribly to him. Yeah?
I actually like him.
Majority of women don't. But men love him. Do you know why? Because he's out there telling the men, keep yourself accountable. You're a fucking loser. You suck.
Exactly.
Get in the fucking gym. And men like that shit.
Yeah, because that's what motivates them.
Yeah, that's what motivates us.
Because men respond differently to feedback as women. But, you know, I always try to find a way to help without having to, like, call it out right on the nose. And I think when you're a good friend, and I also remember, like, in high school, I went to a Sweet 16 and it was out of town, and a few of us went to a friend's, we stayed in a hotel. We all brought a couple of outfits. We're all trying our outfits on. One of my friends is a bombshell. She's always been a bombshell, you know, like perfect Barbie doll. And she was trying, you know, she's like, should I wear this outfit or this outfit? And everybody's like, oh, wear that one. And I pull her in the bathroom and I'm like, don't wear that one. They don't want you to look hotter because you're the hottest of us.
You know what? We need to bring this girl back, bro. This girl's got gems. And look, this is another thing. The majority of the time, women compete with each other so much. And they don't even want each other to look good anyway.
Yeah.
And it's insane. It's insane. It's sad.
And ever since then, like, we've had this, like, best, and because we feel like if I'm your best friend, it reflects on me.
Yeah.
How I let you go about in the world.
Absolutely.
Because if she looks like a slut, you look like a slut.
And we've had like we've had this phenomenal friendship. I've known her since I was a child. We're still friends. And, you know, and we've had that bond. And that's the thing, because she and I, we're never in competition with each other, you know? And that's the thing. I know she's an 11. I know I'm not. So, like, the same guys aren't going to look at us. So what's the point of me being jealous or being catty or trying to knock her off her pedestal? I will never get the guy who's going after her. So what's the point of not being a good friend?
You're very realistic, Jennifer.
Wow. Logical.
Because, you know, majority of women, they think like they deserve the top tier man all the time. We've had like girls wait, and I'm not talking about any girls on this panel. You guys probably the most attractive panel we've had so far. But we've had girls who are like very unattractive and girls who are like, yeah, I deserve a top tier man, and it's like, okay. You know?
Delusional.
Yeah. So
can we see some more of these percentages? I'm super curious.
Well, we can go around the panel, then we'll see if there's any more. I think we've got the most delusional girl already out of the way.
So
I think she knows it
the
herself.
first one to make a mistake.
Look, she's a cool chick, but I think she knows she's definitely punching very high, right?
500K,
And look,
6'5".
Look, I'll be honest with you.
That's somebody's house in LA. Like, that's bare minimum.
Look, but I'll be honest with you.
Not
I'll be
even.
honest with
They're
you.
$1 million.
Yeah?
You get a lot with $100 grand.
Simone, I'll be honest with
You
you.
have 500 equity in $1 million house. Like,
Simone, I'll be honest with you,
barely a
yeah?
house.
Is there a chance of you meeting this guy? Yes, yeah?
Yes, I've dated.
All right, I know you have. You probably fucked a bunch of these dudes. Wait. But what you need to do is actually learn these dudes are going to want you to bring something back in return. Not finances. Not like in a way where, you know, you guys took it in the wrong way as in what you bring to the table. But, you know, when you heard the other girls talk.
Right, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
also, you want a top tier man. He is never going to fuck just you. I promise you.
Yeah,
So
I got that.
So it's better. Look, it's the same way. It's the same way right now. Imagine right now, I just went like this to you while you weren't talking. Yeah, I just tapped you something. It's gonna hurt, right?
Yeah.
But if I said to you, Simone, brace, I'm gonna hit your stomach and hit you. you're going to handle it a little bit better.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you this. Get it in your head.
No, I know
Don't
that.
be delusional. If you're going to go for an athlete, you're going to go for someone who's top tier.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck other
That's
women.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah?
I mean,
As long as he
that's
doesn't treat them like you, that's not cheating.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as he provides and protects you, that's not cheating. As long as he's leading you to greatness, you're becoming a better version of
But
yourself.
I'm never
then
going to
cool.
say I want my man to just be out here cheating on me. So it's like,
But that's not cheating, is it?
Cool, I agree.
I think
no
he has
woman
it,
wants
but
that, right? But in realistic
have
terms, if you want a
self-respect.
top
He
10,
has a good
it's nothing to
point.
do with self-respect.
If
It's
you're-
actually delusion
if
that
you're shooting
understanding
for
how
that
men
level,
work.
shooting for that level of man, yeah, I agree with him. You probably are going to have a lot of competition.
And it's the same with Silva.
Well, keep in mind,
She's
too,
delusional.
like,
If her man's a millionaire and she thinks that he's never going to
But
cheat,
that's
and he's
the-
Armenian as well.
that's the point. So
Okay, darling.
what you
okay.
have to understand, and you
We
already
create our
know
own
this,
reality,
is
like,
other women
is
are going to
good.
throw
That's facts.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I know
Other
that.
women will throw themselves
That-
at the
those
top
type of
tier
guys.
man.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
You're going
Ladies,
to
lady.
have.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when you have a man at that level, I mean, you're gonna have women try to throw themselves at him. So
What
you're
comes
gonna
with
have
top tier
to-
men comes with top tier problems.
Right, you're gonna have to realize
Yeah.
that is part of the issue of being with somebody like
well, I
that.
don't speak that. I'm really big on the
But
power of the
yeah.
mind and tongue, and I just don't speak that into my life. I mean, it can happen, but I don't
Sure.
think about
But
that.
if you're
I'm not
But you have to be
dating-
realistic in life.
if you're
But I'm
dating
not
an
thinking about
NBA
that. Yeah, I'm not
player,
entertaining. I'm not
an
entertaining
NBA player or someone at that level, you better believe women are going to be throwing
That's
themselves.
fine.
And I'm sure it can't be easy for a man either to be like, oh my god.
Well, I'll
like,
tell you
there's
guys
all these
why.
hot chicks coming.
I'll tell
at
you
me,
guys why.
like-
You guys are. Women are born with their value. You guys are born with your value. Men must make their earn it. So you think I'm really going to sit here for 10 years, 15 years, work on my looks, work on my charm, charisma, get into the gym, fuck multiple women so I'm good in the bedroom, become funny. You think I'm going to do all those things and then fuck one pussy for the rest of my life? You are fucking insane, bro. You are insane. You gotta stop the cat for sure. So, ladies, let's get on to something different. Then.
Yeah, next.
And look, let me tell you another thing, ladies. Another thing. Do you think that it is look, I know it's unfair, it's a double standard that, but you guys said before about body count. Do you think that it should work like that? That men are wrong for thinking about a woman's body count?
I think women think the same way too. Like, I judge other women if they've had. I know it's not right. I know it's not right, but it's society, right? It's society.
Right, do you have a big body count, Kate?
No, I think it's just like men. They'll like be
Get
mean
to the
to
closer,
you if
closer.
you don't fuck you.
Closer,
and then
closer to the mic.
They're mean to you if you do fuck them. Like it's like.
Closer to the
Oh,
mic.
sorry. I just think that this might seem like it's going off topic, but I feel like a lot of men just lack gratitude. It's like if a woman shares her time and energy with you, like you should just be grateful and not like want to shame her for that.
And this is 2024. This is kind of their mentality. We should be happy to be in their presence.
Yes.
Right.
And like, it's insane.
Well, just me growing up, like I always thought, oh, I gotta keep the count down. Like, I don't know. And I think that's why I've always tried to be in long-term relationships and have had literally only 3 relationships in my life. I don't have a large body count, but
Right.
that I think was why I stayed in these long-term.
Yeah.
And do you want to
There's
know
a
why
reasoning
there's a
for
way
it,
that
yeah.
women are devalued when they sleep with multiple dudes, and why a man is valued who sleeps with multiple women? I'll tell you why.
Because I don't.
All right, ladies, is it fair to say that anything in life that is easy to attain is
don't want
not
it.
respected,
Yeah.
and anything in life that's difficult to attain is respected, right? Would you
No, if I found $20 on the ground, I would be just as sad if I lost the $20 if I earned that $20.
if right now you went and become a self-made millionaire, but your cousin was already like a trust fund baby and she was flexing her shit, do you think your stuff's more respected or her?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah, I would appreciate my own efforts more. However, I
Because you're
wouldn't-
self-made, right?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to like.
We're not telling you to
shame
we're not
the
saying
What do
you
you
gift I
take
was
more
given.
pride in?
Yeah.
Is the question.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Because you're self-made, right? You had to do it the hard way. You done it yourself. You didn't take your parents' money and go and have to do it with their money. So it's the same thing when you guys sleep with dudes, yeah? How easy is it for even an ugly girl to walk into a club, yeah?
Easy.
And just start walking into the club and start going like that in the club like an idiot, yeah?
No
At
moves
the
at
end of
all.
the day, she's still gonna fuck a dude,
Uncoordinated.
right? Let's be honest.
Sure, fair
She's
enough.
gonna find someone to fuck,
yes.
right? Now, we've seen really good-looking dudes go to clubs. They might not have charisma. They might not have a section in the table. But damn it, they might even have a table section, and they still can't get girls to take home with them. So that's why men who sleep with multiple women are respected, because it's not easy to do. It's not easy to fuck lots of beautiful women. But you guys, it's very easy for you guys to fuck lots of guys. That's why.
But why does it matter?
We just said it matters.
Yeah.
And look, hardwired, I'll tell you why it,
It
matters.
matters
Because
in society.
biologically,
That's what they've
Society,
taught.
I'll give you.
Because
No. It's not just
because men are competitive and they want to compete for the best
Woman.
prize and the best woman that nobody else has. It has to do with their competition, their hardwiring.
Not
their
not just that though, Jennifer. I'll tell you another thing. Yeah, this is another thing. If right now, me and Simone, we're in an open relationship. Yeah.
Right.
You're fucking 10 dudes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're pregnant. Yeah. Who's the father?
I don't know.
Ah, you don't know, do you? Ladies, if I'm fucking 10 women right now, I have 10 girlfriends. They get pregnant. Who's the father?
You.
Oh. Men are designed to be promiscuous. Women are not designed to be promiscuous.
I have a science.
That's
thing to say.
why. That's another reason why. Look, I've been
Wow, I never thought of this.
through. Yeah,
got a bar.
and this is another thing, ladies. Yeah, men who have been through a ton of girls. Like if a man fucks 100 girls, he can go after that and settle down with a good woman and have a successful relationship. A woman who's fucked 100 dudes, she's gonna find it incredibly hard to have a successful relationship. She's already damaged.
Yeah,
She's fucked. Yeah?
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, yeah.
I mean, it's like it doesn't hit the same when you're an old man, right? And you're talking to your grandbabies. Like you're gonna be able to recall your experiences and pass certain truths to them. It's not the same when your grandmother does it.
That's true.
It's just not. You don't. Your grandma is supposed to be nurturing. She's supposed to show you traditional values. They're not gonna tell you about the promiscuous past they had when they were 20, 30.
Yeah. No,
But let's be honest, a lot of our grandmothers, a lot of our great grandmothers, they weren't promiscuous. That's why they got our granddads.
Yeah.
But grandfathers, they'll tell you everything. They'll tell you absolutely everything from when they were 10 to even when they're 60.
So yeah, that's why men are not judged when they have lots of pussy, and women who go through a ton of guys, they're not respected.
So when y'all going on dates, y'all asking what's your body count?
No, we tell guys never to ask.
Okay, so
because I
when,
think
when
that's.
does it ever come up then? 'Cause nobody's ever asked me.
Let me tell you, darling.
Yeah, that's a good
a
point.
woman's body count leaks of her dramatically. A smart man will be able to tell if you have a promiscuous past, how you act, by judging by your pictures. Like I already know if I look at a girl's profile and I see her on private jets, I see her at Nobu, I see her flying to Dubai. I already know. Yeah, you know.
Somebody doing that for you.
Yeah, and you know she's
But why
been
does
around
that
the
have to
block.
be most women? Why can't there just be one man in her life that's supplying her?
Well, one majority of girls who are prone to like go and date loads of guys, that's how their mentality is. And two, honestly, men have that whole mentality of I want to show the woman life. Yeah, I want to be able to take her on a private jet. I want to be able to take her on a nice meal. I want to go and take her to Vegas for the first time. These are the things, men think about these things. And I know it sounds weird to you guys, but that's how men are. We want to show you guys the best of our world,
Like
right?
that's your gift.
And women don't want
I don't want to date a
okay.
girl who's like, oh yeah, I've been on this private jet before. This is cool. Like, oh, Nobu menu. I know the Nobu menu of my head. Yeah.
So she
Like,
should just
yeah,
live in
yeah.
misery before she meets you. It's like the thing that bothers me is
Right.
it feels like guys are shaming. Because like for me, the 90% of my life is just working my ass off, paying bills, not socializing. So it's like the 5% that I have of like going out on dates or socializing. It's like you're pleasure shaming. Like, oh, you've had X amount of fun in your life. Fuck you.
It's
That's how
not
I
about
feel.
the
That's
fun.
not the
It's
mentality.
about
I
the
don't think that's
experiences
what-
with other men.
I don't think that's what he's referring to. He's referring to men trying to gift their success in a
And look,
sense.
It's not your fault you didn't meet
No,
this
no.
girl 5 years ago.
Like I said to
you
her, it's
know?
the experiences of other men. I don't want a girl who's had tons of experiences with other men.
But who's to say that a man supplied that? Why couldn't she done it herself? I know plenty-
Women,
we're speaking in
women
generalities,
rarely
right?
ever,
Right.
even the ones
Generally,
I
women
know
don't do that.
who
I'm
have.
I lived in Atlanta where we do that type of stuff.
Listen, even the women from Atlanta, I've dated girls from Atlanta, I know bad bitches from Atlanta. I'll tell you, women rarely ever want to use their resources, especially when they can get it for free. Yeah?
I mean, that's true. But why would we reuse our resources?
Exactly. You're hardwired like that. Why would you? I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's why me as a man, that's why me as a man, you know.
I know I've been talking too much. Can I ask one more question?
No, go ahead. No, you
does
actually have good points. At least, I actually want to say big W to the panel so far, because you girls have actually got like decent points. We can go back and forth. The last panel I had gave me a fucking headache. I had to repeat myself over and over and over again. I can tell you guys have some sort of intelligence for sure.
So if you get into bed with like a virgin girl, because I know these guys, they want a virgin, but then they want you to act like a freak in the sheets.
No,
so
we
it's like-
don't.
so you don't. I'm genuinely asking. I don't know the answer.
That's
Do you
another
like
red
it when
flag
she's
for
kind
you.
of-
Like, she turned around and
I
said,
would
what
love to just
shows
lay
me,
there and
what
do
shows
nothing.
me a promiscuous woman, if I fuck a woman for the first time and she's giving me some crazy head, I already know.
Then why do you cheat? Then why do the 10% of men cheat? Because they get bored. Clearly, they wanted a freak.
We always like a variety. Doesn't matter how much I love a woman, I'm still gonna want.
that's what I had
Look,
to
why do you? When you look at music videos, why do you see a dark skinned girl, a light skinned girl, then you see a blonde girl, a brunette, an Asian girl? Because men like a variety.
So I'm not even arguing with you. You generally don't mind a dead fish, then? Like that?
I'll teach her. I'm meant to be a leader, right?
That's interesting.
So
yeah.
if my
a man's job to do that.
my woman, which has happened loads of times, if my woman's not good in the bedroom, I'm gonna teach her. And you know what? I don't feel a certain type of way.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, being a man,
I love that you don't mind that.
being a man is a lot of work, but let me tell you, is it better the other way around? Because I'll tell you what, women rarely would ever get with a virgin or have to teach a guy bedroom shit.
But don't you have
that's
to
true.
when you're
So
dating
that's a
guys?
good point.
You're supposed
Okay, sorry.
Oh, exactly. But us as men, we're leaders. We don't mind. In fact, I'll be honest with you. When a girl's shit in bed, I'm like, good.
Yeah.
I can tell you haven't done this
Not
much.
a red flag at all.
Let me teach you, darling. Let me teach you about not just sex, about life. I don't have to sit there and like, you know, what were you guys saying?
Okay, I have to ask.
Go,
so-
they got something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it. Say it with your chest, bro.
Can I have some tequila?
Oh yeah. Hey guys, drink.
Tequila, please.
Any other ladies want to drink?
A small shot and like a thing would be fine. And another juice,
Tequila and a
please.
shot.
So when these top tier guys, the NBA players and football players and
Juice too, please. Thank you.
people
Yeah.
up at the top tier.
Yeah.
People with
women-
money, because they're not even on top tier. They just have money,
money or
status.
fame or whatever it is. Why do you think so many women throw themselves at them? Are they doing it for the money? Are they doing it for the fame?
Of course.
Because I see a lot of men in that level who get trapped in
If you want.
who get kind of trapped by women trying to steal power from them, if that makes any sense.
Well, yeah, that's why we tell men not to get married in 2023, because unfortunately, I think marriage is great, right? I think marriage is great.
It's a business, yes.
Unfortunately, in the Western world,
Yeah.
though, not just the man. We've seen it recently with Halle Berry. Halle Berry got divorced with a guy who's way inferior to her. Yeah, and he took a lot of her resources. Now, I'm saying it as a woman point, even that's not fair. Why is it fair? Why did Halle Berry have to put her blood, sweat and tears, go act for like, you know, decades, to then go and have to give half of her resources away because she was married? So that's why we tell guys it's probably best not to get married. If you are going to get married, probably don't get the state involved.
Well, here's the thing I'm curious about. So with these women that, let's say, approach you, do you ever think there are ulterior motives there?
I understand that one of the reasons that women like me is because of my finances and my status. However, I'm going to be like obviously observing and knowing that honestly, even the women I dated, like they're not really ever keen to take resources off me or ask me for bags or want to go to certain places. I'm a holistic guy myself. Like, you know, I'm alkaline, I teach a lot of nutrition, so I don't really tend to go for these girls that like value materials in life, you know? Even though I have money, I still don't go for those types of girls. Don't go for girls who wear Louis Vuitton and not like, you know, I'm just giving you like, you know, that generalization of that woman who wants just money and fame. I don't go for those types of women. So, you know, as a man as well, who if a man has got money and stats, we tell them, be careful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And women these days.
Yeah,
Like,
I
look
think
at Halle
that's
Berry.
an important point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have ulterior motives and will go after certain men to use them for whatever their power is that they can
Correct.
offer them.
And I'll tell you something that's happened recently, and I've actually seen it. It's happened a lot. Women and men now tend to go for OF girls. Yeah?
What are
Lame OnlyFans girls. Lame men who can't be bothered to be creators themselves and go make a living themselves, they tend to get with OF girls. Why? Because OF girls don't have no value in the dating market. No top tier man is ever gonna take seriously a woman who shows her body on the internet. So they understand, look, I can't get a top tier man, so let me just go get myself a good looking guy who's perhaps inferior to me, right? And what that good looking guy's thinking in his head is like, yeah, I'll go date an OF girl. I can't really get better because I'm a loser myself. I don't make money, I don't provide, I'm not a protector. But you know, she's gonna be supporting me. She probably makes 40, 50K, 100K maybe a month. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of OF girls make crazy money. Like,
Crazy.
Easy money.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think a woman should be giving up having sex without a man providing anything for her? Whether it's intellectual.
I think women need to only give up sex once they see that the man is invested in them. Not necessarily invest in resources, because if he's a great man, he's not going to start investing resources into you when nothing's going on, right? But yeah, you need to observe him. Is he really taking you seriously? Give out a few tests, ask him a few questions. Now I'm even giving you guys truth, which a lot of men are not going to turn around and say to women. Turn around and ask him about other women. See what his response is like. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I do think women should wait out, and I think if women held their legs closed more, then they would have more successful relationships for sure.
Thank you. I try to tell an old ass man that in his 60s, and he's talking about, oh, I'm living in a fantasy world and I'll be single forever. I'm like, okay.
Well, he's 60.
Well, the men will, he's in desperation mode. He'll say whatever he needs to say, you know?
Yeah.
She's
exactly.
right. She's right. She's right what she says. She's taking notes. She's right. Men are going to say whatever they need to say in order to get into your knickers, you know?
And then they're gonna leave you later, and he's gonna come back with the argument that he's bringing back to us.
But no, the whole point.
They wanted to hold, but at the same time, they wanted to, like, you know what I mean? It's so controversial.
Maria, it's not, because the whole point I'm saying to you is...
We live in a dual world, so there are arguments coming from all different points of views. And
No, because what it sounds like to me is like, you know, you want certain masculine like traits, but you don't want the certain masculine traits. You basically want your cake and to eat it. And I'm telling you,
I want balance, like just like in myself. I want
all right, cool. So what about if I turn around?
Myself.
All right, Simone, you like masculine men, right?
Right.
What about if I turn around and I said to you, do you know what, Simone? We can date. I'm a masculine man. However, on weekends, just to let you know, I put a little dress on. You know, I just want to get my feminine sometimes.
That's not feminine.
Yeah?
That's not feminine.
No. What would you turn around and say, Simone?
You gay as fuck.
Wow.
Okay,
well,
but what if he tells
it's true
you?
What she's saying.
Can I come back to her? Like, what if I tell your man on the weekends they want to take you to church, they want to paint, they want to go do volunteering work?
But that's not that interesting.
And then what's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't get what you're saying. What's wrong?
There's nothing wrong. That's what I'm saying. There's a feminine traits. Not like put a dress.
That's
on.
not feminine trait.
Are you comparing that to
One minute.
putting on a dress?
This could be.
Christian over there. Is it a feminine trait for your man to take you to church?
Like feminine traits, I mean, like showing your feminine side doesn't mean like...
That's not your feminine
man.
side.
Like everything is so twisted, because like if I say like a feminine man, I'm not saying like a man who is like act like a girl or dress up like a girl.
I think what you're getting confused is being nice.
Yeah.
No,
like
it's
investing in your woman.
It's embodying your feminine energy. That's what I'm talking about. Like embodying feminine.
I disagree with you. I think me painting with my woman or doing a hobby that she likes, or even going to church with her, it's not a feminine trait.
It's embracing your feminine side. It's
I don't
embracing
think
your
so.
feminine. You don't believe that's embracing your feminine
No.
energy, doing creative things?
No.
That's what feminine energy is.
No, it's not.
I create content every day. Am I feminine because I create content?
No, guys.
All
that's
my
not-
content is
I'm
red
not
pill
saying that
stuff.
It's, a
It's pretty
feminine
aggressive.
Trait.
Is
It's
it
embracing your feminine energy. Like the creative energy is feminine. It's like
Not
those are the
necessarily.
traits. Or like how you feed your feminine side. Like my right brain, my feminine energy is fed off creativity, by doing creative things. So that's what I'm saying. Like the man necessarily doesn't need to be like feminine to embrace this feminine aspect. So like you're just twitching with like
I don't
personality.
think creativity is feminine though.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
Creativity?
think the definition of how
Yeah,
you're
Your
defining
yin energy, like the yin and yang. The yin is
I
like the
mean,
emotion.
I don't know.
All right, like Kobe
but
Bryant, for example, basketball player.
about
He's
to-
gifted, right?
Yeah.
He's very
Guys, I
talented.
studied these things. I'm not like
Basketball is
trying
an
to
art
argue
form.
with
You have to have a lot of creativity to be successful.
Yeah, but you're studying, but you're not bringing the
But that's-
facts.
you wouldn't label that as
Creativity can come from both sides, but like the yin principle is like feeding the spirit. It's feeding like the yin self. So yin and yang is the action.
I
It's the
think they're
man.
just-
It's like solid. It's like those like cold aspects. You can look it up. Just like type in yang.
But
Look,
I think I agree with. I don't think
what you're trying to say. Look, what you're trying to say
I'm not trying to
is
say anything, I'm saying.
no, but what you're saying is wrong. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you straight up.
You
What you're
wanna
saying
pull
is
up
not
a line
is
and we can put it
incorrect.
together?
Yeah.
No, we can look at
a man.
Simple.
What you're saying is if a man's gonna turn around and be softer with his woman sometimes, yeah, okay, yeah, that's slightly feminine. Cool.
It's
yeah?
the dance
But
of
to
the
be
opposite
creative,
side.
and to want to paint with
go
a
to
woman and take
church.
to church, that's not feminine
Yeah,
at all.
but
That's feminine energy.
I feel like you're
yes.
implying
That's the
femininity is like a
inside
bad
of the,
thing. It's not.
That's the inside
Yeah,
of the
you're basically-
spirit.
If I walk through the church
fed
as a
off
top G with my
creativity.
woman on my arm and walk like a man down the aisle and go and listen to church with my woman, that's nothing feminine about
Well,
it.
it's worshiping the creator source. It's worshiping God. Like
submitting to
inner,
God, so
like
it's
in
submissive.
it's
Worshipping
like,
God is not feminine either.
It's submissive. Isn't submissive femininity?
Well, to me, it's feminine too. It can be both sides, I guess.
Well, I'm a big believer
worshiping
in God, and I don't think believing in God is
I believe
feminine.
God is a woman.
Yeah, of
But
course you would.
I think
Of
we're
course you
getting
would.
caught up
Well,
on definitions, but every society defines it differently. So I think what they're saying generally in the United States, that is not,
Feminine.
yeah, generally.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
from
because
Brazil.
the United
But I
States-
see your point.
because like the way how things here is like it's so business oriented, right? So like people are
Right.
now starting to embrace more holistic practices, like being emotional, having therapists, like opening up the creative
things have
side.
become worse,
Things are
Maria.
changing now. Like they're bringing more
Not for the
soul to
better.
business
Not for
now.
the better.
Well, because
Even you guys working, it's not for the better. Like, look, I'm always.
I'm not
like,
saying what's
look,
getting better
Look,
or
I
worse.
tell
I'm
women
just
if
saying
you
there are changes
look,
going
I tell
on.
women if you guys want to work, fine. You guys should work electively, right? If you decide to work.
We're
But-
not supposed to work.
But
Women
yeah,
are not
thank you.
supposed to
Right.
work.
Women are not meant to work. You guys, and I would say, like, even by talking to women, especially one-on-one or even on the podcast, if women had the idealistic man, they wouldn't work.
But that's-
unless they had, like, you know.
I disagree.
but that's
with
what I
that.
mean. Men
No?
who lack self-awareness, like
I like
I'm
working.
Well, I know
Because
you
that's
like
how
working.
masculine
What do you do?
is.
What do you do?
I do
Oh, yeah.
legal work. I do
Yeah.
trademarks, patents, and copyrights. I enjoy
So-
it
I
because it
love
allows
working
me
too.
to use
Hey,
my
we need you.
creative writing.
Hey, we need you for something actually.
we require your services.
But look, but look, you're telling me in realistic terms, Desiree, you're telling me that if you met your ideal man and he was making a lot of money and he said, babe, I get you're a paralegal, I get you enjoy what you do. However, I'm trying to raise a family. Like, I need my woman at home. I've already got my empire. You don't need to work. You can do something from home if you want. If you get bored, if you want, we can make a little room into your office.
I don't think I would do that because I enjoy what I do so much that I'd want to at least do that for like some portion.
But you do understand that majority of men who are masculine and leaders and protectors, they're not gonna take that shit.
Well, sure, that's fine, but
Yeah.
I would never sacrifice what I love doing.
I think women have to sacrifice when they meet the idealistic man. You have to.
There's some sacrifice.
You have to
sure.
sacrifice
Yeah,
your
there's some-
freedom. You have to sacrifice. Yeah.
I agree. There's some sacrifice, and I guess it depends on what that sacrifice looks like. But I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying like I enjoy what I'm doing, and you're right. Maybe it shifts to something else. I
Well, you
don't
take
know.
on roles.
Yeah.
You take on
Right,
roles in
you might take on
relationships.
different
Jennifer,
roles.
go ahead,
yeah.
darling.
So, I have a friend who's married,
Okay.
and her husband does very well, and she has a job that she resents that he condescends.
Talk.
He would rather the amount of money she makes is a joke compared to the amount of money he makes.
She makes more than him.
No. Things for the family, books trips, books vacations. She gets mad at him for booking vacations because she has to take time off of work. And she constantly is like butting heads with this guy, and every time she complains to me, I'm like, I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have the most beautiful life. You have the most incredible life. You're creating your own stress because you're putting all this importance on this job that you don't need to have.
Yeah.
He's happy to provide
Raise your children.
everything for you, and you're stressed about the kids and you're stressed about all this. Just quit your job, stay at home with the kids, and let him be the man that he wants to be. What's the big deal?
And the truth is, a lot of women think the grass is greener on the other side, and you know they don't really understand the value of their man. But in that aspect, like, you know, he's literally like doing everything for his woman and his family, and that's why I say that I don't really like career women anyway, because a lot of career women are tied to their career, and it's like, I'm trying to build my empire, our empire.
But
trying
not
to,
everybody wants families, though.
And not everybody's supposed to be
a big majority of women and men want families.
That's why we
a
have to
big
have that
majority.
conversation
Okay, we're
first,
talking
right?
generally.
Even right now, if I told all women, raise your hand if you want kids and a man, majority of women would raise their hand.
But me being an actor, I was actually having this discussion earlier. That's why I'm conflicted, because I want to be a wife, but I also want to be like a superstar. So it's like,
It's hard.
how do
You
I?
want to have your cake and eat it too.
Well, that
That's what it
exists.
is. Yeah, it exists. Yeah.
Possible.
But
it might be possible, but like it might be possible that I'd be fat broke and fucking find a great woman, but it's probably not probable, right? This is what I'm saying for her.
But
Like,
so you can try. You might as well try than just give up and not even try to do
And
your
waste
dream
time.
and
But I'm
become
gonna- but
someone's
what's
wife.
gonna happen is- but wait.
in the meantime, it's best for her to do her career until she meets that man, right?
right.
But
Be
what's gonna
flexible.
happen?
But what I'm saying
is,
is when she meets that man, if that man
I'm
is
gonna have
top
to
tier
hold
man,
the relationship. I'm gonna have to be the masculine.
But
in
you ain't
the
gonna like
relationship.
that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
gonna
because
last.
I'm gonna be the
provider.
probably so. Like, look at relationships now.
Yeah, a lot of
Nicki
them are like
Minaj
that.
and her boyfriend or husband. She's the provider, you know.
And let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to split up, and she's going to resent him, because women always resent men who are not leaders. Yeah, always in the end. Oh, like even with Destiny, like the streamer, do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's happened over and over again, and all the red pill guys get it always right. Like, it never works when the woman is the leader and the provider in the relationship.
It doesn't.
She doesn't admire her and respect her man. In the end.
That's why Jenna Marbles had to get off of YouTube.
What's that?
Jenna Marbles had to get off of YouTube because her boyfriend wasn't like as famous as her, so
Yeah.
she like stepped back. I feel like to let him grow like a following.
I thought it was because there was like a controversial video.
No, she didn't. She would have like she apologized about that and like was still making a video. But then like
Why
if you observe it, it was more a joke I was making, you know, because she was so much bigger
But
than
he's
her
also
boyfriend.
not gonna respect her either.
And then blew up
because-
after she's gone.
If what? If
you
she
know?
makes nothing?
No, if she makes more than him.
Well, if she makes more than him, what I tend to notice about men, they become insecure, and they're like, they
Yeah.
start thinking of their woman like, oh shit, she makes more money than me. And it's like,
Yeah.
bro, get your money up. Do you get what I'm saying? Work
Right.
hard, like, yeah. It's
It's hard out here for us.
I know. This is
Look, I'll be honest, ladies. I'll be honest, ladies. It's hard. It's hard both way around. And this is another thing. The red pill space always turns around and says how, you know, the top 10% men have so many options. And look, yeah, we do have options, but let me tell you, I think a woman who is truly a traditional woman, and when I mean traditional, I mean like to the core, from like being young, like near enough a virgin, comes from a good family, able to cook, clean, nurture, intuition, all of that. Very rare. Very, very rare. And you know, that's something that the red pill guys don't say. They turn around and they act like this girl's everywhere. She's not everywhere. She's definitely not everywhere. Especially if you want her to be attractive as well. Like, very attractive. Which, you know, I tell guys as well, don't go off attraction a lot. Like, as long as you're attracted to a woman, I would a lot of times rather date a 6, 7 out of 10 than a 9 out of 10, because a lot of times women who are super attractive
More problems.
cause more problems, and they don't bring much to the table. They think, oh, I'm a princess, I'm beautiful, every man wants me, I don't bring nothing. That sounded a little, yeah, sounded a little, yeah.
Say it ain't so.
She's like, yeah.
Ladies, let's go around the table. Would you rather be rich and ugly or pretty and poor as a woman?
Oh my god. Can I just say, before I say this, I was talking to another friend of mine who's like way prettier. I know, I think I'm like average or whatever. And she was telling me about these like stalkers that she has. And I was like, you know what? I'm grateful that I'm not like a supermodel, because I don't have a lot of like stalkers. So I'm like, maybe it could be nice to be uglier because then you have time to like focus on other shit. But let's see the answer. What was the question?
Pretty and ugly. I mean, pretty and broke or rich and ugly.
Pretty and broke, because I know if I was just like, I just the power a beautiful woman has over men is
true.
Pretty insane. You know.
All right.
I'm going also with pretty and poor because if there's ever like a zombie apocalypse, this shit's gonna get me far.
It's true.
Wow.
Within your money won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I really want to be poor.
I don't know.
I will survive a zombie apocalypse.
But being
with
poor?
this.
Jennifer, how about yourself?
Wow. What am I bringing to the table?
Ladies. One mic at a time, ladies. Jennifer.
The rich. So, as a single person who's not married yet,
right now, say for example, started from scratch, 21 years old, would you rather be pretty and poor?
Pretty and poor.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
How about yourself, Maria?
Rich and poor. Rich and ugly.
Yeah.
Rich and ugly.
Okay.
Rich and ugly.
Okay.
You pay for your beauty.
Okay, ladies.
Rich people are ugly and they buy their looks.
Let me tell you something, ladies.
I don't live the.
You guys
are super excited.
ladies, let me tell you guys something.
I don't have to get kidnapped. I can go travel the world. No one's looking for me. I'm ugly. No one wants to kidnap my ass. I
Ladies, let me tell you how it works. A girl who's poor and pretty is gonna find a top tier man in him, no matter what. How many girls do you know who are broke and pretty, who are on yachts with multi-millionaires and date multi-millionaires?
Yeah, but then if you're rich, then you could do that. You could have your own yacht.
But the thing is, if you're rich and ugly as a man, as a woman, you're gonna die alone.
You have plenty of friends. You can adopt a child.
Yeah.
You can build charity.
By yourself?
You can buy a hostel.
Totally adopt a kid.
Oh my God! Put that money back.
We will be besties and like go to the best school in the world.
I have to say, like, sadly, there is more wealth in being. Sadly, in our society, there is more wealth in being beautiful than there is in having money.
There is, as a woman.
Honestly,
as a woman,
I totally agree.
As a woman, as a man, you're better off being ugly and
rich. Are we talking?
I'll tell you
how
why.
pretty are we talking?
How many guys?
Change my answer.
No. How many guys do we know who are not good-looking guys? You know, like I don't know. I can name a few.
Gates.
Jonah Hill, for example. No, but let's name guys who actually
Jeff
get attractive
Bezos.
girls. Like, you know, Jonah Hill, for example. Rick Ross, for example, he's not really an attractive guy.
Jonah
but
Hill's cute.
men can make up with other things, yeah? They can make up with charm. Like Jonah Hill's got charm and he's funny. Yeah, he's funny.
But like even
men can make up with status. Men can make up with money. But women can never make up with nothing else and beautiful.
Really. Not in our
if you are an
society.
amazing woman and you got a top career and you're rich as fuck, but you look like shit, you are going to struggle on the date market. In fact, men are just trying to use you.
But when you got money,
I don't even want to
same
be
thing that
fucking
men are
nobody.
doing.
I have my friends.
No, but men
not
don't
at the same
value
level
money.
to
So
live
you're
life.
only going to get men that are only trying to use you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Pretty now.
Wait. What are you saying? They're gonna want to use you what for
Look,
what?
a man who wants to get with a woman who's just ugly and just has money, he's just trying to use you, right? He's never really going to be there for you. Because you know that men are hardwired to go with beauty first. We see first thing a man sees is how pretty you are. Then we see, like, you know, are you a good girl? Are you a good person? Are you kind? Are you caring? Do you have all these other traits that go with it? But the first thing we see is your looks. Like, let's be honest, you could be like a virgin, you could be the best cook ever, you could be feminine as fuck, but if you're fucking overweight and you look like shit, you're still gonna struggle. Within a man, we just said, we know loads of men who perhaps are not in physical shape, you know, they don't have that much looks and they still do well in life.
It's not fair, but it's true, unfortunately.
Well, look, the majority of double standards actually work in your favor.
Yeah.
And I can name them if you want. You know, you can go out to a club, you go to a club for free. For us to go to a club and be seen, we spend thousands. You can go, any of you girls could go on a private yacht with a rich guy and have a party. When am I ever going to be invited at 21 years old to a rich boat party, unless it's my friend, right? And even if it's my friend, I had to earn that. I had to earn that to get into the social circle.
Yeah.
I want to use the bathroom real quick. Okay.
Go ahead. You're going to leave, right? No, I'm playing with you. I'm playing.
No, I gotta be home. Like, what time are we finishing?
What time is it? 9:45. Yeah, we'll probably finish up soon.
Okay.
Probably another like 30 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Oh, you made me a drink? Thank you.
Okay, so so guys, do you think cheating is the same for both sexes then?
No, because we cheat emotionally.
Okay, cool.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
Very different. It's different.
yeah.
Have you ever been ghosted by a man you was interested in?
No.
No.
No one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
No.
They spin the block.
Yeah, they always okay, that's
Wow.
So they come back?
yeah.
Okay. So
Y'all need to change y'all beliefs. Y'all need to do some affirmations.
so no
Yeah,
So-
I'm living in a different dimension.
Me too. Cause
Most people, I
So
think,
you've
is-
never had a man that you wanted that disqualified you, or maybe
Negative.
just fucked you and never like pursued nothing
Not
serious?
one time, not once, not never, no way.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Yeah.
Phone. Here's my phone. Video chat. I'm seeing Festive.
So ladies, seeing as body count shouldn't matter for ladies, can we go around the panel and ask everyone their body count? Because like if it doesn't matter, right? It's like you guys should
it's really
freely.
nobody's business though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna share them.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into
All right,
women's
it's
business.
funny. I did that on purpose because women understand in the back of their minds that
That it is.
There's value to that number.
You'll
Exactly.
It's
Huh?
the way people react, though.
No, but
Which look,
but it's
look,
not
I'll be honest, ladies. I'll be honest, ladies.
actually, regardless of any of that, it's not something I would broadcast on the
Right.
internet.
Yeah,
it's just not
it's just
something that I would talk
exactly-
about.
No,
It's
Jennifer,
so
I agree with you, and I don't
intimate.
think women should. But
It's
what
so
I don't
intimate,
understand
too.
is sometimes when women turn around and say that body count doesn't matter, then that's when I turn around and say, okay, if it doesn't matter, you should freely be able to say what is. But what I'm trying to say is women know that their value is directly tied to the amount of men that they've slept with. Like no man wants to go with a hoe. It's simple.
Okay.
Yeah? No, I'm not saying you guys are hoes.
It's a
I'm
good
not saying you
point.
guys are hoes.
Making a point. I
Yeah.
get that.
I get your point.
Yeah.
I definitely get your point, and it's valid.
But that's still, even if it was two, like, it wouldn't matter. Because,
If it was two, I think girls would be like, yes, two.
No, especially like we've been brainwashed.
I
same-
wouldn't.
Because you
I
were
swear.
talking about
same
how
with
you
two,
spread your
like-
relationships out,
The
right?
same way when we've had
So you
virgins on the
understand.
panel.
Yes,
We've had a couple
exactly.
virgins on the panel. Don't know if they're true. We're actually bringing one back. I'm definitely gonna get a lie detector ready for her. Nick never misses, and I hope she's not watching this. So, yeah, she's like 28 years old, and she's trying to say she's a virgin and shit. She holds herself hella masculine as well. I don't buy it. Like me and the boys
Maybe
don't
she's
buy
a
it. So.
lesbian. I mean,
No,
I
no,
haven't
she wants
watched
a
it.
man. She wants.
okay.
She again wants a
She's
man
always-
who's top tier
Yeah.
but monogamous
Okay,
for
She's
her.
flexing it too. Like, okay, we're gonna have to call you out on
Yeah.
that.
So, ladies, what's the worst date you've ever been on, and what happened? Can you like any embarrassing moments? The worst date you've ever been on, Simone? Can you remember something that was dreadful? That was I could forget that.
It was actually recently. I went out with this guy. He was older, Caucasian guy.
It's not a 60-year-old, no.
Yeah, he was 60. Yeah, that's
No
the same
way.
one.
Oh, it's the same one. Oh
Yes.
shit! Damn, he really fucking annoyed the shit out of her.
Oh my god.
Yes. And,
You're shredding on that, man. I love it.
and basically, like, we went out to dinner, nice spot in like Santa Monica. Then we went to like this little like I don't know, college town. It was like a bunch of college kids, and we sitting there, and he wants to make out with me the whole night, and I'm like annoyed because it's like I don't even know you, sir, and we're next to all these college kids. I've been feeling like guys be trying to make me a fetish for them, like older Caucasian men. Not to be racist or anything, but like I don't know.
I mean, isn't what
Sorry,
they're
I'm,
doing
like,
like
tipsy
racist
now.
in and of itself? Like,
What is?
fetishizing people like for their
No.
faith?
Bro, how many guys hang around there and say I only date black girls? I
A
only
type,
they
no,
have a
no,
type.
yeah,
That's
type,
not-
but like no,
Yeah.
an experience, and not to take people
But
seriously
if it-
and just
but-
discard
Took it as a
them.
fetish.
That's
Fair
what I'm
enough, fair
saying.
enough, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked
But
up.
is that really your type? If you have no kids with this specific type of woman, you never marry this specific type of woman.
Well, men
really
do
your
like a
type?
variety, right?
That's what I'm saying about like the discarding though, because it's like,
Like-
just a momentary
fetish, yeah,
experience.
it's an
Yeah,
experience,
it's not
yeah.
necessarily.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
Amongst my
Exactly.
group of friends, we have loads of guys in my circle who tend to prefer black girls. We have like we have guys in our thing who tend to prefer white girls. Me, I love a mix. I love everything equally. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I think everyone has the right to want what they want. But yeah, like you said, probably like not.
I like variety too, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not young camel toe. I don't like just the snow bunny.
Variety of men too.
No, but no, you know.
Wait, hold on.
The
What?
thing is, you might be attracted to a variety of different men, but you don't want a variety of men, right?
No, I do.
Well, so you want to fuck multiple dudes?
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I know what you mean. You don't have a set type. You have a variety of what you
Well,
like.
actually, since I've been in LA, I'm starting to find my type.
Okay, what's your type?
I'm liking the Armenians. I'm like the Iranians.
Should just see the money.
I go over that side of town and I see the Armenians flexing over there.
My best friend since I was 8 years old is Armenian, so that's like a lot to
And
do
my
with.
best
Wow.
friend's Persian, so
Yeah.
I like the Persians.
Look, Armenians are good people. I have a lot of friends. Obviously, there's bad and good in everywhere,
Yeah, no,
right?
for
But
sure.
yeah, I've had good interactions with Armenians. So.
Where I think compatibility and nationalities, like, it's a good thing. Because,
Yeah.
like,
It's
as
very
a
similar for
Brazilian,
me.
like, I was married to an American guy, and then I got in a relationship with a Bulgarian. And I felt like most of the times the conflicts that would arise in our relationship, like, it would be because of, like, differences, cultural differences.
Yeah.
So it's much easier to be with someone who you understand. It's, like, similar, but also you don't grow as much, like, intelligently. Because then it's boring. It gets boring. Like, everything is like, oh, you get like this. There's no... You know what I mean?
I bet the Bulgarian guy didn't like your attitude, did he?
Huh?
The Bulgarian guy didn't like the attitude? Bulgarian one. Is that the one you conflicted with, yeah?
I mean, that was the one that lasted.
Yeah,
like, the
I could
longest
tell you
year.
because a man from there is going to be more traditional than a Western man.
Well, we
He said
had,
it
we
lasted
had a
the
lot of
longest.
conflicts. 'Cause,
Oh, it lasted the longest.
A lot
Okay.
of, like, no, he was older. What?
What
Did you
mean?
say it lasted the longest?
But they had a lot
It
of
lasted the
conflict,
longest.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I mean, the thing is, like culturally, like for like a Latina with a Bulgarian, it's a clash. You know, they're not used to all the emotions. They're just like stable.
No, but let me tell you this. But even like this whole thing of like Latinas being emotional and like being full of drama, it's only a new thing. Don't you know the saying? Was it? Get that quote up for me. Galladita.
Te miras más bonita.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. That's a saying that it means a woman is better when she is quiet.
No, let me translate it
Yes,
literally.
and it's
it
facts.
means quiet, you look more beautiful.
Yes, and it's true.
Yeah, women,
Yeah?
men don't like to
And
be
my
confronted.
mom has
Huh?
said
Men
this
don't
to
like to
me
be confronted. They
every
don't-
day.
Right?
Yeah, we
my
don't
life.
want your masculine ass screaming and shouting and arguing with us.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but thank
Traditional,
goodness, like again, like all environments are different. Like everybody is able to now create your own reality. They don't need to conform with the old traditional models. They can like design the man of their dreams.
No,
and if the man of their dreams
no,
is
you're wrong.
balanced and they agree to actually like be in conversations and like sit down together and like listen to the woman, especially if the woman is actually wiser than the man, then why not?
When does it ever happen that the woman is wiser than the man?
Oh, many times.
Never.
Most of my relationships.
You guys
I was
even said
wiser
here
than
on the podcast that it's hypergamy. You guys go for a man above you. Women
I never
don't
mentioned
date.
that.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't
never
say
got
that.
to her. She
Well,
That's
you never
cool.
asked
Well,
her.
you're not like majority of women. Majority of women want to date a guy who's actually gonna keep their mind going, who's gonna teach them. They don't want to.
I don't mind teaching and learning different ways. We're like, it's about complementing each other. Like, if I'm better at this and you're better at that, and you're helping more with business and I'm helping more with other aspects of life and
I need
other
to make-
I
things.
tend to think that
I need
women,
my mind to be stimulated.
women are
I
probably
need
not
to
better than men
stimulate
at
my
hardly
mind.
anything.
I need my mind to be stimulated. I have to learn from you. If I'm teaching, it's like me giving.
Yes, I agree.
I need
Yeah.
my mind to be stimulated.
I feel
That's
that.
how.
And he thinks
be
probably
honest,
he also
And,
thinks the same.
and should
They
I tell you
also
another
think the
thing,
same.
which is an unpopular opinion that I think is fact, but the reason I have multiple women as well is because women act better when they are not comfortable. Women act better when they are competing for you. Well, I've seen it in relationships ton of times when women are comfortable with a man, they cook less.
No.
They treat their man like less, and you can say no, but I've seen it in over and over again. Yeah, I've seen it
My
in
acts
relationships.
of
Happened in my
service
last
have only grown
relationship.
throughout the length and loyalty of
agree
our
with her.
relationship.
When you're
happy,
Yeah, when I'm happy, I know we're solid.
Yes,
I do
Honest
more.
with me, we know what it's
No,
with
no.
each other.
When women are comfortable with a man, they act like worse versions of themselves.
Absolutely
That's
not.
why when women, I have
That's so
multiple girls,
toxic.
they
That's
come in my life, they
toxic.
cook, they clean, they
There's a
iron.
toxic
Do you know what I'm saying?
dynamic there then because I like only with time have grown. Yeah, because like before it was
I'll
like
make more.
Silver,
food
let me
for
tell you
you.
straight,
like
you
how
are
they-
lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
You are
I'm-
lucky.
It's not. A
You are
normal
lucky that
situation.
you
To
found
think
that man.
this way,
No,
or
to find
what?
that man you found, you're lucky. At 27 years old, to find the man you found, you're lucky. And like I said to you, if he does fuck another woman,
Okay.
That's
you,
Well, I
because you
mean,
grew
yeah,
up
I
with
love
him.
him,
Armenians
but
be
like,
on games. They be on playtime.
That's
24/7,
true.
like,
and let me tell you, can your man get other girls?
yeah.
Lots.
Oh, dude, yeah, he is hot.
Ladies, that is my point. Did you hear what she said? She already knows her man can replace her instantly. So already she's not comfortable by default. She knows she needs to work hard to keep that man.
Not
and that's my point.
necessarily,
So why do you
though.
cook? Why do you clean?
Because
Why are you feminine?
I love him. I do this because I can't. I go
what
to my
you
mom's
enjoy
house.
doing.
And you love doing
my
that too, right?
Yes,
How long
my
have you been with
mom-
him for? A year, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, let that grow. Yeah, keep going. The only reason that women tend to stay long periods is when they understand that they have the best possible man.
Well, that
Yeah?
I was in a
And they have to
four-year
be kept on their
relationship before
toes.
this. I was also a serial monogamist for the same mentality of low body count and like being
Yeah, yeah.
and safe. Also, I don't
safe
want to
too,
get
for sure.
like an
Yeah, yeah,
illness.
yeah.
Like I'm very
Yep,
careful. You know, like I don't play around with that stuff, and that's another reason I hate cheating. Because it's like, what if you go fuck somebody now you
called
come home with
condoms.
AIDS?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? They
It's
break.
called condoms.
They break.
Do you think
They
higher
break.
tier men just fuck anyone from the streets?
It doesn't matter. People, have you not watched
No.
kids?
No,
Like
no,
that?
look, I agree.
People are born
The
with
most beautiful
AIDS.
women have
People
Look,
are
Kate.
born with AIDS. She
Kate.
could be a virgin.
Kate, I agree with
she
you.
Could be a virgin
The average
and you will
man-
fuck her, and guess
the
what? She has
one-
AIDS, and now you're done because she's a virgin. You never thought she was gonna have an STD. That happens. People are born with it. People are
Yeah.
born with herpes. People are
One
born.
minute, you
These
just
are
said she's born
scientific.
with.
we speaking
she's
general
born
right
with AIDS.
People are born with AIDS.
What
Did
is
you
the
not know
likelihood
that?
of
Yeah,
that?
what?
It happens.
And also, is
But
there
it
something?
happens.
Is there something?
Okay, 1 in 1,000
there
people
something-
born have both genital parts, like
Is-
actually the born defect of like.
Yeah, we
you know?
actually have a girl who's
Yeah, we
coming
have-
on in the
yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she's,
So that's the thing.
hermaphrodite.
But like, look at the probability of that. So
It's 1
there's
in
all
4,000.
Okay, well, and it's gone down from when I learned it in school from a textbook with like various.
1 in
other
4,000
reports.
people are born
But
a
that's still a
hermaphrodite.
high
Yeah,
probability.
it's a
and
very
that's what I'm
small
saying. There's
probability.
also no, but there is probabilities. You
But
know,
it's
and you
small.
step out,
But
it
it's still
doesn't
possible.
matter. Because then what? You come home to your wife,
Right.
the wife of your children, who's now both their parents are gonna die because you wanted to fuck some person.
Bro,
Get out of
bro,
here. I am
if you
not
use
playing with my
condoms
life.
and you are selective with who you fuck,
Okay.
you are not going to bring no disease to your woman.
Love that for you. I love that we all live in our little delusional world.
think-
No,
right?
no, 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 no.
I'm gonna live in mine. but
No,
we're smart
Silva,
and we-
I don't live in delusion. Right here
No,
on this
that's the
podcast, I don't talk
reality
about
of it.
opinions. I talk about
That's
straight
not
facts.
opinion. That
something
is
up.
facts. People do get STDs. Like
No, I
there's-
get that. I feel
not
like
saying that we
no,
don't.
no. I feel
Bro.
like you're really
Show chair.
triggered by this conversation.
Not even-
So, are you,
You are.
concerned that he might cheat on you? Because why?
It's a general thing.
not- no,
It's
no,
the
no.
way
Let me
that
tell you,
I'm-
he is
No.
cheating on her and he's cheated on her and he's going to continue. If she thinks that she's dating a millionaire who's monogamous to her,
no,
she's
I-
going to
I
find out the
really-
hard
I
way.
really
She's
do
been with him
think
for a year.
you're-
Give it
you're
another 2-3
fearful of
years till
that.
she
I
finds
don't think
out.
that's enough
And
time
look,
anyway.
and if she leaves his ass, she's the fucking idiot because she ain't going to find another one of
talking
him.
about her boyfriend about cheating, so now it's like in her mind.
Yeah.
Not
Are-
even
but-
necessarily
are
like
you-
that.
are
It's
you
a
fearful
general
of that?
no, because
No,
this is
okay.
my standard
Okay.
and what I had communicated already
Okay,
in
no,
the
I'm just
beginning.
curious.
Yeah, he's
No,
not
yeah.
going to sit there and be, yeah, babe, I'm good. Like, if he really
No,
wants
because
you, he's
you're
going to be
being
like, yeah, babe,
honest.
I ain't going to cheat on
Very
you.
smart for 27. I'm so impressed with you, girl.
Thank you, because I have the capacity
Delusional,
and
yeah.
the friendship.
Women
and
again
not
giving
intelligent
other women
and the
bad
people that I
tips.
keep in
The most
my life.
That's why-
person on the panel.
That's why
Yeah,
single mothers.
exactly.
Look,
No,
that's
but
why.
I have a
Look, this is
stand-
why. This is why majority of degenerates come from single mothers. And if you go out and actually do your statistics, single fathers do actually very great. You know why? Because we are disciplinarians and we are logical and we say it how the fuck it is. You're sitting there telling a delusion. Yeah, girl.
She's not
Hey,
doing
you're
it.
strong.
Like, bro, it's not the reality.
It's not the facts for you, maybe, but I live in my life with people that I respect and that respect me.
Okay, so
And
if
that
you
is
ever
a
find out
mutual
that he
thing.
did sleep with another woman, will you have the balls and the face to come back on my podcast and say it
Yes,
happened?
I would. I
All
would
right, cool.
definitely. I
We
will
hold you
message
to that.
On Instagram. I
We hold
promise
you 'cause
I
it's
have
gonna not-
integrity. I'm saying I'm an honest.
If you're
person.
saying your guy's
I'm an honest
good-looking
person.
guy in shape, he's got multi-millions and he has loads of options and he's only sticking with
Would
you, then
you
I'll
stay
see you in the
with
next
him,
year or
though?
two.
Well, it's
Would
her
you stay
value that
with him?
counts. She's it's
I
a
have
value.
values.
She would
Yeah.
say.
What's the point? What do you mean the value that counts? Explain.
It's the value. It's who she is.
And the person that loves me
Explain
respects
it.
that. And
No, don't just point at her because you're bringing up a shit point. Articulate. Wait, don't even
Like a value is knowing
articulate
like,
what you're trying to
and what
say.
you bring to the table and who she is and how unique she is and how he.
She's not unique.
Yeah, she is.
She's not special.
No, wait. You're contradicting yourself.
No. She's not unique and she's not special. She's not a virgin. She's not fucking 9 out of
In your
10.
mind, in his mind, yes, she is.
But you even said yourself that a woman like that is so
women
rare.
live in
That's why they have-
They don't live in reality.
can I bring something
and the further we
They don't
don't
live
keep
in
these
your
girls
lives.
accountable, the worse it's gonna be.
You guys,
I have to bring up a point.
when you
real
live in
quick.
delusion, you manifest better. I learned that. So
Yeah.
keep living in delusion.
But
because that's
okay,
how
I'm half.
Maybe that's her.
much
Maybe
you
for
give
her,
somebody.
he
Yeah.
is delusional.
Wait, ladies. Desiree's gone. Go.
I'm half Persian, and my
Oh, you are?
Yes, and my father always warned me. He's like, you stay away from those Persian men. They are cheaters.
Oh, they are? Thank
They
you.
are the worst. And so I don't.
Armenians
know
are even
anything.
worse than Persians.
And I've
Even
heard
worse.
that, and
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard
And
that.
you know who's worse than those? Black men.
But that's-
All my friends are black men.
but that's-
Black men always cheat.
But
They
that's
always
stuck with
cheat.
Black
me.
men never.
No, they don't. What are you talking about now?
I would never.
Never cheat.
I would never
Wait, what?
date a Persian man because of what my father told me, and that is actually.
Do you know
very
why?
Stereotypical.
Because your dad probably grew up with Persian friends, right?
Yeah,
And they all
were
cheated.
All cheating, and the more money they have, the more
They cheat. Do you know why? They have more
So,
options.
I know that if I ever wanted to be with a Persian man, my ass is gonna get cheated on.
But
You have the expectation.
let me break it to you. Look, like we said, every man is gonna cheat. Yeah. Yeah, you can sit there and live in your delusion.
They justify that they are cheating, like you mentioned, right? Like, oh, men cheat because they want variety. But I think deeply down, it's because there's something missing. There's something that the woman is not providing, and that's why they go out and cheat.
It's because they're gay.
Yeah.
It's a variety.
Yeah, variety.
A variety
Yeah.
of.
Variety
You
is a
can't wear a wig
justification.
for me how many times? You can't change into a black girl. Yeah, we like a variety.
So you really sitting here telling me that
Yeah,
all men cheat? So I need to get that ingrained in my mind.
Look,
that all men cheat.
I didn't say that. I said majority. I said majority of men cheat, and especially majority of high-earning men cheat.
So why would we continue to date men? Why won't we just date women?
Well, why don't you?
Because
Because you won't make it happy. And in fact,
that's what's gonna happen.
I talk to girls who are bisexual, and let me tell you, girls who are bisexual say they find it much harder dating women than men.
They're even more deluded.
Because you guys are deluded. You guys are harder to. You guys are harder to please. So do you know what I'm saying? I've had plenty of bi girls say they find it much
can't be
easier.
your
Women can please each
solution.
other really
I
well,
will
too.
agree.
Women can
so
please
I
each
am
other.
bi, and I did get on the dating app and tried dating women. And it was
hard.
really,
It's
it
hard.
turned me right back to the other side.
It's hard.
Fuck this man. Guys are way easier.
Because women,
Because I like really
women will,
feminine women.
women will flake.
Horrible.
Look, women will flake. If the man's not admirable, women will be obnoxious and rude to him. Like, we've seen this shitloads of times, bro. Even here on the podcast.
Yeah, like
you get what I'm
inviting
saying?
a girl onto the
like
panel,
we
you
we
think
come
that's
here, we
easy?
host girls, and we've had tons of girls like turn around and be hella rude or like, you know.
But I honestly feel like 2023 men just hate women. I think that's really
I
what's
don't
going
think
on.
that's-
No, I
We
think
hate
so.
women?
I don't
Men
think
hate
so.
women.
Do you,
There's a battle going on.
so all men are misogynistic.
Y'all hate women.
I would actually argue to say that majority of men actually don't hate women, and majority of men, majority of women hate men.
Yeah,
I would say.
I agree.
Look how y'all act.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
One minute, wait, because I want to keep her accountable
Right,
for
right.
this. What did I say that was bad towards women? I'm just telling you the truth of what
You
happened.
act like you're entitled to cheat.
You're being
Like,
against
you should be so
anything that
grateful
is
to
supportive
have,
of women.
because
That's
finding
exactly
chemistry with just one person is such a gift. So the fact that you would have that and be like, no, actually, I deserve more than that.
Right.
It's like, you're just a spoiled brat.
Untitled little bitch.
I'm not saying
It's
this is
easy. Look, it's easy for you to say. It's easy for you to say when you didn't have to fucking work hard to get into the position you are.
I
But
did,
men,
though, and
men
I
who have
did.
tons of options had to
And I'm
put
sure
blood,
so did
sweat, and
she.
tears to get into that
Then
position.
how do you have time to cheat if you're working so hard?
You think we're
That's another thing. I don't tell men who are successful don't just go out there and fuck tons of girls. We don't have time to fuck tons of girls.
That's fair.
However, if I've got a girl and another girl puts herself on the plate to me and I do have time, I'm gonna fuck her.
You sad.
Okay.
It's an opportunity.
All right, ladies,
Women will boycott men like that.
ladies,
And you're delusional.
exactly what you're doing, shaming me for being a man, is exactly me turning around to you guys and saying, you guys are dumb, shallow and incompetent for wanting a man who's stronger than you, a man who's fucking wiser than you,
got
and a man
mommy
who makes
issues.
more money than you.
got
So it's exactly the same with turning
got a
around
good point.
and saying that you guys are shallow,
does.
dumb, and fucking incompetent.
No, what he's trying to say is women are
Shame men
looking
for what they like.
No, women are going after men for their money, mainly,
Right.
Their looks.
and then looks, and then success and power and fame,
Status,
whatever
yeah.
else. So what he's basically saying is it's not fair that we can do that, but they can't conversely
Do what we
select
like.
what
Yeah.
they want. And I totally agree that that's where
When you
women-
turn around and said you want a man with $500,000, I laughed, but I said, yeah, you cool, you go. I never shamed you. Oh yeah, you shouldn't want a rich man.
because you like, oh, that's never gonna happen.
No.
That's never gonna happen.
No, I said to you, no, you're taking words out of my mouth. I said to you, if you think you're gonna get this kind of tier man and not cheat on you and be monogamous to you, then you are delusional. That's what I said to you.
I mean, I never said that they never
I actually
cheat,
said,
though.
I actually said to her she could, but I said to her that he's not gonna be monogamous to her. That's what I said.
And he brings up a good point, because if we're going to demand, if a woman's going to demand that a man has money and look good and power and fame and everything, then we have to accept what he may want, which are these things, right? But if we don't want those things, if we just want an equal, then we can just go find an
Yeah, there's
equal.
loads of average
But
dudes
the
around.
problem
Why? Go
is-
date average dudes.
But
Fucking I know
like
loads.
you
I'll give you some
say-
numbers if you want. Go
But-
date average dudes who are
but
nice.
he's-
But
But
she
you
doesn't
don't
want
want
that.
to.
She doesn't want
You
that.
don't want to. None of you
Most
want
women
to.
now
She doesn't
don't
want an average
that.
guy.
That's his whole point, is that most women now don't want that. They want the actors and the NBA players and all of that
You don't
shit.
even gotta be that. You just gotta
Entrepreneurs.
be
You just have to make 500,000. That's all you gotta make. That's all you gotta do.
No, I totally see.
Like
the
1%,
dichotomy
1% of men in America make more than $500,000 a year, and she wants them. 1%. You saw her 0.00006.
But I see their
Dream
point.
big. Y'all have
Ideal
women
woman
have-
is probably
women have
equally
to
as rare,
stop
no?
settling.
Ladies,
Let's
dream
start
big.
there. Women have to stop settling
but
for the
you
bare
can't-
minimum.
you can't
Because that's why
say-
these men think that they can talk like that to us
Sure.
and make us feel like
Okay.
we're living in delusion. When
You
we're
are
not.
living in delusion.
No, we're not.
You are,
But if
and you're never
you-
gonna get that top tier man if you keep
demand
acting
that
like.
women have these things that they shoot for the stars, then men have to be able to do the same thing.
course.
No,
Always
but it's
That's
you know
all
it's
he's
misogynistic
Right,
for
right,
a
we're
man.
not allowed to do that.
How dare a man want you want a young woman? You're a fucking predator. You want
Yes.
you want to sleep with multiple women? You're a fucking bigot.
No, all he's saying
come
is
on, bro.
that
What the fuck? Do you get what I'm
is
saying? Whatever
when
suits
we-
for them.
I get you. I totally get you.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Oh man, I forgot what
Do you want me to put it?
Let's get her a number.
Is it something to do with men having multiple women? What?
Yeah. Oh, it had to do with all of this, but
When it comes
Take your
back
time.
to you, yeah, when it comes
Yeah,
back
no,
to
no,
you.
come back
Can we
to
get
me,
back
come
to
back
acts
to
of
me.
service? Like
Well, no, no.
women's acts of service, like is words of affirmation, and that's a huge thing that not every.
Bro, like, I don't want to hear no
I
spiritual
remember-
bullshit.
I remember
I know.
what
We're talking in
Too much
reality
of that.
here.
Too much of that.
You're living in La La Land. That's why you're 31 and
wait,
single.
I
You live in La La
remember-
Land.
No, I'm
Just
not.
so-
I'm
Yeah.
what
saying
I was
real
going to
word,
say is
that's
yes,
why.
men
No.
have to work, 10 to 15 years to achieve their status, achieve
Correct.
their money, all of that stuff. And then once they get it, as long as they maintain it, their options are available for an unlimited amount of time.
Correct. Even when I'm 45, I can still go find a
Even
21-year-old.
when you're 65, she's
Well, look at her, yeah.
60. So I'm saying that never runs out.
But you guys
But it's a fetish.
Our value to men
Runs out.
Our youth, our looks, all of the things that are important for them to wife us. We have a very short shelf life.
correct.
There we go.
And you guys get lied to.
Let's go.
Wouldn't that makes our that means our time is extra more
Bro, it's
valuable than
actually a
yours.
fact.
Okay, and wait.
Of course you don't believe
And
in
wait,
that.
let me tell you.
Listen to the delusion. She don't believe in that. I'm here as a man telling you what men want.
Let me tell you.
Right.
I am way more attractive, way hotter,
When you was
way
21.
thinner at 34 than I ever was in my teens or my 20s.
But majority of women are not in that case.
I know, but I had acne. I dealt with my weight. I struggled with lots of things. And because of those things, I struggled with self-esteem. And I had a lot of problems, but because of those, I feel good about myself now because I'm like, well, I'm a way better catch now. you know, but logistically, you know,
A little bit closer to the mic.
logistically, you know, I'm past the sell-by date.
Yeah, exactly. But
Now that your
30s
value has been built
nowadays.
up.
No, but so you.
No, she's gonna redefine.
So
what it
you.
means to
Nowadays,
have
30s
your
is
value
your
now.
prime, okay? Like women.
What
just-
women's 30s is their prime?
Yes.
No, it's not. You,
That's what
are you
y'all
dumb or you do
believe.
not hear?
That's what y'all
Are you
wanna
listening or?
It's preference.
That's
Bro,
what y'all wanna- yeah,
yo, stop the show, stop the show, stop the show, stop the show. Listen to the delusion. I'm telling you real life statistics here. You can go fucking type this shit in on Google, yeah? And you have a woman being told the truth, but she refuses to take the
She'd rather
truth.
manifest.
She'll rather be in delusion, manifest with this delusion one here.
It's not the illusion, it's my reality, man.
Can I say one
my
thing?
word. I
But
choose.
also, but like,
On that
And then
note.
we'll come to
but,
you, don't worry.
but also, I think what your definition of prime, from a man's perspective, your definition of what women's prime is different than what a woman considers her prime, because women don't feel like they're in their prime until they have more self-esteem, they have more confidence, they feel, you know, like they've evolved a little bit, and that's usually.
All right,
when
let me
women
ask you
get
this
into their
question though,
30s.
Jennifer. Right now, yeah, is it not a safer bet for me to go not with a younger woman just because she's more beautiful? Because let me tell you, even if you turn around and you get all the 30-year-olds and you put them back to when they were 21, not all, but a majority of women are going to look better at 21.
Yeah.
However, it's not just the youth of how good you look, but if I get a woman who's 21, I can teach her about life, like from everything, little things, how to do the dishwasher, how I do the dishwasher, how we run things in our house. Now, the older a woman gets, not always, you know, some women who are older are submissive, still have that whole tradition in their head. But in general, the older women get, the more combative they are, and the more they're going to be harder to teach, to train. Yeah? And look, I know she started smiling.
Are we
Yeah.
dogs?
I know, seriously.
I think women always need to be
train our
coached.
men to.
Accommodate.
We train our men
That's a
to.
better word.
Look.
Like I'm a person.
Look, the word might trigger you guys. The word might trigger you
Not
guys, but
messy.
women need coaching by men. Yeah, women need to be coached by the men.
Flexibility and rigidity is what you're going after.
What's that?
I think what you're talking about is as anybody gets older, they lack flexibility and they become rigid.
There's that
But
saying, an old dog, you
training
can't teach an old dog new tricks,
Exactly.
right?
No, I see.
Not
your
saying
point.
women are like dogs.
It's
I'm just
Literally
saying-
just what I pointed out.
tomato.
What?
I just
I was
can't.
like we're dogs
I think
training
she just
us,
can't
is what I was,
manipulate.
like,
Does your guy train you?
I think I'm pretty much, my parents did that.
No,
like
'cause she's
I don't
not a dog.
gotta.
So
I'm
your
not a dog,
guy
like-
don't teach you shit
He
then.
just lets you do
He
whatever.
teaches me things, other things
Oh,
in
so
life.
he
doesn't
teaches
have
you,
to-
so he guides you, he coaches you, whatever
Yeah,
word
but
you
not
want to
about
fucking use.
not about like general
Whatever
life,
word you want to
living
use,
things,
bruv. Whatever
No,
word
but
you want to
it's not
use, you're
about,
getting
like,
triggered.
everyday life or like whatever. Like you're making it seem like.
Well,
how
you're
we
an
do
older
the
woman.
dishwasher
You're
around
an
the
older
house,
woman.
like-
A woman who's 21. A woman who's 21 is gonna need
I
to be
knew how I
taught
was
more.
to do that when I was 15 years old. What the hell? Like
Maybe have
less
some
younger. Like
21-year-olds
I
in
know
here
for real, because like this
Huh?
new generation
just
doesn't
make
know
it
how to
seem
do
like-
nothing, and it's like a celebratory thing. I've been.
I'll be
doing
honest with
this
you.
since
I've
I
had
was like 12,
21-year-olds who
11
act a lot
years
better than
old.
older women.
Like, all right, nice. Like I was doing the same thing then as I was
Well,
doing
what
now.
we're concluding here is that everybody values things different, right? Like I was just saying,
No,
like that
it's not
women
true what you're saying.
I was just saying, like for me,
Again,
words
you're
of
saying
affirmation's
you're
a
not-
big
you're saying
thing.
lies.
You're like because you don't agree with me, because you don't
No,
value
because
the
in
things I
general,
value, 'cause you
all
don't
the
see
women
ways
here
I
want the
see.
same kind of thing.
Well, we have similar interests here, and
No, you don't.
No, this
You
girl
want to
here,
deal.
we're on the same.
No, you don't. You
I'm
want to
not a
date a loser who's 50-50 with you. They want to date leaders.
never
You're not the
mentioned
same.
that. I never mentioned that.
You're not the same.
I never mentioned that I want to date losers.
Bro,
You're assuming you're making decisions on
the
your
way you're
own.
describing the guy you want is a loser. The way you're describing the guys you've dated are losers. You want to go 50-50.
They were not losers. They were not losers.
So why
They
are you
were
not with them now?
successful. Because the time lasted. I
Oh,
also wanted to
okay.
move on.
Okay, yeah.
I moved to another
Excuses for
city.
everyone.
I moved to another
No
city.
accountability.
I had
No
my path. I had to
accountability.
keep going.
Women never show no accountability. No accountability.
And men
It's-
do?
Huh? Yeah. Do you know why? Because when we don't, life hits us in our face. If we're a loser, if we're fat, if we're not competent, if we fucking
Well,
don't
I'm
have no
sorry, you guys
charisma.
have to go through a lot. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
have to.
But that's
It's not
most
about
men,
that.
though. That's
It's
most
not
men,
about
though.
that.
Wow.
No,
yeah.
but seriously.
I'll let him talk. No, seriously, I understand.
You see, she's trying to.
I'm gonna have empathy for you. Like,
No, you don't have no empathy.
do, I
You don't have no
understand.
empathy.
No,
I don't need your empathy anyway.
but I'm
I've
doing
worked
it.
hard in my life where I've worked so
having
hard that
empathy.
I don't
I'll let
need to
you talk.
have women's empathy.
I'll let
I
you
understand women, yeah. No, what I'm saying to you is what you're saying. You're coming out and saying that everyone's different and every situation's different, but it's not. Because every single woman on the panel, apart from you, wants the same thing. Apart from you.
Everybody wants different things. Everybody
Bro,
values different things.
are you a fucking
We're
retard?
unique.
I just said to you that all the women on the panel, apart from you, want the same things. And you're telling me every woman wants different things.
We want different things.
We've interviewed more than 150 girls on the panel.
I didn't say I want a man with, for example, that amount of money to make.
That's you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a minority. Why are you using your personal experiences for the generalization?
I'm not generalizing. I'm saying that if I'm part of the minority, it's because I value things
No,
different.
you should be generalizing because that's
Bro,
what this panel is
everything's
about.
in general.
Okay.
Women like to date men who are taller than them. In general. Does it mean that every
I
single
dated
woman?
people shorter. Yeah, I know what you're saying. yeah.
Bro,
you
she's
also
always
said that
using
you're on the
personal
same boat of
experiences.
these women, but
Forget
you're
your
really
life.
not.
It's not about you're a narcissist. It's not everything's about you. We're talking in general.
I'm not saying about me. I'm just saying in general that
you are.
people can have different ways of seeing things. Why are you coming after me?
Because you're coming out and saying things that don't make sense. And this is the thing, you've probably never had men keep you accountable
just
for your
holding you
bullshit.
accountable to what
So
you're saying.
I'm telling you now, what you're saying is incorrect. Because majority of the girls on the panel all want the same thing as they said. Yeah? They look for the same kind of traits in a man. Maybe not all the physical same, but all the kind of traits they look for in a
This is
man.
talking in general.
I mean, how
in
can
general.
how can she can only speak for herself.
No,
Yeah, that's all we bring.
you can't. That's
I'm not the spokesperson.
That's
for all women.
narcissistic
You're
to
not
look
the
at things like
spokesperson for all
that.
men.
That's narcissistic.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying,
that's
like,
narcissistic from me to you.
she doesn't know other women.
Yes, you are. You're being narcissistic by using your personal experience to generalize
That's
everything.
narcissistic to you, for you to say that all men cheat, that all the things that you're saying, that's for me more.
I'm telling you the
That's
truth.
not just his truth. That's just
I think this is. I don't know that she's
I think we're attacking.
done like mathematical research. So
I
how
don't
would
think we
she
need to
necessarily
attack-
I'm
know?
telling
Try
you
to
the
do it this
truth,
way.
Ra Maria. I'm telling you the truth.
That's your truth. I would never date a guy like you. That's my truth.
Bro, I don't want to date you. You're old. So why would I date you anyway?
I don't think I'm old.
Okay.
You don't
Next
think
call.
you're old.
Next call.
I'm telling you. All things are in general. Yeah.
You're the best, Simone. I love you.
Yes.
She's fucking crazy, bro.
I actually think all
You can bring up statistics,
Yeah, everyone's
but no,
fantastic.
it doesn't
I
make
love all
sense.
I got 15 more minutes here.
That's fine.
Okay, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my limit.
Seen as women, you know, you believe you said women can be wiser than men. So I want to see how wise you guys are.
I mean,
wanna
honestly, we're
see-
just going through opinions
All right,
here.
cool. I want to see how wise you guys are.
That's not facts. That's
Let's
not
turn.
reality.
Let's go around the table and name me 3 countries outside of America, and you can't name the country you're from, and you can't name Mexico or Canada. Yeah, let's do it.
That's so easy.
And what if someone already says something?
Yeah, then you can't say
Oh,
it.
am I first?
Yeah,
I'm
go
lucky.
ahead.
Okay. Countries?
Yeah,
Egypt.
yeah,
Honduras.
yeah.
Guatemala.
Oh, you got it.
going
It took you a while, but you got it.
Pakistan, India, Australia.
Okay.
New Zealand, Singapore, and Thailand.
Singapore's. No.
We're taking all your countries.
Sorry.
Singapore's.
Actually, it is. I think it is. I think you're right.
It is a country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spain, Australia, Japan.
Okay.
Colombia, Italy, and France.
Don't fuck it up.
Come on. You can do it, girl.
And guys, don't look at her. Stop trying to signal because I think she's gonna struggle in this one.
Russia.
You got this.
Ah! She got it wrong. Dubai is not a country.
Yeah,
It's
Dubai
part
is
of
not.
UAE. You failed.
You're right.
You failed, girls. That's my point. You're not wiser. You're not wiser than men. You couldn't even name 3
I never
countries.
said I was wiser than men.
She had to name like
at least you said it.
more than 18 at this point. So
exactly.
technically, that's a pass.
Thank you. Like,
Okay,
got
now you're
after-
defining what's past.
Oh, you're
and
moving-
what's past. Okay.
18 countries were
Bro,
off of the
I
page.
asked every single girl. Your last girl got it wrong.
Well,
But she passes though.
It's not her fault.
She didn't even get a chance to
You
try.
gave her 2 shots of tequila.
Wait, we're confirming what he's been saying the whole night.
You should-
that we
he
don't
did
take
have
accountability and that we stick up for each other, which is good.
I think
do.
that's
Yeah,
a
so
positive
me, I'm
thing.
going to tell her
never gonna
straight,
stop
like,
them.
you are dumb if you think Dubai is a country. Now you know. It's
Don't you
part of the
think
UAE.
It would be a red flag if she knew that Dubai was a country, because that's where.
Nah, men don't really care about women's
Honestly,
competence.
I was
Not
just
really.
naming where I'm going next, but that's cool.
Oh, you're saying is it a red
I'm
flag?
making a joke.
Is it because
yeah.
you named Dubai?
I'm making a hoe
probably, yeah,
joke.
probably a red flag. Yeah.
It's not.
Okay, ladies, if you had a son, who on the panel would you want your son to be with? Now we'll start off with Kate here. Who do you think is the most wifeable girl for your son on the panel?
We went that way the last time.
Like, are you talking like a public figure or like just
No,
describe
here
it?
On the table.
Here on the table. By
Set your son up with.
by talking to that, because you know we've been talking for 2-3 hours now.
Oh, wait, here?
Yeah, right here.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say it's between you two.
Fucking worst, right?
Probably you, but it's
Okay.
close.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jen.
You'll whip
'cause
him
I
into
think
shape.
she would take good motherly care of my
Good
son.
choice. Jen, who you taking? Your son.
Silver.
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 Okay.
I agree with a lot of the things you said.
How about you, Simone? You can't
You don't
pick
have to
yourself.
reciprocate. You don't have to reciprocate. Are you sure?
No, yeah.
Political,
We
political,
understand.
yeah.
Wait, yeah. Smart answer. Okay.
What about you, Silas?
Oh,
if it was your son. Yeah?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
For sure, Jen.
And see who's
Even
the
though
worst
I'm,
wife.
even though I'm
Oh,
old,
you do that one.
but even though I'm
You guys
old,
would all be great daughters-in-law.
yeah, that's what they want us to divide each other and compare. We're not doing that.
We're not trying to divide
But
y'all.
look, ladies, even for older women, I said like it's not the end game. Like I actually gave great advice to older women, even women who
talking
had.
about 21-years-olds all night, so it is the end game because you're not even looking at anybody past 21.
Well,
So-
he's not. He's
I'm not, but a lot of good men will.
Okay.
Oh, we're speaking general now.
Okay.
I feel like you're contradicting yourself though, because you said the perfect woman is so rare to you.
Yeah, she is.
So then maybe she is the prize.
Well, this is what I said.
Right.
Wait.
Oh, let him finish.
Wait, I believe if a woman is a virgin and she comes from a great family and she has all the traditional traits that needed to be a wife, then I believe her and the man are equal prize. I agree with you. However, let's be honest, in this Western world, doesn't really exist what we're talking about. So in general, women are not the prize because none of you guys are virgins. Majority of you guys are not even traditional, how your grandmothers were, etc.
It's 2023. We're not talking about grandmas and traditional. Like,
Well, that's what men like. Men like traditional women.
He's just talking general.
I mean, at the end of the day, people can like what they like. You can't control that.
Typical
So.
passport, bro.
Keep in mind, it's all
Well,
general.
talking of passport bros, I don't like passport bros because I think it's a little bit long to go outside of the West to find your woman to bring her back to the West, and you don't know how she's going to behave once you bring her back to the West. However, the whole thing behind passport bros is because men in the West are sick and tired of women in the West not being traditional yet expecting the man to be traditional.
But the
you guys want a man who's masculine, you guys want a provider, a protector, yet none of you guys are really traditional yourselves. You want to keep your Instagrams, you still want to go to nights away with the girls, weekends away with the girls. It's like
Who is y'all? Because I don't do that. I don't even have an Instagram.
majority of
So it's
women
like,
majority of women
you're
majority of
not
women in
general,
2023, if you got with them and you said delete your Instagram, majority of women would say no.
Yeah.
would y'all delete your Instagram?
For a guy,
Yeah.
See?
if he took care of me, sure.
Right.
He took care of you.
Okay.
But a lot of guys don't have the money to show for it.
Okay.
So there's like men out here.
Point.
But if you make that your idealistic man.
Yeah, you guys are painting hypothetical situations that if they existed, that would be wonderful, but they don't really exist.
These chicks
Yeah,
will
but
never
they're
fuck
very-
with me.
But they're really
My house.
God, we just got obliterated, ladies. We did.
Nah.
Look.
On that note,
No, they're saying that
The
man
truth
doesn't
is-
exist.
But that's
So why would
delusional.
why
Look,
would she
the
delete her
truth is-
Instagram if he doesn't exist?
The
So
truth is,
technically, they're
there has been
reinforcing-
delusion on this
But he
panel,
does.
but I'll be honest with you, you guys have still had really good points. All of you guys have had good points. Even Brazil has
Good
had a few
conversation.
things that are,
Jokes.
she's delusional in some senses. Yeah.
We're just not on the same level.
And
No,
Definitely not.
darling.
not.
You're
Please
vibrating
understand.
on
I talk in
separate
reality. I'm not here.
No, yeah, I'm not that rational. Like my studies, like my channel, like if you go there, you'll see like are pretty much like more abstract concepts and things. There, like you guys are. I'm not saying like it's too shallow for me, but it's just like the kind of things that are
But
more
women
mundane.
are shallow.
Like mundane to me,
Not her,
it's
though.
shallow. It's not me.
She's not.
Yeah, but do you
Like, I'm
understand?
not
Majority of
materialistic,
women,
I'm not
you
that-
saw on the panel today, right? Majority
That's
of women.
why
will-
I'm minority for sure.
Yeah, majority of women will only date a guy taller than them, richer than them, more competent than them.
Yeah, exactly. It's minority. Like you can't just like force somebody to be like everybody.
We're
is.
not telling you to be
That's
like
a learned
anyone.
thing,
guys.
though.
I'm not
Because
telling you.
I've loved men
What I'm
for who they
telling
are,
you.
and it got me nothing.
What I'm telling you is you can't.
Nothing.
What I'm
I
telling
rode
you.
and died and rode and died.
Ladies,
and
wait,
that's it. And I'm
wait,
done.
Ra
I
Maria.
love kindness.
Ra
I look
Maria,
at
what I'm telling you,
kindness
wait, ladies,
like that.
one mic at a time. What I'm telling you, Ra Maria, is
Per.
even though your interactions and your life has been different and what you like is different to other girls, you can't use your personal experience to generalize.
No, but that's what you're doing too. That's what we were
No,
doing
I'm
most of
not.
the time.
I'm not.
He
Because
was
I'm talking in
talking
general facts.
generalizations,
You're
yeah.
talking just from your personal experience.
No, but I was
I'm not
sharing
sitting.
my-
I'm not
She
sitting
has
here.
her own demographic. Yeah, there's a
But
lot
I'm
of
not
people
sitting
that
here
believe
saying that
things
I
she
want
believes,
to. I
and
want
that should
multiple
also
women.
be
I'm saying
acknowledged because
majority
we're the
of men
majority,
do.
but we have a minority perspective, and that doesn't necessarily mean like no one's to say what's right and what's wrong.
No, it does.
What
No, it
happens-
does.
what happens
It's
when you have a
absolutely right and
minority
wrong.
But we're
perspective?
talking about
Absolutely right and wrong.
I could be wrong though, and like what I believe and what I do.
You are wrong.
Because I'm delusional and my boyfriend won't cheat on me.
Yes,
the
you're
only
wrong.
thing that I have that's wrong.
No,
according to your
but I'm saying in that
standards,
aspect of what we were talking, you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying.
can
it.
be wrong once or twice in the freaking conversation whenever.
I'm
you
not
know,
But
saying-
thank you,
yeah,
guys.
I'm just
This-
saying
This was
in-
great. This was really good. Thank you so much for having me. This was really great.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like,
Weren't we supposed to share our personal experiences? Like,
I thought
how
that was
would
the
I?
point.
How would I know? I haven't done like a scientific
Okay.
study. About
Look, sharing your personal experiences, but using it to generalize what should and can
does
happen.
happen.
Yeah, it's not.
it
Because
what
you guys
does
have
It's not
to keep in
realistic.
mind, this is a show. This
It's
is a live
all-
show. People are interacting.
Like we're
with
trying to
us,
teach
okay?
women and
So
men
it's
how to
not-
date better.
Yeah, we're not inviting you onto the panel just to talk about your personal experiences, okay?
Yeah, of course.
To be fair.
Because look, you might date a guy who makes less money than you, but majority, higher than 90% of women will not.
Okay.
So there's no point me sitting here and telling men the rule set that might work just for your 10%.
Right. No,
I'm
I
gonna,
know, I understand.
I'm gonna tell them what works in general, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like I can turn around and tell men, go and take flowers on your first date. It might work for 3-4% of girls,
Right.
yeah? But 96% of the girls are gonna laugh at him and never date him again. So how can I give him advice for a minority?
Yeah, no.
I'm always gonna give advice for majority.
to the
It's our
mass, of
responsibility.
course.
Same
as
with
a host,
the same
as
with
a
the
show.
cheating thing. I know majority of guys cheat and lie. We know this. We know this. So what's the point of me sitting there and talking about the minority, maybe Christian men who don't?
and they do. That's what y'all need
And
to
she's saying even
realize.
they do. But I'm telling you, the ones who don't, like the ones I know who won't, are like, they're virgins themselves. They will only date a girl who's a virgin. They come from a very conservative family. They're never going to allow their girl to put promiscuous pictures up or anything like that. Like, those are the types of guys who are going to, like, be monogamous, right? Because they're scared, they're fear of God.
That's why it's so important that we stick to the facts and not our feelings.
Wait, I got a
So
question.
integrity
So you
also is
saying
an
that
important thing
Persian
that
men
some
really
people have.
cheaters?
Oh, they're
because I met a
horrible.
Persian today, and
Yeah, I would run.
Let go of him. No, joking,
Like
I'm
my
joking, I'm
dad.
playing.
No, my dad. In my experience with other girlfriends. So if they were born in the United States, that's different. But if they came and immigrated here, they're more likely to be cheaters.
oh
and
my
even
God.
some
Man,
that.
I'm so sick.
But
Yeah,
polygamy
it's just
is
the
part of their
culture.
culture.
It's
It's legal in
It
their
is.
countries
Look,
to be
ladies,
polygamous.
is it
Or
not?
they're really
You wanna
loyal,
date
or
me?
they're loyal as hell.
Yeah, let's go, girl. I'm down.
Yeah. Until the bill comes. Until the bill
Right,
comes,
then,
yeah.
50-50.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
The guy or the girl in this relationship, Samar?
Yeah, you guys have a long conversation to have.
Shit, we gotta get that figured out.
Yeah, get that figured out first, please.
But look,
Who makes more money?
I gotta get another
Who gets
job.
more bread here? Who's gonna be taking care of who?
I guess I am the older one, so it falls on me. Yeah.
Wow, see, that's traditional values, though.
Hey
See,
man,
you're even
it
succeeding to
goes
that.
all over. Queer people have traditional values too.
what's that?
See? Like
Queer
the-
people have traditional values
Girl, I'll
sometimes
get you
too.
some
Well,
flowers
talking of queer
and
people,
chocolates.
talking of queer people, you do know that lesbians have the highest rate of domestic abuse, right?
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Where do you
no.
get all of your information? I'm genuinely curious. I'm not.
Ladies,
I'm not
Oh,
being
look,
caught up.
wait.
You
Kate, do you
Yeah.
think I'm that much of an incompetent guy guy that I come on a podcast and I don't do my research.
No, I meant like where is in like is there a specific website?
CDC, National Health.
Your memory is fantastic.
Did they take a poll?
CDC, the same website that told us that coronavirus was such a huge thing.
All right.
I don't think we should
really in the
suppress
nature.
people's individual experiences.
Look, you got me there. However, we're not going to go into that. Look,
Right, we're not
Let's
gonna
not.
go
Let's
into
not get
that.
for people who know me personally, know that I'm very anti-government, establishment. I don't believe in all that. But look, the numbers are the numbers. If you go look at the CDC, lesbians have the highest rate of domestic abuse, and actually, if you go look at gay guys, they have the lowest.
And they spend
Because men are least likely to snitch on other men
research,
regardless
so.
of their orientation, and women are the first to like speak on it, and then women are scared to like speak out on the men that they've been with for years that beat their ass every single day. But that's just all.
I disagree. I think a lot of women have even come out in 2023
Finally,
and said,
though,
finally, a lot of it's lies.
There's another sign.
Lies when there's bruises and
How many?
like,
One minute.
literal-
How many men have been? Like even Andrew Tate, you can talk about. He's been what? He got told that he raped a woman. Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that word. Raped a woman. He got told that he was manipulating and doing all of this, and it's all come out as lies. Because
It's not always lies. That's crazy.
But he still got
so one minute, let me get this wrong. All the women who he has multiple women who come out and said that he treats them really well. He's a gentleman. They're all lying. They've been manipulated.
That's
right?
called money.
But we already spoke on the podcast that money's not enough for a woman to be happy, right? Like if your man has money but he has no charisma, he doesn't treat you well, he doesn't fuck you well, are you really gonna stay with that man?
No.
Well, exactly. That's
But
my
he has
point.
money.
Exactly. That's our whole point.
All right
It
then.
depends on what community you speak to.
What
because-
community we're speaking to?
Yeah, because there's a community like we have the sprinkle community. Are y'all familiar with this?
She has a book called
Educate
I
us.
Bring Nothing to the Table.
Literally nothing. Like we don't have to. We're women. We don't have to.
Yeah,
bring
that's why
anyone.
she's probably single and you
No,
lot are probably
actually,
single.
she's very married. She's been married for years.
So probably the
happily
loser.
married.
If she's saying that women need to
rich.
bring nothing to the table.
She has 2 beautiful kids.
She's beautiful herself.
All right, cool. Look, if you don't trust what I'm saying and you think it's all lies, cool. Just don't bring nothing to the table. Keep going the way you're going, and we'll talk in 5-10 years. Fine.
What do you want us to bring to the table is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
But ladies, I've literally repeated it like 3 times. Ladies, over there, have I not repeated it?
Is it really that hard?
No, let me tell you about you guys. Women love to hear, but you guys don't listen. You need to listen, not just hear. Listen. I told you guys 3 times what men want from women, but again, you're here sitting asking me.
Because you saying we know that we have to be loyal. We know that we have to.
Loyal's a
communicate.
given.
Exactly, those are given. What you're
Given.
saying is
Submissive.
given. Submissive. That's given.
Like, yeah,
That's
that's already easy for us. So to
Yeah.
us, it
It's
doesn't even
not. If it
require
was easy,
effort.
you guys would have boyfriends or husbands.
Right.
Okay.
She's like, wait, hold on, wait.
Can I say one final thing? Or sorry, I've probably been talking.
Okay, look, we're gonna finish in about 10 minutes. Before we finish, you can leave. Can you leave in 10 minutes? 10 more minutes, and we'll go. We'll wrap it up in 10 minutes.
This is
10
good,
minutes.
girl.
Just
This is
10 minutes, girl. Come on.
Why you
You gotta
gotta
go?
leave? You don't got no man.
Talk your shit.
you got no man.
No, you ain't got nobody to go
Listen,
home
I
to.
don't blame her. She's being obliterated.
I got many.
No, but if you have to go, you're welcome to leave.
I don't have one.
Oh, she has many now. Wow.
She got a roster.
Yo,
Ladies,
why didn't you say that
You might have many.
beforehand?
You might have many, but you don't have one good one.
Right.
That's the problem.
Well, there are things that I'm not
Shall I
going to
tell you
open
why?
up to you
Say that
for
on
the
the
sake of the
way.
podcast.
the
and
men
my
that you
personal
want to
life.
date, the men that
I
you
won't
want to
share
date,
with you my
the men that you want to date don't want to date you, and the men that date you, you don't want.
It's
And I've
whatever
seen
you
that with
say.
women
ladies,
over
I
and
know
over
that's
again.
True, but-
podcast men. Stay for men that have podcasts.
Man with the microphone.
I think that's true, but I think we'd rather just be alone than be with not who we want to be with.
What's that?
I
Man
think
with the
I
microphone,
think what you're
leave
saying
him
is true, but I think we've come to the reason why we're single is because we'd rather be alone.
Ladies, one mic at a time.
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I'd rather be alone than not be with someone who I really want to be with.
Yeah, I have a
Right,
tattoo
why
down
would
my
we-
So
So
you
ribcage
say it
that
as
says
an
in
insult.
Spanish.
You're like, oh well, that's why you're single. It's like, well, I'd rather be single than be with someone who
No,
doesn't.
what I
who's gonna cheat
said,
on me.
what I said to her, if you listen, not heard me, I said the men that she wants don't want to take her seriously. The men that she dates that do want to take her seriously, she don't admire them. And I've seen that with most of you guys.
That's how that works.
That makes sense.
And you know what? That goes for most of
She
you
got
guys.
whole
Not just
rotation over there,
you.
so.
Maria, it's not just you. It's not just you. Majority of women are like in that position. Majority of guys that want to date don't want to take them seriously, and the guys that do want to take them seriously, they don't want to date. It is what it is. Well, look, we're gonna go around the panel. One last question. You guys can ask us any questions you'd like, and then we're gonna wrap up. So, Let's start here with Simone. Is there anything you want to ask us? Don't ask me again what a woman brings to the table. I've said it so many times.
Well, we don't have to do
First
that.
of all, I just want to ask that, and I need a moment because I need to think about it.
All right, let's start here with Kate then.
Sure. Well, so I'm sorry. What was the question?
Is there anything you'd
questions
like
for
to
us?
ask us before we wrap up?
How have you how's your well? Can I ask a personal question? Is that rude?
Yeah, you can go.
Do you feel like you live in Delulu land as well, where you're like, I want this, but you're settling low key on the?
Is it idealistic for me to want a virgin? Yeah, probably. Is it realistic? No. So I live in realistic terms. I'm not like you guys who go way past expectations. So look, for me, if I can get a traditional woman who's probably been with like hopefully 2-3 guys at max, comes from a good family, then I think I still have a good woman.
Okay, cool.
And I'm
What about
not in the
yourself?
position in life to really carry on a relationship and have like an impact. You know what I'm saying?
So you're
because
not?
I'm still not. I'm not up to my own standards
How old
yet.
are you?
You know what I'm saying?
He's still young.
I respect that.
I'm 26. I'm about to turn 27. So
Okay, that's
it's like I'm still young, and I'm not gonna try to like delude anybody to say like I'm this accomplished man, because I admittedly can say that I'm not.
Sure.
So like even if I have options, and I trust me, I
He
do.
does.
I'm not gonna like lower myself, or at least if I'm gonna commit to somebody, I want to be able to be in the position where I can fully take care of them. And that's it. Yeah. If I'm not in that position, then I don't have really like. If I'm not in that position, then it's like, you know, if you're not at your best self, then you don't really have that. It's just you're not.
How are you going to lead her?
Yeah, you can't lead somebody if you don't have that experience in yourself. If you don't have that within yourself.
So what are you doing? Just wasting women's time and wasting your time for the meanwhile?
Well, no, because most women that fuck with me, they're not wasting their time. They want to come back. Trust me. Like they
what
want.
they coming
They
back
love
to?
the
That
seller's
shit.
experience. You
But
know what I
what's the
mean?
experience that
He's
you
not
have?
forcing them, is he?
No.
But what's the experience that you're giving these women? Because maybe we want to experience
Well,
that.
you know, I think what it is.
You can find out, Simone.
Yeah, you can fuck around and find out if you want. But I'll just say, like, you what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything to hide. I'm not a liar. I work hard. My life is my work at this point. So, you know, just anything you need to ask me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And I'll be honest
I don't
with
have
you.
anything to prove to anyone.
Men can
All
wait.
these analogies.
Like Jennifer,
Right.
like Jennifer said, men can wait, right? Because we have a later expiry date. Like men tend to, like, you know, there's a reason that you guys don't mind grey hairs, don't mind scars on guys, tattoos on guys, because you guys don't mind a guy who's been through it a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Within men are not the same, the opposite way around. So, how about yourself, Silva?
What? Like, do I have
Any
any
questions?
Question
no,
for us?
I think you guys are very clear cut,
Right.
as I have been.
And I wish you the best. And I'm just gonna say it one last time: if he does ever find out, if he does
I will
ever,
absolutely come back and tell you, but
no, don't come and just tell me. Just stay with him. Trust me. He cares about you.
Do yourself the
He
favor.
loves you. Just
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
respects
Men need to be
me.
taught a lesson.
And if he goes fucks another girl, it doesn't mean he disrespects you.
Not you.
Anyway, go ahead. Ramaria, anything you want to ask before we close up?
How long your relationship, the latest it has ever lasted?
The longest relationship that's ever
And
lasted,
what
or
was the
my
longest
relationship
you've
right
ever
now?
had?
Well, the longest you've ever
The longest you've ever had.
My longest I've ever had was 4 years. And I'm in a relationship right now.
With a 21-year-old?
5 years.
With
Oh, and how
multiple
old are
girls.
you?
With multiple girls?
Yeah.
How are you in a relationship with multiple women? Do they
Because
all
you got it
know,
like that.
do they all know they're in multiple? Are they?
Yes. I'm very clear. Some of them are friends.
What's the
Because
communication?
they don't respect
What's the
polyamorous men.
The communication is, babe, like, you know, with dating, this is the first time. I'm just letting you know from the get-go that I don't believe in monogamy for me. Meanwhile, you can't go on nights away with girls, no nightclubs, no Instagram, no dressing promiscuously. But I'm going to go do what I want. This is why... Wait. This is why I'm going to go do what I want, because men and women are
I
not
hope
the
you pay
same.
the money.
The problem is with you guys, it sounds like you think men and women are equal, and we're not equal.
We know that. We
Yeah,
know that.
we're
We're
not
not
equal.
getting that confused. But
So
we
what-
know that
you
you're
are.
not- we
You
know,
are.
We're not. But we know that you're not out here telling these women that they're sharing you with multiple different women. We know that. We're like,
What, you think I'm lying?
yes.
Is that fulfilling? That's my question.
Cause-
Do you actually? Because none of them can truly
Next
love you.
question.
I'm lying then. What do you want me to say? I'm lying. You can go look at my Instagram. It's all over my Instagram.
And you
I'll have
got all
multiple
your different
women.
women.
Do
in
you
pictures.
feel happy?
I
Are
have
you happy?
loads of pictures. Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, great.
But I have great women in my life.
So are you
happy.
having sex with all these different women?
No, I'm just stroking them.
are you having unprotected sex with all these different women too? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So do they know that they're sharing you unprotected with all other different women?
What do you mean? Wait. You
know
other
what I'm
women
saying. I'm
different.
drunk.
I don't
You know
go.
what
I
I'm
don't go
saying.
fuck casual girls and have unprotected sex.
But the women.
I only have unprotected sex with girls that I've literally been with for a while.
Exactly. You say you have multiple women.
Yeah.
So
They are
do they know
stepping
that
out
y'all
on
that you're
Yeah.
having unprotected sex with them?
Well, clearly,
And
if they know I have
One of those
multiple
girls is
women,
cheating.
And
They're
then,
gonna be
okay,
fucking
One
other
of those
men.
girls
then.
is cheating for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're the
They don't respect you. They don't
They're all
respect you.
cheating.
One of
He's
those
the
girls is
reason.
cheating
He's
for
one of the
sure.
reasons why the STD
I have friends.
rates
I'm
are
not a
so
cheater, but I have
high.
friends.
You're the reason the STD rates and HIV rates.
okay, so a guy wants multiple women shaming again the man. It's fucking
No,
insane.
the women
They
are
don't wanna
cheating.
accept that
I'm
reality.
talking about
That's
the
what
fact
it
that
is.
I have friends, and some of them fucking cheat, and I'm like, girl, stop.
Bro,
And
you can
then-
talk for yourself.
I can, but I'm also
My girls,
seeing
my girls
I'm
are way
watching-
more submissive than you, way more attractive than you, younger and more traditional than you. You can't
They're
talk.
stepping out on
you
you.
can
One
talk
of them
for
at least.
yourself.
All right, I'm not.
You can
I
talk
don't
for
cheat
yourself.
on my boyfriend.
you're
I'm
the
obviously
reason
against
that-
it for a reason.
You're saying that my girls cheat on me, but you don't know my
Maybe
girls.
one of them does. That's
But you
all I'm
don't-
saying. There's
but
a
you don't know
probability.
them.
Maybe you're putting
There's
that
a
out
high
You don't know
probability.
them.
Okay.
It just sounds like you're triggered. To me.
I
no,
honestly,
it sounds
I'm
like you're
telling you
triggered.
because I've seen girls cheat on boyfriends
Sounds like
that
you're
they
triggered.
think
You have your own
are completely-
experiences.
Yeah, because I saw it happen.
It sounds
live,
like
and
you're
it's
triggered.
Like an actual consistent thing, and she's agreeing with me because she's probably seen people that are loyal and honest to their
I'm
guy.
sure they all have.
Step out.
Pretend, yeah.
They pretend. They put on a front so
Honey,
hard. It's
ladies, you're
crazy.
acting like this is new. Do you know that men always through history have always
You can't
had?
ignore it because it's a fact that is
What's a
true.
fact?
That women cheat too.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the new concept?
So what's your point?
the new
What's your
concept?
One
point?
of your girlfriends could be cheating on you, and that's dangerous. That's all.
just
I'm
don't be
saying.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could be cheating on.
for
You
real.
could be cheating on your man.
I'm not though.
Well,
he's not watching this. He didn't know I'm on here. Like I'm not.
Well, he doesn't?
Well, he knows I'm on here, but he doesn't know like the actual pod. He's busy. Like,
Bro, you
we're
don't
gonna
already
talk
admire your
on the phone.
man. You don't know you're here at a podcast. Probably a sucker. Anyway, next.
He's out of town and he's busy right now.
Bro, my woman, my girls, I know exactly where they are, where they go.
He has my location.
They don't go
He
to a
knows what
podcast
I'm
with a dude
doing.
about dating without telling me.
Yeah.
But anyway, it says a lot about
He
your
knew
guy.
I was gonna
It says a
come.
lot about your guy.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Anything you want to ask?
I already asked you. Go ahead, Jen.
So I want to know, are you honest with all the girls that you're with? That
No.
there's no possibility.
There isn't
of-
any reason for me to lie because I'm not trying to get in relationships with them.
But that's
Sit here and
that's what I was curious
lie.
about, because women, no matter how good it is, or especially if it's really
I
good,
tell them,
they get
"You're
more
not
of
the
an
only one."
emotional connection.
I tell them that they're
Yeah, and
they're
guess
not
what?
the
They'll
only one.
accept it.
But most
Like
of the
majority
time-
of you guys say you won't. I've had all girls who say, no, I could never do that. Disrespectful. And they,
man.
they hang out with me a week or two and they're like, you know what? They get in line.
No man has ever told me that he's seen multiple women or he's.
I'm not
having
a
sex with
regular
multiple
dude.
men.
Because
I'm not a
majority of
regular
guys
guy.
lie to you.
I did
Like
that.
you said. You've even said yourself, majority of guys lie.
There have
Okay,
been plenty of times where I've told somebody this information, like, hey, you're not the only one. They made the decision, like, okay, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
But the girls that stay, they understand that, hey, they're not the only ones, but they're still willing to stick around. So I'm not lying to them.
Yeah, no, that's all I was curious about, because I think as long as you're being upfront and honest, then
Have
it
to.
doesn't,
You
yeah, it
have
doesn't
to.
matter.
Have to.
You can't lie.
Exactly.
I tell guys not to lie.
It's not easy,
even though
but-
majority,
No, it's not.
even though majority of women can't accept the truth,
Yeah.
like you guys have seen on this panel, like, you know, if a man ever turned around and said the shit that I say to women,
Yeah.
you guys think it's insane, but it's the truth, right? So you guys have seen majority of times when you guys tell the truth, you know, you start saying you're the reason of an epidemic of STDs, your girls are cheating,
Right,
and you
right.
trying to shame you
They act
everywhere.
Girls should get on
emotional.
That's
PrEP.
what happens. That's what happens.
Ladies,
Those girls should get
2024,
on
we're
PrEP.
staying away from men with these podcasts. That's the most toxic man. Okay, we're staying away.
Girls that are dating them, please get on PrEP as soon as possible.
Get away from
So
them.
you don't
They're
get
toxic
no.
and, like,
Yeah,
okay.
like please,
Okay.
and please get on
All right.
PrEP.
Here's the thing that I've learned. If you don't want to deal with this, then maybe give regular men a chance.
Try some regular.
They don't want to.
But they don't want to.
Don't
Say
get
it.
me. Who said we
But-
don't get right?
no,
But
it's just
Desiree,
saying
Desiree, this is the thing though.
Standards that have our mindset.
Even
If
Beauty
you
of
don't
life.
want to deal with this,
even
then don't
average
do
men,
this.
even average men though, you even said cheat.
Of course.
Like the same way, if I
What
gave an
I'm
average
doing
man $1
is-
million, a Ferrari and a six-pack, guess what the fuck
I'm
he's
not
gonna
talking
do?
about cheating. What I'm talking about is if you want to have an equal relationship, then give average men a
But women don't want equality.
I do, and
No, that's good advice. That's good advice.
To some extent.
No, you
right?
can't pick when to choose. Like you either get a masculine man or you get an
I
equal
don't
man.
want a 5'2", like 110-pound man, right? Like there's.
I don't mean physically.
There's some things
I mean like as a man.
That you
Yeah,
want.
that some things I want, but there are other things I am totally. I don't need somebody to make more money than I do. If they just make the same amount of money, I'm fine with that.
The same amount of money as you?
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Yes,
Why?
because it's
She's
still
an
income.
attorney. She makes a lot of money, so
I'm not
sure
an
it would
attorney.
work
I'm
out.
a paralegal.
Oh, paralegal.
If
So you are okay with your man making the same amount as money
yeah,
as
my
you?
last ex made less than me at a certain point.
And you
in
was
time.
happy with that?
Yeah, I was fine with
To
that.
each his own, girl.
But that's what I'm saying. If
Look, she might sound deluded to you, but you sound just as deluded saying that you want a man who makes $500,000 who's never gonna cheat
A
on
house
you.
in L. I never said that didn't cheat.
You
What
did.
if the house in LA
You
have
said
anything to do with
monogamous.
that?
Because that's
She
an
wants
average
that, but
house
she
in LA.
accepts it. She already said she accepts
Or
it.
you can accept it.
I'm not gonna
I'm just
accept
saying,
Back to the streets.
if you don't want to deal with what they're talking about, the LA experience of a man.
Are we the
with
LA
wealth.
experience?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm from,
yeah.
I'm from a different area.
I'd say to you, actually, every single man who comes from
I'm
a
not
big
talking
city,
about cheating.
who has wealth and has charisma, all think the same
I'm
like
just
me.
talking about the average man. He makes $80,000-$90,000.
That's not
a year.
average. Average is 50,000 or 45,000 or something.
Well, in my circle, 80,000-90,000.
That it doesn't matter whether
You
your
okay with
circle.
that, 50,000?
Average is 50,000.
That's okay.
Well, that's less than what I make. But if they made about the same as what I made, or if they even
How
made
much?
less for
You make 6 figures a year?
I was making.
So it's
over
fantastic. So
100,000.
again, you don't want an average man. You're sitting there telling the girls that they should go for an average man, but you're not going for an average man.
I'm gonna send you some
Whatever
videos,
level you're
okay?
at, right?
'Cause we need
Whatever
that.
Depending
level
on where you're
you're
at and what you want.
Exactly. Whatever level you're at.
Yeah, but a
If
man's not
I
gonna
was
give a fuck
making
about your income.
50,000 a year, and look, it's a lot more fun to build wealth together.
No.
And
No. Build with.
Sorry.
Are you Barbara the Builder? We don't build with men.
Barbara the Builder's
We do
an
not
actual.
build with men. We don't build with
shit,
men.
is this an LA thing?
Barbara, thank you very much. I hope you didn't say nothing personal. I wish you the best.
Okay,
Right, are you,
I know
you got
what
a new
you
book?
want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need a
yeah.
Uber.
All right, cool. Have a good
This
one,
was so
okay?
much fun.
Wish you the
Thank
best.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye. Good luck.
Bye.
girl.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck with your rotation.
Come grab the chair from here, please.
You don't have to build with the man.
But it's a lot more fun to build
What's fun
together.
though? What's fun
to
about
look
that?
back at this wealth you built? To look
But he's
back,
not looking back at
But you're
that.
business partners. When you get married, you're business partners.
Business
you're building,
partners?
You're building
She's laughing.
together. And no, I agree. Like in a lot of aspects, the man's probably going to make more money and have more value because I choose men who are older than me. They're going to have more stuff to bring to the table from that
Right.
respect. But it is a lot more fun to build together.
Yeah.
If you can't,
What
I
are we
prefer
building
building.
together?
But
Building
wealth and
look, Desiree, this is the thing. Like what Simone's saying is actually what majority of girls actually want. They want a man who's pre-assembled, ready to go. They don't want to sit there and have to
that's
motivate,
the
build, and
typical- Are you really like all like?
no. Majority of women are like
They
this.
say, they say second wife
No,
gets the best
that
life.
is a general
That's a
fact.
thing.
No, that's a general
They
fact.
say
yeah.
that second wife gets the best life. That's like a thing.
The woman that a man has
they're
to build
house
with,
trained
they're
at
not
that
going to
point.
respect you. They're going to treat you less than.
You are less than.
You know what I'm saying?
But you are, no. If
Yeah.
you date a man who's superior to you, then you're less than him, right?
Yeah, but they're not going to respect you when you're building with them.
Oh.
How do you not? Yes, they're
You would
gonna,
think that.
No,
they-
I
because
disagree with you. I think it's the other way around. I think
Why
you
do
won't
we see
respect them.
respect-
You won't
no,
respect
but
them.
why do we see the man that's an athlete that's came up with his girl and they, you know, she was there when he was in college and high school and then
He
when
stays
gets
with
to-
her.
No.
Majority of
Not
the time, he
always.
stays with her.
No.
I can name you so
What about
many.
the whole money?
We look at LeBron. LeBron is the only example of that.
That's a great example.
That's
Do
the
you think that guy
only
is loyal?
example.
Alright,
of
cool.
that.
You think LeBron's wife doesn't know,
Yeah.
LeBron fucks other
Yeah, you
girls,
think he's
but he
loyal?
loves her?
You
Of
think
course
he's
he
loyal?
does.
LeBron
You're
James
rolling your
loyal?
eyes because you know it's the truth.
I know he's not loyal, but I'm saying that the man that you have to build with and you bring him up and you know all that type of stuff, he does not respect
But
you. He's
that's-
when he gets
that's how
on,
it's
he's going to
been
leave you.
for
He's going to
years.
leave
Guys,
you
no
for somebody
conversations over there,
else.
please.
It's just this shift has somehow happened in, I don't know, the past 5-10 years. where
Social
now-
media.
I think that's it, where people are trying to get this ideal, but the majority of people are just average Joes trying to build wealth with somebody that they love. And
So are you saying that you're average?
I think so. I mean, isn't the income in LA, the average median income, like 75,000?
I think it's like 70,000 in LA, but in general, if we're going to speak about in America, it's like 40,000,
Yeah, so if
45,000.
we take LA, so 75,000 a year, I don't think that's wrong to have two people making that and building together.
No,
and growing
ma'am.
together.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You gotta look at the rent in LA. How much is rent in LA?
I get that, but there's ways around that stuff. Oh, so let's put all of the costs aside. Wouldn't you rather be in a relationship where you're building together?
Every
and
time I
growing
built with the
together?
man, it did not work out. Every time I helped the man get up and was supportive and did everything I had to do to help him, it did not work out.
There is men loudly saying on the internet that they would leave a girl the second that they like came up if she stuck with
Yep.
them through the like hardness,
Yep.
because then it's
I
like,
haven't heard
damn, why would you
anything
have
from
such
you.
low self-esteem and low standards?
I would actually-
and so then they think that
But
she
those are
has
good
no
men. Those aren't great
self-respect.
men.
Yeah, those are not good men. I would say, like I said
say
to
it,
you,
though,
like I
loudly.
said to you, ladies, 80% of breakups are initiated by women. Men will rarely ever men rarely leave women. The only time a man's gonna leave a woman is if you did some fuck shit. Maybe you was promiscuous and you fucked someone else. You treated him like shit. Like, bro, men rarely leave women. Like, that's the truth. And if he didn't make you a wife in the first place, there's something that you done wrong. If he's a great man, right? Like, you got picked in the end, right? Because you done something right.
Yeah, my
Whoa.
personality, I guess, is
It's
what
nothing
it
to
is.
do
Not
with your
just your
personality.
personality. Don't say that.
Personality. Come on, bro.
It is my personality.
Bring him on next
Personality.
time. Let's talk to him. Yeah.
We need to do a couple show.
I will be doing couple shows in the future.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, so my opinion is, yeah, in the past I always had the build together idea and, would pitch in 50-50. When I lived in New York, I lived with a boyfriend. We split everything and
No, it don't work. Say it.
well, that's the thing. It's like I was never
say it.
able to be in my feminine energy. He was never really in his masculine
Thank you.
energy. I feel like because I was willing to be the partner, he would sometimes take advantage of that.
Yep.
And yes, granted, he was the wrong person, but I got into that situation dating other people, and it took me quite a while to be able to break that pattern. And like I said before, I think it had to do with like my looks and my self-esteem and things like that, because I didn't feel like I was born with my value, and I felt like I had to work for my value. So I made a lot of decisions in my relationships in my 20s that didn't serve me because I didn't feel like I was enough. It's like they could even tell.
They
Like
know.
Yeah.
the more that I would give, it was because the less I felt about myself.
I'm praying for a friend that's in that situation
It's
right
like
now.
people
Every day I
pleasing.
pray
You
for
people
What's your background, Jennifer?
My mother's from Tunisia and my father's Polish. I'm born in Canada and I'm Jewish. I was raised
Okay.
Jewish, traditional.
I don't know why I thought you could be Greek.
Oh,
Yeah, you look like
You're
you're Greek.
Polish.
so
Kurwa.
half Polish, half Tunisian from my mother's from North Africa, Tunisia.
I'm not far from Tunisia.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cyprus.
Oh,
It's above Tunisia.
Okay,
yeah.
I was in Greece in the summer.
Nice. Did you like it?
Yes, but I need to get to Cyprus.
Cyprus is the best part of.
Yes.
Greek people hate on us all the time because we speak the same language, but they're like, you guys sound like villagers.
So you understand me then. The Salvadorans get the same shit.
Yeah.
They say
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's shitty.
So anyways, that was, that was my situation, and that's what I've learned, and I learned to like put my foot down. And actually, I read a book after like a bad breakup called "Why Men Love Bitches."
Yes, that's the book.
And it's not about being a bitch. It's about knowing your value, because if you don't know your value, a guy can sniff it out a mile away.
My boyfriend's
just like
mom
a
told me
predator
that.
can smell
My
fear.
boyfriend's mom
and
said
they
that
can
to me.
and they can
They'll
take
take advantage of you.
and prey on those
Yeah.
situations.
That's why you
She's
have to have
literally-
boundaries as a woman.
We have a book. We have a book that we tell men to listen to read, and it's called "Why Women Deserve Less."
Ew,
I mean, for real. Yeah, it's the #1 seller on Amazon.
Number one.
But I have question. If
Look at he's on you.
She is frustrated over here. I can feel it.
I thought I was gonna get the mic on my head.
Well, the thing is, it's true because now in modern society, like
Women do deserve less. They do.
but women used to have certain skills to bring to the table to attract a man, and now because we're in the workforce and most of us have an education, we have income, we take care of ourselves, and we're so kind of married to that independence and that identity.
To the mic.
Oh, and that identity that we're not really willing to let go of it when the right guy comes along. And a lot of times we sabotage ourselves because, you know, we think we know better.
I've slowed down since I've been with him because to like dedicate more time to like the relationship and like getting to know, and he can take that.
Yeah, you keep working on your recipes. Make sure you're doing your massages.
I mean, it's like
Stay on your toes.
Yeah, like Chris Rock had a great joke, and it was like all these women are like, how do I find a guy? And he's like, put a pot on the stove.
The real question,
he
the
looks
real
so
question
happy
is though.
every
The
time.
real question is that it's not about how do you find a man. It's how do you keep that man.
Yeah.
That part. How do you keep a man?
Because women, you guys know how to get a man. Come on, like you guys get men. Like even like Brazilian girl, she's cool, a bit annoying, but she's an attractive girl. She can get men. Oh yeah. However, keeping a man and retaining him, two different things.
Yes.
Two different things.
Yes.
So, ladies, I want to say thank you very much for coming onto our podcast. It's been good. We have. Actually,
interesting
Kate, did you have
panel.
a question?
Oh no, I think I talked enough.
Okay.
You already asked, right?
Yeah, she asked.
What did you ask?
I can't remember.
It was something to do with the 50-50.
Yeah, the building. Or
You see, I listen to everything.
He does.
Yeah.
See, we listen to y'all. Come on now.
He's gonna be a good
Do you really think that a woman
Too
should
many.
be 50-50 to a man?
To the variety.
What?
50-50? You really think we're supposed to go 50?
I mean, that's how my last relationship was. It was 50.
but did it work out though?
Because you felt
Yeah, and you felt like you were the
Point.
mom.
Point.
See, you're learning. You're learning. Tell her.
Here's what happened. It became codependent where I was not only working and contributing financially, but I was doing all the feminine stuff. I was cooking, I was cleaning.
So you tired.
You was doing both jobs.
Fucking exhausted. At one point, I was like, dude, take care of your own
You had too many
shit.
jobs.
Yeah, no, fuck
Like,
that. If you're doing your feminine work and you gotta be a masculine, that's like,
That's where I lost
He always
it.
has
Putting in that
people
OT.
talking
Now
about
imagine if you got
food,
kids
like-
involved in that.
Oh,
imagine
I
how
lost
tired
my
you would be.
shit a long time
Exactly.
ago, but like that was it. Like I
And look,
can't-
ladies.
I can't do all this feminine stuff on top of
Of a full work day?
everything else, and
No.
then like you just walk up and like fucking sit on
But
the
see,
couch.
what men don't like is they don't like when women have standards.
no, we
They
don't mind
like,
those.
no, y'all don't like that.
Wow,
wanna walk
I told you
over-
guys you should have standards. I told every lady on the panel that you should have
And standards,
standards.
what do you mean by
Every
that?
time you said you want a man who's got money,
by standards?
taller, a man who's a
Not
great
that-
leader, I said, yeah, you should. I never turned around to
You're
you
the
and,
Lulu and dumb, but
problem,
Yeah, we're the
the problem
Lulu.
was me.
Yeah.
I was the problem.
is she not the one minute?
let
One
that
minute.
happen.
One minute. Silver, is she not deluded to want a man who's so like 0.0006 like and to be monogamous? That's not deluded.
I never said to not be.
You did at the
monogamous.
beginning. You did.
Did I?
Yes, we can go back on the tape. You said you want him to be
Oh
monogamous.
yeah, come on. We don't need
Well,
that
I mean, who
playback.
doesn't?
Yeah, who
Like, as a
doesn't? I'm not
woman.
gonna speak
We
that
get
into
that,
my
but what's
existence.
realistic?
You gotta work on some
Just like when the good-looking Armo does it. I hope you just stay with him because it'll be a bad choice. I'm trying to help you, bro. But yeah,
We're watching this together for sure. It's like the vibe when he gets back home.
yeah, and you're gonna be like this.
Right.
Right? Is it true what he's saying?
We've already
She's
had
gonna be on the hot seat.
And this one over here
He's lying
keep
about
tapping
everything.
me.
He's a toxic man.
This one over here keep tapping me, and he already talked about he toxic. So just know.
Tapping you. What
Yeah,
you
you
talking
keep
about?
touching me,
Oh,
and you already explained you toxic. So we ain't gonna.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm not just sticking up for him, but most times this girl's touching him up.
No, he been touching me.
Okay.
So.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, lady.
I will
Crazy.
say you guys did change my perspective because coming in like from a 50-50 relationship where I was exhausted, like I definitely see
Girl,
your
no,
point of view.
please.
I see your point of
You was
view.
exhausted
Girl.
for a reason.
Opening up.
Ain't
to
nobody
it.
touching you, by the way.
And the thing is, Desiree, I do truly believe if you meet a great man who is gonna fulfill that masculine role in your life, I think you will submit and you will become more of a housewife, and you probably will put your work at the back, especially if you don't need to.
Yeah, he told me it was literally
You know what I'm
not worth
saying?
the time I was gonna be missing from him for me
Yeah,
at work.
that's
So I was
fair.
like,
That's
okay,
fair.
cool.
And you're
I could
too
just be there
beautiful
next
to
day and
have
working
to
on
go
something
50-50
else. Yeah.
with a
And look, this is
man.
another thing.
Like,
I always look at my girls as almost like a PA. Like if you can sit here and help towards
Yeah.
our empire, like do little things like note work, paperwork, filing. Why not? Take some stress off your man's plate. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, I want to say thank you very much for coming onto the podcast. I'd be happy to host you guys again. We're actually gonna, what we've got coming up for the next 5 episodes is we're bringing all the old girls back selectively, not the girls that were shouting, screaming, the girls who actually had points to go back and forth.
They're gonna be themed this time.
Today. Me sometimes, but
No, it was good. You tried to come at me. You lost, but it was great. I was.
You're welcome to come back though. You can try.
You know it.
again,
You
that's
said
fine.
the girls we got obliterated tonight.
We did.
But look, I'm not here
Have
to.
you learned anything?
I wasn't
Yes.
even here to disagree with anyone.
Look, I'm not even here to bash women. Honestly, I'm just here to tell the truth. We all also keep men way more accountable than women. We tell guys all the time, like, majority of you guys are losers. You have no right to even have a girl. That's why, honestly, even Sellers is telling you don't want a girlfriend right now because he doesn't feel like he's the best version of himself. Even though, honestly, he's like ahead of 99% of people at his age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it sounds like it.
what makes him ahead of 99.9% of people his age?
His competence, the way he moves, the amount of girls he has, his finances, he has a nice car. Let's be honest, ladies. A majority of 26-year-old men
I'm an athlete.
are not doing well.
No, but just his demeanor.
She just wants to find out for later. You can find out yourself.
I got you here. Okay, so you know.
It's true. It's true.
I got all y'all here. All right?
But you can tell you're very mature just by your demeanor. You're measured. You are a competent person.
He is.
But that you also are calculating. You know, I can tell that like you're calculating your next move and where you're going.
Thank you.
Your interjections
Thank you.
are very measured for sure.
So you recognize it's real.
Let's go ahead and boost his ego, ladies.
She doesn't like it.
I wish you guys all the best. I hope you guys took some value out of here. And like I said, I'll be happy to host you girls in the future. Like I said, I'm going to bring back girls in random order as well. Just put different panels together. So, guys, we will see you on the daytime show next week. I know we've been saying we're going to get back to daytime shows, but, from next week it's on. We've got Big Steve in the house as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I want to say a big thank you to Steve as well, because Steve's filled in a great role,
this
and
guy over here.
it's definitely going to be an asset to the team.
For
Also,
sure.
want to thank Coda and Fades at the back. They do tons for the team as well. So, Natureholics, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.